He's like, I know last time that we hung out, I was just the producer. But now cool. I'm cool.
I was the producer. Now I'm the produced.
Yeah.
Yes.
You sound like Riff Raff.
Yeah.
That was a great clip to start out on, man.
What, Riff Raff?
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, it's very fun.
I got to watch that every day to be like, whenever I'm worried about anything, be like, wait, this guy.
Yeah, that guy exists.
I need to tap into that.
Yeah.
It's the best. But Sam, you were saying, because that's something I'd like to go back to.
Yeah.
What did Sean tell you?
Sean said, hey, I want to let you know I'm cool now.
Why'd you say
text
that?
Or was it a voice to text message?
I didn't. Sam's busting my chops.
I would never lie for
Mary, how's the
clout.
producer shot?
Producer shot looks good.
You got the T-cam set up now.
Yeah.
That's a great
No, I
idea.
never said that.
You got to run ideas like this by me, dude. No, this is your world, dude.
No way, dude. I forgot I had that camera just sitting in my house. I forgot all about it. It was in my basement.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, producer shot, dude. Prod shot. I want
Yeah.
Lemaire to do found footage holding it as close to Sean as... Yo, get a tight zoom on him.
Yeah, I'd like to see more Lemaire and Sean.
The Blair Bitch Project.
Lemaire and Sean are two handsome, nice boys.
They are handsome, man.
I like to look at them. Both of them are sweet guys.
They're specimens, man.
They are.
They're from different ends of the
It's
spectrum.
unbelievable they're both the same species.
Yeah. Aliens would be pissed.
Yeah.
They're like, we're never going to figure this out. No, Sean did nothing but invite me to come to a show. He was very sweet to me.
Damn, he big timed you. Said I can get you tickets to my show.
Yeah. He's like, I put you on the guest list. I can't get you in.
Yeah, no green room access, but you get,
Yeah.
I got you. You get
He
standing
physically
room.
prevented you from
Yeah.
getting... Like, dude, come on, dude.
He
Get out.
did. He put his hands on me.
You were just... Sean was on tour all week.
Oh, you're doing like arenas.
The wheels on the bus, dude.
I was just doing theaters.
Just theaters, dude. Listen to him, man.
Well,
Like,
you
wow,
said
it's
arena.
going to his head.
Whoa.
Super.
A little
That was
taste.
so much fun. It was
What's your preferred pyrotechnic? What's your...
What was your,
What was in the t-shirt cannon, Sean?
no t-shirt cannon.
All right, you can edit that part. You don't need to. You don't need to take that.
It's all good, dude. We're just it's a warm up, dude. It's a
We're
warm
just
up.
warming up. We're
Honestly,
here.
it's for the best. Before it'd be like we'd be Lemaire and Sean would be filleting us, dude. If this were ancient Greece, we'd be getting filleted by these guys.
Yeah. So you could give them the knowledge they needed to engage
Yeah,
in
we'd be withholding
civilization.
like stuff about cubes from them, and then they filleted us and be like, all right, here's the deal with fucking cubes.
Yeah. It's like
Here's a little tube. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck's this? It's like it's just like a double multiplier. You're like, what the fuck?
If it's a triangle, it's just as long to this side as it is to that side.
I want to teach you about the world of ideal head.
I can't believe I didn't fillet any of my geometry teachers. It's kind of fucked up.
That's why you don't retain it.
Well, I was actually pretty decent, but yeah, I would have remembered more if I.
You were good at
sucked.
geometry.
I was nasty. I don't know how, dude.
What?
Pi r
I-
squared?
Terrible at fucking algebra, and I took geometry, fucked off as well, and I'd be like doing the proofs, like, well, it's that. Like, how do you know? I'm like, I don't know.
I don't
It would
remember
just be evident.
one.
I was
thing.
hopeless.
Dude, those proofs, I somehow could be like, bam, and spit them out for like a B average. It was just there, dude.
I know what a
pretty fucking
parallelogram is,
crazy.
but that's about it.
What's a parallelogram?
It's like a rectangle or a square. It's where the two sides are exactly parallel. That's
Yeah,
all I remember.
I did like to think about the parallel lines going on forever. That was the one
Yeah.
thing in geometry class that I was like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah, dude.
Line segments.
They'll
those are
never
trippy.
touch.
Yeah, never, dude.
It's
I'd
kind
always
of
be like,
sad.
Wait, forever?
They want to
Points?
touch, dude.
I'm
That's all they want.
2 points?
They're so close.
Unrequited lines.
Yeah, just running parallel. Makes me think about parallel universes.
We should just go full
You got
riff
your
right now.
riffraff. Parallelogram. Maybe think about parallel universe.
Move 100
Smart, I
grams.
went to school in 1991.
It's cracked my deepest darkest.
You can just talk in
I
rhymes
have a
now.
stream. I'm like an AM radio. It's a stream of constant nonsense. It'll just go on forever.
You're just going to start talking in sound effects.
You pulled my hood up on me, dude.
I'm sorry. Guys, this is the great and powerful Sam Tallent.
Hey, everyone. I'm so concerned at whatever angle I sit on this couch. People are going to
is-
call me a wad and a
bro,
pant load.
There's no way to sit on. There's no way to sit on this couch.
That's why I've gone full mummy. I'm just bobsled this entire time.
Yeah.
Because if I sit forward, they're going to be like, good Lord.
damn, if we
look
got
at the
you-
folds on that sweatshirt.
If we got you on a luge, dude, you'd be flying, dude. You ramp first turn, you're in the orbit, dude.
Must be so cool to be big and strong like you guys, dude. I'm such a twerp. I'm such a twerp.
Dude, I was asking.
So
I was,
fucking twerp.
I was asking Sam about the what are those hokas.
Yeah.
He was like, "They're perfect for the ample man." Yeah, made me laugh.
Yeah, they are, dude.
Calling us ample men.
I might be ample, man. I might be stealing ample valor.
Definitely,
Dude, I
you
went to
don't
a
need
kid's-
those, bro.
You don't.
I need these, dude. I'm
No,
telling
you
you.
don't,
I have
Matt.
wide feet. I come from ample men, dude. I'm just a midget.
Hokas brand themselves as like for ultra marathon runners, but it's just dudes who punish
Fat dudes.
CCs. Yeah.
It's just big ample men walking.
Yeah, executive cuts, as the tailor at my wedding called me.
Dude, I went to
Really?
Yeah.
The executive cut.
Yeah, he's like, we're gonna need an executive cut for you and your groomsmen. And I was like, whatever that means, yes.
Yeah, I like when they do that for big guys.
Oh,
yeah, when they have
executive cut?
nomenclature.
You're presidential size.
Yeah.
Big, royal.
We have you
Railroad
in the
tycoon.
Taft suite.
Yes.
Damn, that's awesome. They said that
Ooh,
though.
get a big bathtub for you. I took a bath this weekend.
How was it?
Oh,
Fucking insane.
Yeah,
the
dude.
best.
Great. It was so
'Cause it's a
great.
treat for guys like
It's
us.
so great.
Did you do it after the
finally there was
show?
a tub big enough for
he
me
did
to
it during
lay.
the show.
No.
They dropped it from
After
the
I
ceiling.
would have drowned, died, puked in the tub.
I do them after stand up to calm down. It'll like get me ready for sleep.
Do you
I'm
use
too
salts?
jacked up. I got to start bringing them. It's just
He
tough
gave
to fly
me
with
some
powder.
salts. I got some
Yeah,
salts.
Epsom
Yeah.
I was
salts.
feeling ill once, and you sent me
Really?
some salts.
Dude, they're nice. Oh yeah, I did. I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Be a
Very
carrier
thoughtful.
pigeon.
Dude,
I opened the closet yesterday and I saw them, and I thought, man, that was very nice of Matt.
were they lavender scented?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
I did use salts in my bath.
Dude, aromatherapy with
you really?
salts.
Yeah,
So
Such
nice.
a relief.
very nice.
Water's hot as humanly
Although I did
possible.
piss pretty quickly.
In the tub?
In the tub?
Yeah.
Oh, did you at least arc up and shoot it in the air? Or did you piss your submarine?
I laid and looked at my penis while it was pissing.
Oh, you saw the river. You saw the current.
Yeah, I saw the stream.
Dude,
come
you
up.
got to go down
Then I laid
Periscope.
in my own piss, and then I blew my nose once because I thought I was in the shower. And there was just boogers and piss. I took an Ah Real Monsters bath.
The glamorous life of Shane Gillis.
Absolutely disgusting bath. I had to shower after the bath.
That's actually probably good for you though. Just sit in your. They say drinking your piss is good for you. I've never heard anyone debunk that. A little bit of piss. I heard it's good for you.
How deep of a dive have you done on that, though?
Not very.
Bear Grylls.
Not very.
Bear Grylls drank his piss every
Yeah.
episode. You remember that?
Yeah.
Did he really?
He didn't even have to. As soon as he got off the plane, he'd just be like, one for me?
Yeah.
Pour some out for the
For real
homies.
though, they filmed that show. It was like a regular. It wasn't like he was actually out in the wild.
No. And there was a whole team of producers and cameras
Everybody's
watching
there.
him like drinking Capri Sun.
sometimes you have to drink your own piss.
Yeah.
out
He was
in the
drinking his
fucking
piss in the woods. Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
in the woods drinking his piss.
Yeah, like behind the airport.
the woods and
Discovery, Nat Geo was like, this is our guy.
Yeah.
That was a good show, dude. I was watching River Monsters too. River Monsters is nice.
Yep.
Were they catching big fish?
Yeah,
Dude, carp,
Really?
big old catfish, prehistoric creatures.
I saw him. He was in
Yeah, true.
Indonesia catching pufferfish that were biting guys.
What?
There was a bunch of pufferfish biting motherfuckers.
Jesus. He was
I had to
catching them?
get rid of them. Yeah.
People are going to say I look like a puffer fish in this video.
Now,
Dude, I got
Don't
hit,
give 'em any
I
good
got
ones.
hit hard after the last one because
Really?
I wore a long sleeve Key West shirt and they were like, "Oh, good, Kirby's on this." And I was like, "Why am I reading these?
Yeah.
What's the matter with me?"
I did it last night. I read some YouTube comments.
What'd you read?
I was just bored. I was sitting here. I started scrolling until I tried to find one.
Yeah.
I got one.
Trying to find you.
Scrolled and
you're
there were
looking for
so
the
many
sting.
good ones. There were so many good ones. Then I finally found one. I was like,
That's what's crazy. They're
so
like, "This
crazy.
guy's great. Oh, I'm so glad I
Yeah.
found this."
Yeah.
And it's like, "Oh,
These guys all
Michael
know
even
shit.
more is so funny." It's like, fuck.
it's like he doesn't know.
Yeah.
The guy who's complimenting him, he doesn't know.
Yep.
Then you find the guy who calls you a loser, and you're like, he knows.
Yeah, he
Just
gets
two
it.
dark souls connecting online.
Yeah.
Some guy just typing it going, oh.
That's
Yeah.
what happens when those
Reading
parallel
notes.
lines connect.
True.
Just sadness, chaos.
Yeah. That is fun, seeking out the one that just really hurts your feelings and just going,
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
fuck, I knew it.
You do it
Yeah.
to yourself because it's a new feeling. It's like it's a realer feeling than gratitude, and it's just cutting yourself where no one can see.
True. It is kind of like
Sucks.
cutting. You're very actually right about
It's
that.
like
Yeah, it's
cutting.
just finding a complete stranger that calls you a fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
You're like,
I knew it. Yeah, I was thinking about when we eventually start to die, and then be processing your death as well as online comments. I mean, God, Lord willing, the cast goes into just
Cass
death.
is not going anywhere.
Going into death.
It might not stop.
You imagine just dying and being like, "This guy is a jerk. I'm being serious about my death. It's really affected me. He's calling me gay."
Yeah.
It'd be tough.
All those negative comments reverse though when you die.
Yeah. Best guy
They
ever.
used to attack Patrice.
Oh yeah.
You get on the O&A subreddit, they'd be like, "Fucking gorilla."
Oh.
That's Soda told me that. I didn't look back then.
Soda spilled the beans.
Soda spilled the beans on the
How did
O&A
he spill the
subreddit.
beans though?
Yeah.
You see, he spilled the billions of beans.
No, what he's
The news alleges that he revealed that it was their last season. He goes, "Oh shit, was I not supposed to say
Oh,
that?"
fuck.
On, like, TV?
I didn't know
It was
that.
on like TV. I don't know if it's just the media
spilled the
slandering him.
beans on Legion of
I think
Skanks.
I think he spilled the beans. It was like, yeah, it's the final. Oh shit.
Damn.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say this now, but it's the last season of the show.
So
Nice.
So nice, dude.
He's the best.
He's got
That's my
that fucking
favorite.
Smoky Hill brain over here in New York City. You can't take trash out of Aurora, Colorado and expect him to be your mouthpiece for your multi-million-dollar show.
True.
I love Soda, but my God.
dude. I would go to it when I first moved here. I was at his apartment every day, and it was funny to see what happens when a trash person gets money like that.
Yeah.
His whole apartment was just wrestling figures. It was just it wasn't even
Replica
like
belts.
it wasn't even like set up. It was like a folding table,
Yeah.
like a plastic
It looks like a
table
flea
on the
market.
side with just shit all over it.
Yeah.
Wrestling belts everywhere. I would play him in video games. He would wear the he would like put it on his shoulder.
Soda would come home to Colorado around Christmas and we'd be like, "Damn, what's it like in the big city?" And he'd be like, "Oh my God, it's the greatest. You guys got to come out there." And then like a bunch of terrible open micers would hit him up when they come to New York and he'd be like, "I can't get you on anything." He's the king.
Yeah, he is. He would take me to the cellar.
Yeah.
And I couldn't sit at the table. I would just sit at the bar and stare at the people at the table. Somebody would be like, "Who's that guy?" I'm like,
Who's your friend, Dan? Oh, that's Corky.
Me?
That's
You
my
want me
friend
guys want me to come
Augie.
over? No, cool. Oh, that's cool.
yeah, I could sit there.
You invited me down to the cellar tonight. I don't want to recreate that.
You're sitting at the bar.
I'm not.
Those are tiny stools
not
too.
gonna let me
You're
in.
gonna look like a dumbass up there. You're gonna look like a candy apple.
Yeah, I'm gonna look like an ice cream cone. Just plopped. Hello, Jim Norton.
Now
Yeah.
people are gonna respect you instantly. They're gonna be like,
Yeah, see your girth.
I don't. Yeah, they love girth.
They love girth. They respect girth.
dude, for real. Can we be clear? They do.
Everybody
For sure.
respects girth.
Well, I wish it was the same in the penis community.
Everybody respects girth.
What? That's-
I
Yeah,
don't
that's
have
the
length. I have girth. I'm like a toad's throat.
No, you in the community. I thought you meant yes.
You claiming
I hear
cocaine?
Huh?
You claiming cocaine?
I'm like half of a Coke can.
Not bad.
No, it's not
You
good.
wait. You have length and not girth.
I have no length.
Just
that's
girth.
fine.
All
You have
girth. I think girth is
You have a
preferable.
chode.
Yeah, I
Chode,
know.
dude.
We don't use that word in the
Plug, dude.
community
You have a
anymore.
chode.
You're the plug, dude.
The plug. Yeah, that's what I tell my wife. The plug's coming
I'm
over.
the plug, dude.
You could have used me in that bathtub. I'll tell you what. The water'd still be in there.
Hold on, let me
I-
seal in all those juices.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bathtub. Yeah, just we've talked about it before. Just the tiny tip of your penis breaching the water.
Oh yeah.
Sticking straight
It's
up.
like a dead body, dude. It just floats
crazy.
We don't have to troll the river.
The
Here
worst
it
if you're
is.
naked in a pool during the daytime and you look down at your dick. That's like a fun house, dude.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I remember my friend was telling me he was like having sex in a pool. He's like, I was having sex in a pool, and I looked down and I saw my little pig dick in the water. It does distort your bird. Your bird looks crazy underwater during the
Yeah,
sunlight.
it's like if Gaudi painted your dick. It's all refractory, trippy.
You know what I
must
like
be-
to do in the pool is fart underwater. And
Oh,
have,
yeah.
have someone go to the other end of the pool and go, "Get underwater, hurry up."
Yeah, quick.
And you fart and they can hear it across
Yeah.
the pool. It's pretty fun. Yeah.
There's nothing more fun than being in the pool with
I
your
can't wait
friends,
for
man.
summertime and
Dude.
farting in the pool.
Dude.
You
Or
and
just a
me both.
little, like, you know when they have steps in the pool that go down?
Yeah.
That top step where there's barely any water covering it. If you go bare ass on that and fart on that, it's awesome. There's like a splatter. Yeah.
I've never thought it's like a shower fart.
Exactly.
Holy
It makes that
shit.
insane noise.
Uh-huh, yeah.
Shower farts are pretty wonderful too.
If you push it against the wall in the
Just
shower. Yeah.
Just crack the lining. They're like, what the fuck? How's this keep happening?
Yeah. Whenever water's involved, and just a little bit of water makes
there-
the fart so much sweeter.
There's a community pool near me. My goal this summer is to shit in the pool. I'm going to shit in the pool.
from outside.
Yeah. From that chair they lower handies into. Yeah.
I'm gonna. I think I'm gonna shit in the pool. Just get one drain, dude. They would never. If I could do it
Panic.
like once a week, they'd have no
Scream
idea.
and panic.
Yeah. Oh no! What's happening?
The terror.
Not
He's like
again.
a shark. People would be jumping in to grab their kids.
I sort it'd be nice to get the news away from all this terrible stuff that's been happening. Be like,
Yeah.
local man
Local
shits
man
the pool.
dumps pool.
Shits the pool.
You're trying to be the change you want to see in the world by dumping in pools.
Yeah, be the shit you want to see in the pool.
I'm a refugee right now from Philadelphia, dude, from the chemical spill.
Oh yeah, is that affecting you?
They just keep, all they do is they give you a text on your phone. They're like, water's still good up until Tuesday. Now they're like, your water's good till Wednesday. They're just waiting for it to enter the reservoir, so they don't know.
oh
Shit.
God,
So I've been trying to get my supplies up anyway. So now I finally have an excuse to
it's
like,
time to get supplies.
I'm lightly prepping. I have like, right now I'm sitting at like 25 gals in the basement.
Did you fill up the tub?
No, I should have. They said they told people to store the tap water now because it's good. Mm-hmm. So they're like, yeah, it should be good. It should be good. So they keep delaying it. They're like, yeah, the water's good now. We'll check back in like midnight on Tuesday and we'll let you guys know what the deal is.
Damn.
It's fucked up.
That's what
It is.
Philadelphia needs, more mutants.
I know.
Yeah.
For real. Dude, 12,000 gallons of like some like latex finishing chemical filled it. Like, I think it's the stuff that makes like when you use paint, it's like a liquid latex that turns like hard.
Yeah.
So I think it's the stuff that like it's like a reactive agent.
That's not good.
Yeah,
I might have
it's
to drink
hard.
some of that
Gets it hard.
so I can achieve erections.
True, that'd be crazy.
Whoa, everyone's just rock hard in Philadelphia for
Everyone
like
gets
6 months.
bricked up. I've been pretty bricked. I've been waking up bricked lately.
Isn't that fun when you get a little
Dude,
older and
it's-
you get a real hard one and your
Yeah.
belly hurts?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, when you're like, oh,
Yeah, you get so that's
Oh.
just blood flying to my dick
yeah.
through my belly.
Yeah, through the 4 cans of garbanzo beans.
I don't know
had.
how things work.
I don't either.
What,
yeah,
your
well, all
bird?
your blood is right here. And then when you get hard, it just.
I think when you're in love, I think your
Deluge.
blood rushes your penis when you're in love. You say, "Fuck, I love this so much.
God, I'm in love so hard right
I
now.
love this lit erotica audible story. Fucking so hot, right?"
Just laying in bed at night.
That's what I've fallen. I still have not viewed porn, but I have. We'll be honest. I have used lit erotica audible.
What?
Dude, I'm not perfect, man. I'm
That's
not
a
perfect.
real-
I'm not
No
perfect.
shit.
I'm not perfect. I still haven't viewed it.
But you've
But I
been
have
beating off
listened.
to books,
I
or
have
do you
listened.
listen first and then whack off, or do you let it play while you're whacking off?
Obviously, I'm letting it play and getting swept up into the narrative. Yeah, that was I have fallen. I have fallen from grace.
That's not falling.
But I haven't viewed. Exactly, I haven't
That's not
viewed.
falling.
Yeah, but it is in both ears, though. You're being penetrated with it.
No, that's an old
I
fashioned.
mean, it's reverb. I'm in a gray area right now, dude. I'm like this right now, on a cliff.
yeah.
But no, I have not
when
viewed.
you fall, it's gonna feel so.
I
nice.
have not viewed. No, I haven't viewed.
If you don't watch porn for a while, when you go back, you're like, "Damn, porn
Dude, I
is awesome."
salivate sometimes.
I forgot how cool porn was.
I had to get off Reddit for that same reason because I quit porn as well to save my seed for my lady.
That's I have. I'm
And
telling
then,
you,
dude,
you have
oof.
to.
You get on Reddit and you're like, oh, look at this little tomboy with her nips out. And you have to like fucking bury your phone. It's so hard not to engage in that act.
I haven't fallen to Reddit porn, thank God. And
I
it's
like a good tomboy.
I love tomboys.
yeah, it's kind of
Holy
nice.
shit, dude. Oh man, the lady from the end of Ghostbusters on top of the building, you know, the one. Are you a god? Then die. That,
Is that
lady.
when you had to fight that lady at the end?
Yeah, exactly. And I blew up and coated the city. Yeah. Hey, you watch it.
Nobody ever made fun of me that way. Nobody called me that.
I got hit with Slimer recently. That rocked me.
Slimer's tough. You'd rather be the
Slimer
fucking
sucks.
Marshmallow Man,
Marshmallow Man
Slimer
for
all day.
sure.
For sure.
Slimer's tough.
Slimer
disgusting.
didn't have any legs. Yo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Slimer hurts.
That wasn't good. Or remember Critters? Remember that movie Critters?
Yeah.
Yeah, someone called me a critter recently.
What's Critters
I
about?
look like a critter. I was
little
like, oh
balls?
shit, yeah.
There's a little.
The balls with
I want to
teeth
take a look
and
at
fur.
those guys. I haven't seen them.
I'm full critter over
Where are you
here.
getting? Where are you
man.
getting this flack from?
Just my podcast, Chubby Behemoth.
Hell yeah.
We're
You gotta
having
work on that name.
no,
Damn,
dude,
you
wait.
look like critters.
No,
Let me
dude,
see.
that's me. Lemaire, you're critter adjacent as well. There's room for you in the community pool.
You know who I was kind of like bugging out on
Lemaire's
today?
critters adjacent. Dude.
Yeah.
You're cuter though. Lemaire's a cute guy. Look at his.
Lemaire is cute.
face.
Yeah. You are. You have like cute eyes. You always look like you're smiling even when you're pissed. It sucks.
I want to see Lemaire. I can tell when Lemaire's upset.
You have like
His mouth
Aboriginal
goes more
face.
I got him upset a
Lemaire,
couple
get in the
times.
cam.
This weekend he got upset with me.
You guys got.
He
You
would
got pissed and
defend.
shame?
He doesn't normally. If
you
you
show?
make fun of him, he goofs.
Yeah.
But I'd make fun of him, and he would be like, he would stand up. And he'd be like, "No, I'm telling the truth on this." I'd be like, "No."
There, you were getting attacked.
We
by
were getting
shame.
fired up about like technology.
Oh yeah, about ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which are you pro or con?
I
For
was
or against?
saying Lemaire didn't know shit, and he's reading headlines.
What do you say, Lemaire?
Yeah, I am reading headlines, but I know stuff.
And then no, he does. He knows significantly more than me about
What's
all
up with ChatGPT?
I don't hate it as much as people think they should. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's
like
bad,
it?
but it's not that bad. Yeah.
What's bad about it?
It's gonna de-incentivize people from learning skills, but it's also going to like do the stuff that people really don't. So it's going to like turn these skills into like things we don't need anymore.
Yeah, so people just get fatter and dumber, you're saying?
Yeah, we're going to turn into Wally. Yeah.
Perfect.
Why do you have
Just
to
in
be so
time.
close on him right now, Sean?
Sean's trying to be mean to Lemaire.
It is funny.
Well, at whose expense?
Yeah.
Why is it funny? At whose expense is it funny?
I thought you were going to talk about the Going Wild, dude. I was afraid of
What's
it.
going on?
Oh well,
Who's going wild?
I'd love to.
Who's going wild?
I wasn't going to. I'd absolutely love to talk about Gone Wild. I think it's fair to talk
Who's
about.
going wild?
Gone Wild?
There's Sam, you're a Reddit guy. You know about the Going Wild groups.
Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm trying to suppress those longings that I have for them.
Well,
What's
this
going
is a
wild?
pretty
groups?
wonderful story.
I
What's
went
going
to
wild?
no, a Milwaukee Going Wild. I went to Milwaukee Going Wild.
So
and
Friday night, I go home.
Yeah.
I go taking it easy. Or was it Thursday? Thursday or Friday? Thursday night, I was like, "Got to take it easy on Thursday." I go straight back home. Lemizi's like, "I'm going to go out. I'm going to use the scooters. I'm going to scoot around town."
Nice.
And so then the next morning we wake up, Lemaire and I go and get breakfast, and he's like, I went to an orgy last night.
What? He's chewing his nails.
Wait, you went to an orgy last night? Or the night, I guess last weekend?
yeah, but I didn't
How
get
was
in.
that?
I didn't get in.
Wait, what?
What?
They had a strict
You
no
guarded the orgy?
This is a critter-free meetup.
You guarded the orgy. You guarded the orgy.
No, I just didn't pay enough money to get in.
Yes, he got ripped off.
Wait, what happened? It's
He
called
paid-
Milwaukee
so-
Gone Wild?
So he goes, I went to an orgy last night, but I couldn't get in. And then he was trying to hide the fact that he paid for a ticket.
No.
How much?
And then he was trying to hide the fact that he showed up. He said he got there. Initially, the story was he showed up and he was like, "No, this isn't for me."
Dick's
and
too
he
big.
left.
He's like, my dick's too big for this orgy.
Then it turns out I was like, his story was he got there and was like, "I can't do an orgy. Who am I? What am I thinking here? I got to get out."
You psych yourself
Not that
out.
he got ripped off and scammed, which I quickly found out. Like I was just like, "Wait, what happened?" And he was like, "No, I got in there. I texted him, and they said they couldn't let me up. They were too busy fucking." And I was like, "Well, then wait."
Oh,
You paid $75 to be a part of an orgy. You actually went to the hotel, sat in the lobby, DM'd them, and was like, "Hey, I'm here."
Oh, no.
And they were like, "Actually, we're too busy fucking. We can't let you in."
You ripped off.
He got ripped off.
How did he buy the ticket?
He just Venmoed somebody fucking $75.
shit.
Where'd you hear about this
I
thing?
got a ticket on Snapchat. I didn't get a ticket.
It was a fake ticket. It was fake.
Come on, man.
Lemaire, if you don't mind, I have a check for $10,000 coming in. Do you mind if I
Yeah.
cash it in your bank account? I
Dude.
swear I'm going to get you back, dude.
Where was it? Wasn't it like a Days Inn or something?
It was a decent.
Ew.
Yeah.
I sat in
orgy
the
was
lobby of
probably
a Days
so
Inn at like
lit.
3 a.m. There was no orgy. There was definitely like 5 teenagers laughing
Yeah.
in fucking Indiana. Like we got him. We got some fucking guy just gave us $75. This is crazy. This is the best night of our lives.
What's the sales funnel look like? Do they have like footage of it, or is it like, are they showing babes?
They did have pictures. They did show me pictures and video of it happening actively, is what they said.
You live streamed an orgy and then couldn't gain access to it.
Did it look
So you're
like a
sitting,
Days Inn?
you're hard in the lobby of a Days Inn.
To be fair, it's a noble mission, dude.
What, to orgy it up?
Yeah, it's a noble mission. It's a porn hole. It's part of a porn hole. Yeah. You're in a fap hole. You see an orgy thing. You go, I'm gonna go to the fucking orgy.
I gotta try it.
Damn.
You would do some damage in there, man.
I hope.
Yeah, you do a good job.
That's fucking crazy.
Have you thought about getting revenge?
You should try to get revenge. You
Yeah,
Vendetta.
Sweet revenge.
went on Milwaukee's Gone Wild subreddit and found an orgy and got ripped off.
You'd be like Sonic the Hedgehog in there. Just full
Yeah.
armadillo mode, bouncing off the walls.
Just spinning.
Yeah, just rings popping out
Do
of
you still have
places.
the phone
be-
number?
I still have the Snapchat. Yeah,
We should call.
Snapchat.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did a Snapchat call?
Yeah.
Fuck.
You should have beat off to the call.
You should
Got your
Snapchat them
money
and say,
for it.
"Can I have my $75 back?"
Yeah.
See what they say.
So the guy answered and said, "We're too busy fucking." Did you hear any sex going
No,
on?
nobody. It was just like messages. Nobody answered.
Oh man.
Hi, we're
What a good
occupied
scam.
right now.
I mean, I can't believe it worked.
I
But
mean,
it is, yeah. I guess it's easy to trick a horny guy.
dude, he's
Yeah.
got a little cash jangling around in his
Yeah,
pocket. Oh, yeah.
I had a couple vodka sodas too, dude. I was like,
Yeah, you were fucked up.
On the road?
True.
Like, I haven't been duped in my younger days on the road.
No, I don't think it's anything shameful. I think it's
That's
Once in
valiant.
Wyoming, a girl invited me back to her hotel room, and I got there after a show in like Gillette or whatever, and there was just a man waiting for me, and he says, "Give me the money," and I was like, "What?" And he's like, "You were the comic. Give me the money," and I was like, "All right," and I gave him $200 and just went back to my hotel. It sucked. I thought I was gonna get blown.
oh, the lady wasn't even there. It was
No,
just a guy
she tricked
saying,
me.
"Give me money."
Yeah, give me the money, and I was like, "Fuck." I
Do you have a gun or was you just?
no, I was just like in Wyoming and 21 years old. I was like,
Yikes.
"Fine, here's the
Yeah,
money."
if a man yells at you when
Was
you're
he
21,
sitting on the bed at least, or was
I didn't even get in there. He was just in front. He like came out from the side of like the motel.
Oh,
And
no.
was like, "Give me the money. You're the
God.
comic." And I was like, "Fair. Here you
How
go,
did
sir."
did you see anything in me or like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was my set?
Did you see the show?
Yeah, yeah. How did
He
that
was
closer
like,
do?
It sucked. Give me $200.
Fuck. Yeah, that was a low point. I
that's-
forgot
that's
all about that.
But no, I do support Lemaire's. I'm jealous of his confidence.
Yeah,
I've never partaken in
I would
orgy.
have fallen for that in a second, Lemaire.
You would. I think that of all of
right to
us,
the
maybe
bug
you
out.
would be the best in there
What?
in an orgy.
Do you think
Yeah,
so?
probably.
Yeah. Out of the three of
You
us,
want a
Sean,
big-
of course,
you-
first
no one
pick.
wants a big
Sean's-
guy in an
Sean's
orgy.
first
Oh,
pick.
just sweating in there.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
think?
Just looming
like-
and sweating.
It's fucking hot in here, right?
So where do I lay down? I need
I'm
to be
gonna
on the
lay
bottom
down.
for all of you.
yeah.
Yeah, right. They'd be like, this little twerp, dude. Get him out of here. I went to a party recently. It was a birthday
Also,
party.
there's no way. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
There's no way an orgy at the Days Inn in Milwaukee is fucking good, dude. That would have been horrific shit.
It would have smelled like a puppy mill in there. It
oh,
would have reeked, dude.
It smelled like a bunny cage.
Yeah. It's like a ferret household.
the dudes in there would have been fucking brutal. It
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. It's tongue pierced dudes.
would have been sick if it was like 4 more Lemaire's.
Yeah.
True.
Just a bunch of critters in a hotel room. Although this does sound like I'm using a racial slur. And I'm gonna take that one back.
Crit does.
Oh.
I'm gonna go ahead and walk that one back.
I'm
So
sorry,
yeah,
pal.
that was our trip. It's pretty good.
Nice. That's
Maybe
actually
we can recreate that this weekend in Denver.
One of us getting
Scammed for sex. Yeah.
Did you at least fap when you got home?
Oh yeah.
There you go. That
It was on the walk home.
It was all about the. That was all about the build up, dude.
I just love that I love the initial story was I got there. I don't know. I didn't want to do that. I was just like I second guessed it. I
I'm in my
I was
head.
like, wait. Like I broke it down within 1 minute. It's like, wait, at 3 a.m. you had a change of heart?
Yeah, you got there and we were like,
You
not for
went the
me.
whole way to the Days Inn and then you just changed your mind?
That's too many girls for me. That's so many
They're too eager.
You know, the old Thursday night orgy at the Days Inn in Milwaukee.
Young love.
That is young. He's fucking old as shit. Is he? He's got a gray
I thought
beard.
he's like 23.
No, Lemaire's old as hell, dude. What? He's older than the moon and the motherfucker's son.
That's not good.
Lemaire's a geezer. Lemaire, how old are you? You 32?
Yeah.
Oh, Lemaire. You know better.
Taking
it-
chances on the road, though. That's what I love about taking Lemaire and Nate. Nate goes hard, too. Not with women, but just exploring, going out. They're
yeah.
like, dude, this is awesome. We're on the road.
Yeah.
So nice to have new people.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
I usually just get there and I'm like,
Grump.
Beezer and O'Connor were with me. They've been on the road too much.
Yeah.
If we get there, be like, all right, let's just lay in our rooms.
See you later.
It's just you just bring a carnival of malevolence from city to city with you.
Yeah. Now it's good. Now we got the young guys coming. Now we got Lemaire.
Lemaire.
Dude, I didn't tell you what happened to me.
47-year-old Lemaire Lee.
Mr. Lee.
I told you about this, about the boys. I think I told you what happened to me. I told you last week.
Let me hear it.
I told about the swimming thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I told you about
Yeah.
that. I saw those boys.
It's nice to go on adventures on the road.
Yeah,
I'm very reluctant. I need someone to be like, come on.
let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to get out and see that city, man.
I've seen all these fucking cities, dude. They're all
I've
the
seen them more
exact
than
same.
you have, dude. And I get out there.
What?
I've been on the road longer than you. I still find a new enchanting thing to do.
No, I
I'm not
wasn't
throwing down a gauntlet. I'm just saying.
No. I wasn't saying I've seen them all like in a you
Here we
haven't
go.
way.
Oh, I know. I didn't
The way
put that
you
word.
did.
Wait, so who's been
No,
everywhere? Who's
nice
been everywhere,
try.
man?
Better
I'm an
wingman?
everywhere
Probably
man.
him. Probably him.
Yeah.
But you know,
Too much less regard and
I guess-
financial gain.
yeah, bar shows don't count. But
You're a nasty jerk.
you the one who made
hit
it
me
this way.
up.
You made it this way.
I did not make it this way,
You
Shane.
did. You did. All right, you did bar shows in fucking Wyoming.
That was my fault to go. Ooh.
Yeah. That was in 2008.
Rewind the tape. Watch. You'll see.
Yeah.
You'll see where it turned. You'll see where it turned. I was just saying I've seen all the cities look the same. I don't like going out.
I invited you to a botanical gardens in Columbus, and you responded gay.
That is, I stand by that.
It's the best botanical gardens in America, the Franklin Conservatory, and I wanted to share it with you.
Burn it down. What are we gonna
Yeah.
look at fucking flowers?
Salty. Yes. They also have a butterfly exhibit in there.
Butterfly exhibits are
It's
nasty.
like
magical,
butterflies?
dude.
Butterfly exhibits are nasty.
I've been to a butterfly
Yeah.
exhibit. It's fine.
They're awesome. They land on you.
Yeah.
You feel like a little flower.
Where was I? I was with O'Connor and Mackey.
Nice.
I forget.
Phoenix has a nasty. Maybe you're in Phoenix. Phoenix has a pretty nasty.
Oh, I think we were in
Yes.
Boston.
Really?
Oh, I bet they got him
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Educated whites love butterfly exhibits.
Yeah.
yeah, pretty nice.
Got to see the butterflies. That was fun. O'Connor was wearing a shirt that he thought was cool.
As he does.
It's pretty
What
awesome.
kind of shirt was it?
I gotta find it. It was one of the funniest looking shirts.
Button down.
Yes, short sleeve, like lime green plaid button down.
Yeah.
I definitely have this photo.
Everyone can fall for
I have
just
a photo
one
of him with the
ridiculous
cool
button down
shirt.
short sleeve.
Oh, yeah.
I had one. I had my short sleeve like plaid button down. I thought it was the shit. The only people complimenting it were hookers in Vegas, and I was like, I didn't know.
You found your demographic.
Dude, they were like, nice shirt. And I was like, dude, that's what I'm saying. It was like a Bugle Boy button down short sleeve.
That's what I'm saying. Nice. I haven't scrolled back in a while. Here's Phil's jeans. His jizz jeans. Remember that?
Oh, it's the best.
Oh, yeah. Just the highlight. It's a clip show now.
Yeah, this is fun. Where is it?
Did Chris tell you about when we did that Don't Tell thing in San Diego or Santa Barbara together?
No.
Oh, my God.
Of course he didn't, dude. He wasn't allowed to.
Yeah, we signed that NDA.
What happened?
Chris was there, and it was me and a couple other comics, and like it was Santa Barbara at sundown. It was beautiful, and this guy Brad, who hosts the show, was like, "Hey, we're gonna make sure that everything here goes just smooth for you. We got the best crew, we got the best crowds in all of Don't Tell in all of America, and they're here. We're gonna make sure the lighting's perfect, the sound is great, everyone's gonna look immaculate." And Chris just goes, "Can you please shut the fuck up?" Like this guy was trying to be the most like hospitable host in the
I
history
heard
of
that.
comedy.
I heard that from O'Connor's side. Wait, you guys? It was for taping, right?
Yeah.
And the guy was like, "Just make sure you don't like trip on something," or like, he was just giving things that could go wrong.
Yeah. Uh-huh. He was like trying to make sure it went
Yeah, well,
perfect for
O'Connor's a
all of
psycho.
us. I know. And he was like, "Can you shut
He
the
was like,
fuck
"Don't
up?"
fucking tell me things that could go wrong."
Yeah. And I did
Now
the
that's all I'm
thing.
going to be fucking thinking about.
I tried to smooth it over by being like, "Classic Chris, right, everyone?" And he was just like simmering. I was like, "Oh, okay."
That boy has a short fuse.
He
Dude.
does, dude. I mean, it was fun to see it in the wild because he popped off nasty style at this like very handsome man.
It's like what happens. You see dads that act like that, like short fused adults.
Yeah.
Now it's happening that we're all getting old.
Yeah,
you
true.
can see it. Like we're all becoming men that are like, "God damn it,
Dude, I was
I gotta go do this fucking."
yelling at my GPS the whole way up. I was like, why does it fucking do this shit? Lemire, no. I was like telling him where to go, but I was exploring alternate routes. So I was like clicking this way. And he listened. I was like, all right, yeah, we're going to the left. And then my phone was like, take a right now. And he almost went on to the median. I'm like, Lemire, where are you you going? And we just stopped on the median.
Stop having Lemaire drive.
Yeah. He's elderly.
True.
That blows my mind, dude. I thought you were like a fresh-eyed, bushy-tailed 24-year-old.
No, look at his gray beard, dude.
I have a gray
He's
beard.
Lemaire the Gray.
I'm not. I'm young too.
How old are you?
35.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're geezed, bro.
This sucks. I have to grow out my beard for this like thing, and I'm
I
just
t-
stuck in this
yeah.
zone.
Getting old is tough.
Yeah, I know.
Kind of rule. I like it so far.
I don't mind it, but there's certain things that I like I talk about a lot. Balding, it's tough, dude.
Yeah.
I early on in the beginning of the process, I was like, I'm just gonna go bald, dude.
Yeah.
Bro,
Fuck it.
True.
Now I'm starting to go, and I'm like,
I would give.
I wish I
anything.
hadn't said that so many
Yeah.
fucking times. I would have got fucking hair plugs.
Yeah.
I wish I hadn't said that 1,000 times.
I was looking up early onset Alzheimer's last night.
Oh, fuck, dude.
fucking
Don't do that.
nailing
I
it, dude.
googled all types of problems
nailing
last
them,
night,
dude.
dude. That's crazy. You did that. I was laying here just. I watched hypernormalization. It was just fucked up. Watched Adam Curtis again. I keep watching Adam
Yeah.
Curtis. And it keeps making me fucking like totally disillusioned.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, everything's fucked.
Yeah.
The bankers,
The early Alzheimer's
the fucking bankers. That might be a dog whistle, dude. Now that I think about
What,
it,
bankers?
might be.
I think Adam Curtis might be sending us a message.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's possible that bankers'
Time
greed
for us
has
to
ruined
rise
stuff.
up, white people. No.
I was reading on the way up. I was reading a
Funny way to
magazine.
interpret Adam Curtis. It's like it's
Race
like an
war?
intelligent documentary. I'll be like,
This is
you
the sign
telling
I
me the
need.
Jews are
No, dude, if you do read it, the problem is if you read about like what's going on in Palestine and Israel, it's like genuinely fucking heinous.
Oh yeah.
I was reading just like a regular magazine on the way up here, and it was just like they were describing there was a camp at like Hawawa or something. Not the Wawa.
Hawawa.
It was Hawawa, and like these two, dude, they're called settlers.
Yeah.
So like they're on the frontier.
Yeah, settlements.
The cowboys, dude.
Yeah.
They're the cowboys, and they go out there and they like chill
Yeah,
and like
fight those
I don't know if they're in like
Palestinian
lodge.
Comanche.
They're what?
The Palestinian Comanche.
Yeah, dude. And
Yeah.
these guys these two Jewish cowboys got shot and they're just shot to death in their apartment. And then dudes went and just lit the fucking place on fire. Like Israeli dudes came down, citizens lit it on fire, and their government's like, "Yo, come on, we gotta play by the rules."
Well, that sounds just and honorable.
But it's just you read about it, you're like it's a horrific
Yeah.
war going on
Yeah.
with no end in sight. And it's like civic groups rising up. It's pretty nuts.
Yeah, it's all bad.
Very bad stuff. So yeah, when
And-
you get into it, you go.
And then China, everybody's switching to their currency.
I know.
They're gonna
Are
get
they?
rid of the dollar.
The
We're all
brick
fucked.
currencies. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not good.
Wait, they think they're switching to the China currencies?
Everybody
Yeah.
says that.
Brazil
I think that
and
would be
Russia and China,
Dude.
and like
India,
India.
Saudi Arabia is the big one.
Right.
If they start trading oil in
In China,
yuan, what's it called?
Yuan,
Ooh,
yen.
whatever their bullshit
I don't
made up
really- yeah,
money is. US. We're still number one, dude.
Yeah,
for now.
I think it's fear mongering.
couple
I don't
more
think they're
months.
going to do it. I think it's fear mongering. I don't think.
I don't. Yeah, of course. Everything you look at the news is like it's happening.
Yeah.
It's happening. It's all going bad.
Yeah,
It's all coming down.
because then it's like okay, they switch. So then America becomes like fucked money wise. It's like, what do you think's going to happen?
I don't think we're gonna take that lightly.
No. Every fortunate sun blaring.
Everywhere.
Choppers
yeah.
flying over every
Just in
country.
Mexico for no reason. Like, you motherfuckers.
Canada is burning.
We could link though.
Dude.
We could NAFTA up. We could link with those boys. We'd be
Dude.
totally fine. We don't need anybody else's money. We don't
Yeah, I
need
know.
to trade. We got us, Mexico, and Canada.
Canada
Yeah.
has all the oil
We
we
have
need.
everything.
Mexico's got the labor.
We got everything
and the
we need right
1-2.
here.
Oh, dude, we're
Us,
fine.
we can chill. We can continue to chill.
and also, hey, Brazil.
Patreon's gonna still be there.
Let's
What if we
fry
have
the
to switch
servers.
to the yuan?
That'd be sick. If we're like, hey guys, we're invading China right now.
Yeah.
We're back from shooting Chinese people.
Everyone would be like, we were right about Shane.
We just got back from executing prisoners.
There's a statue of you in 200 years. He was a great man. In both word and deed.
The sweatsuit assassin.
Yes.
The ghost of Harrisburg.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I don't, you
I
read
would
all
love
that
to
stuff.
die a hero, dude. Instead of how I'm gonna die
Yeah.
alone in a hotel room.
Days in Milwaukee.
Yeah, dude.
In an orgy. Just,
Yeah, just telling everyone I just got 75 off this Lamore guy.
Yeah. Just ripped off an idiot.
Just scamming people.
We can buy Coke with this.
That might be the chorus of angels you hear when dying in a hotel. You're like, is that a bunch of teenagers having sex next to me? I see it. I'm there.
Wow, they're all hairless. It's beautiful.
They love that I'm there.
Everybody's excited that I walked in the door. No one's furious when the door opened and saw me and my disgusting body and penis.
Wearing cutoffs.
When I walked in, a woman didn't audibly go, no.
You just walk in with the church's big gulp.
Damn. Getting hit with it. Yeah. Getting stiff armed at an orgy, like right when you walk in. Fucking stiff armed by everybody.
Oh, man.
It's like, no.
I was walking naked in my house last night, and I was like, dude, could I go to, like, what would happen if I went to a nudist colony? Would they just be like, it's like, I don't know. I was like, or is it just like completely chill there? They're just like, whatever.
I think they're pretty chill. There's some fucking, you would be furthest from the biggest creature there.
Oh, yeah. Dude.
I mean,
That's Creature City.
Yeah.
I know that. I'm talking about just a tiny flaccid penis where you walk out on the beach.
True.
Like,
Those guys do
hey
still.
guys, I feel like it's hog life
Yeah.
because I'm kind of like,
In a situation like that, my penis is gone.
I'm like a carved Michelangelo, dude.
Yeah.
On stage, my penis is a fucking memory.
Penis is gone. During a podcast, penis is gone.
It's
Penis is gone right now.
Yeah.
Pointing at that angle, dude, right now. It's gone.
It's like an elevator button. It's just, hello. It's like it's hitchhiking away from my balls.
But yeah, all that Adam Curtis stuff got me bummed out again.
Oh, man.
Hypernormalization isn't even good. At least the end of Can't Get You Out of My Head is like a. You ever see that one?
Yeah, I saw him
At the
a long
very
time
end, there's
ago.
like a very nice message. He's like, but the secret of the
Oh, yeah, I remember-
the secret of the world is that we have the power to make it whatever we
Yeah,
want.
yeah.
Something along those lines.
Yeah, it's true.
This one just ends. This
Yeah.
one's just like, yep, we're fucked.
Yeah, well, dude, I told you when I did that 5 grams of mushrooms, and I was like coming back into my body, and I came back. I had to like remember how the world was set up, and it was like a big time bug out.
Yeah,
I was going like,
the systems.
so I'm in a country, and there's other countries, and they all have fucking like, I was like imagining like barbed wire fences and like weapons and shit. I'm like, and they're mad at each other. I was like, oh man,
Yeah.
I was so bummed. I'm like, so what's everyone doing? I'm like, you have to get money, and I went, oh man. So I was like reconstructing the world, and literally coming
Yeah.
back to it and going like, how's this whole thing set up? And I went, that's scary.
Yeah, but what's the other options, dude? That's what we got to think. We got to think.
I think
You can't just
distribute-
go along with the system. You got to think of new.
I think you
You got
can
to think of the
distribute
third way.
resources.
You got to think of Muammar Gaddafi's
Dude, right
third
now,
way.
true that. I tried to read that book. It was
It's gibberish.
It's crazy. It didn't make any sense.
It's gibberish.
I was so excited
He
to
was
read
a
it.
fucking idiot, dude. Dude, my favorite part of hypernormalization is they sit him down when they're trying to. All right. So after 9/11, they found out there was no WMDs when they invaded Iraq and all that shit.
I still
So
believe
then-
there were, by the way.
Definitely, they're still hidden.
They're still hiding them.
Fucking Blair and Bush had to like be like, no, this is good. It's good. We did this. We're bringing democracy to the Middle East. So they called Gaddafi and they were like, dude, we'll lift the sanctions. Just say you got rid of your nuclear program, which he never even came close to having. So he was like, yeah, all right, deal. And then he had to claim responsibility for like a terrorist attack. That plane, there was a bombing in some Scottish plane, and but then they had to like do a PR thing to make him like, now that they brought him back in to like the good countries, they had to be like, he's actually one of the great thinkers in the Middle East. So they sat him down with like 3 other intellectuals in England, and he had his green book, his book, The Third Way.
Dude, there was
And
no one
everybody
more
was
excited.
just like, Jesus Christ.
I was
This
so
guy's
excited to
fucking
read it. And I
moron.
was like, this makes no fucking
Yeah.
sense at all.
Well, yeah,
it's-
like the grasp of modernity keeps us from like actually doing anything new because we can't imagine any way out of like this gilded cage we live in. So it's like, what's next? I don't know. This feels pretty good.
Yeah, let's just keep it how it is.
Yeah,
keep
it's
it how it
like-
is.
well, it's like
don't
we-
change. Don't improve. Just keep
Yeah.
it. Keep it.
This rules. Yeah.
That does kind of rule.
But then like we're all being poisoned and
Yeah.
your beautiful daughters can't have water now, you know?
Oh, sucks. Well, I got the
Yeah.
water stashes up, dude. I've been prepping now.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I
water-
literally have a bunch of salt at my house.
water was tough for a while.
Water's tough.
Water was tough for a while.
Get
Back,
it.
if he lived in Philly like
Get your
200
hands on
years
it.
ago, you'd
Yeah.
be in the Schuylkill with
True.
just piles of human shit.
Try
Yeah.
your hands on it.
Yeah, your kid would get fucking
True.
cholera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Typhoid was
Yeah,
rampant.
so
that's-
it's not new that you can't drink out of the Schuylkill.
So that's my thing. They figured out the setup. Now they have to figure out how to not. The setup's, dude. It's. I think in the 70s there was 4 billion people, and now by 2030 they're saying we'll have 4 billion overweight/obese, which is kind of a victory lap.
Yeah.
It's
like,
kind of
dude,
spiking the
The
ball.
entire world population of 1975 in 2030 will be it'll be an obese planet basically, and they fear it, dude.
They're gonna be
They
using
fear
us
it.
as fuel.
It's too many units.
It's so
If
sick.
the units link, dude,
It's so
over.
sick.
They just run at things,
It's arm in
just
arm.
walk towards things.
What is funny is
Just have them all go log style and just roll them down the
Yeah.
hill. Yeah.
it would just take like everyone in the developed countries could just take 20% of their food and be like, I'll share this, and
Yeah.
everyone's
That
chilling.
would solve a lot.
Dude, it's so
Everyone's
easy.
chilling, but
I was
it's
just
so
thinking
hard.
of most extreme elimination challenge. You
Yeah.
remember that? That's going to be the war with China. It's going to be a bunch of fats rolling down the hill, just butt fucking dudes. We're just going to roll our fats down the hill.
I'd like to do commentary on that
Yeah.
war.
Yeah,
Yeah, it'd be so weird if we had to go to war with China though, because it's
that would
like,
suck, dude.
Yeah,
also,
what
what if we lose, dude? That would suck.
oh my
dick.
god,
If we lose,
we're due for a big whopper too.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
If we lose to Russia and China, that would suck.
An L is coming.
If everyone teams up against us, that sucks.
Yeah, but who else would team up?
India. Well, I think India's
not
one
the
of
bros.
our boys, dude.
They're the bros. Yeah,
They need Trump back.
yeah, true.
India's like, yeah.
We might need Trump to be president, dude. I mean, he was doing better than now.
Did you see Biden after the Nashville shooting?
No.
He had like a press conference right away,
Yeah.
but it wasn't for the Nashville shooting. He was just doing like a White House meeting. Like it was like a small business meeting. But he comes down, they're like, the president's about to speak about the Nashville shooting. He goes, my name's Joe Biden, the wife of Dr. Jill Biden.
What?
And I like vanilla ice cream. I like chocolate chip ice creams.
No, he
No.
did, dude.
I came down here because I heard there's some chocolate chip ice creams. You don't think I got a whole freezer of it upstairs?
He didn't.
I do. Yeah.
He didn't.
That's what he opened the Nashville shooting. But it wasn't,
Yeah, he was.
in his defense, it wasn't that press conference yet. He was
Yeah.
giving a meeting with a
Gotcha.
small business. Like
Oh,
he
with
was getting,
Ben and Jerry?
he was getting laughs.
Yeah.
He came down and got laughs. Everybody was excited to see him. He was like, I didn't know. I came down here for some ice cream. Hey,
Oh, it's so
guess
fucking
what?
funny.
There's no ice cream. That's how he always talks. He whispers.
He does whisper.
He loves whispering to make a point.
They
I was
really
watching.
hid him away.
I watched two. That was the third Biden speech I've watched this week.
How have they been?
He was in Canada. I watched him address Canadian Parliament. It's pretty sick.
That's awesome.
And then I watched him do a press conference with Trudeau after. It's pretty sick.
How's he
Somebody
doing?
was like, isn't something about China giving Russia weapons? And he was like, everybody's been saying they're going to give them weapons this whole time. Guess what? They haven't done it yet. It's like, dude, holy shit. What's wrong with this guy?
Hey, why are you going yin yang twins?
Yeah. Hey, little Russia, let me whisper.
That's some oil that I really want to use.
Give us that fucking oil.
Yeah, they're gonna whip.
Stop doing this.
They're gonna whip
Terrell.
everyone up into another frenzy, and they'll infringe on in like 5 years. They'll do some wild infringement. They're like, guys, we have to do this. Is now
Yeah.
and ever and ever. I'm like, man, I fucking wish I could own my own house. I'm like, you had to give them away.
You gotta give us your house.
You had to give them away.
It's free real estate. Whoa. What are you doing?
I'm so thirsty from all that podcasting, dude. There's a ton of reasons why you might want to drink something that looks like beer but isn't. Maybe because you're hanging out with underagers.
Yeah.
Maybe you're pregnant. Maybe you want to confuse people at the PTA meeting. Whatever the reason, Liquid Death has you covered. Delicious. Wow, it looks like a tall boy. Liquid Death makes sparkling water, mountain water, and now iced tea in a can.
Trey Turner with the
personal
air.
flavor. My personal favorite flavor, dude, is Armless Palmer. So good.
Armless
you-
Palmer.
If you give a shit about the environment, you may already know that most plastic bottles are never actually recycled. Liquid Death comes in cans and donates a portion of their profit to help end plastic pollution. You can find Liquid Death healthy beverages on Amazon or at a retailer near you. Plus, Matt and Shane listeners get 20% off their first Liquid Death apparel purchase available
pretty good.
exclusively at liquiddeath.com/drenched. Exclusions may apply. That's liquiddeath.com/drenched. Cheers, guys. Get ready to take your high to the next level. With huge clouds, full flavor, and thick oils, these vapes
Oh.
are game changers. They sent us a Starship with 3 heating elements inside and the option to add a bong attachment. It'll take your high out of this world. Another fan favorite is the Gamer. It's a hands-free way to vape on the go or on the couch. However you like to vape, Hamilton Devices has you covered. Hamilton Devices is hooking our listeners up. Go to hamiltondevices.com and use code DRENCHED15 for 15% off. Buyers must be 21 or older. That's hamiltondevices.com. Use code DRENCHED15 for 15% off. Thanks to True Classic for sponsoring today's episode.
Dude, it is so hard to. Never mind.
What?
Taking fucking pitches in MLB.
Yeah.
I swing at everything.
Why is it so zoomed in?
Because if you zoom out, you can't. It's so hard to see if it's a ball or a strike.
Finding a well-fitting t-shirt can be tough. True Classic tees are designed for a man's body, nice and tight in the shoulders and biceps for an extra boost of confidence.
And loose
True
in your
Classic-
fat hips.
Oh, for sure, dude. True Classic gives you both comfort and style. I mean, dude, I'm wearing one right now.
I might take a walk.
True Classic is a premium quality without the premium price tag.
Ball
You can
four.
afford to take your entire wardrobe to the next level with True Classic's activewear, denim, hoodies, and boxers. No matter what the day throws at you, you'll have the right clothing to get the job done. Get comfortable and get going, and upgrade your wardrobe with True Classic. Get 25% off TrueClassic.com with code DRENCHED. Free shipping is included on purchases over $100. 100% risk-free guarantee with a 30-day return policy. You can't go wrong. That's TrueClassic.com, code DRENCHED. It's look good, feel good season.
It's time to look good and feel good.
Dude.
Yo, you look fucking jacked in that,
Working
dude.
out, dude.
Yeah, I noticed when you were laughing, you got veins in your neck.
Really?
You're jacked.
I've been fucking.
That vein right there?
It's
When
popping
you were
out.
laughing, yeah.
Yeah, I've been
That's the
hitting
True
it.
Classic look good on you. You look like a fucking troop.
Dude, I mean, I pretty much fucking am, dude.
Bro, when'd you get so jacked?
Just hanging out, dude.
All right, Matt. Let's get back to the show.
Yeah.
MLB, the show. Yeah, watching him give speeches. And then last night, O'Connor was up here when I watched that Adam Curtis talk, and we got to the end, and it was like, oh, fuck, he was born in, he's like our dad's age.
Yeah.
That's kind of, shut up. I'm not watching a documentary Phil made.
True.
But then
See,
I was
Dad,
like,
he's really using the
and then I
60s.
was like, wait a second. And O'Connor was like, imagine your dad making a documentary. And I was like, yeah, imagine a guy 20 years older than your dad running the country.
Yeah.
And we had a nice laugh.
Yeah, this
My
is
dad-
Think of your
That's
dad right now. Add 20 years
Ugh.
and see where he's at mentally.
My dad's publicly
Wow.
horny now.
Sick.
It's not good.
Biden
you say he's
had to
horny?
tone that down.
Publicly horny.
What do you mean he's publicly horny?
He'll like see a girl wearing
see, yeah.
like knee-high boots, and he'll be like,
nice.
"Not bad,
Yeah, like hit.
not
you
bad
get
at
an
all."
age, you start hitting on waitresses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like totally. It's everyone laughs.
Right. Like my mom died, and now my dad's like,
Oh, yeah.
"Too bad you're married, huh, Sam?" And like pointing to like tens, and I'm like, "Yeah, Dad, that's all." That's
Well, that
stopping
wasn't
that.
gonna.
Yeah, that's all that's preventing this from happening here.
So he's,
Nothing
he's talking sniz now.
Yes, dude.
You
and he'll
gotta
be-
talk sniz
dude.
with him.
My dad, God bless him, he'll be like, "Yeah, sorry, buddy, I can't come up and watch the game. I'm the head of this grief group, and I got to do a one-on-one with this lady. Her husband died about 13 years ago, and she's really going through it. And it's like, Dad, just say you're going on a date.
Yeah.
We're happy for you. You did your time with Mom. You rode hard for her. Please be getting it in." Because I don't want you to become like a model train guy or like a birdhouse collector. Like,
What are you talking about?
Please.
Put a hooker with him.
hey, honey, you can't be mad. My dad's here. I'm spotting my
I'm
dad.
having a three-way with my dad.
Dudes have done it on Cat House.
You gotta kill yourself. I know. On Cat House, yes. I'm taking my son to get laid. That's the horniest dad of all time. Dude.
My dad's worried he doesn't know all the new tricks, honey. So I'm here holding his hand. Ugh, that would
Dude.
be. I would cut my penis off and
Yeah, you
send
have
it to
to-
my mom's grave.
That's a nut,
If
dude.
you got your dad's ass.
You'd Van Gogh your dick. that is the nut. The post nut clarity of a three-way with your dad is suicide. That's suicide, dude. As soon as you nut, you're like,
yes. Or you
Yeah.
ascend and you're like, nothing does matter.
yeah, true. Me and my dad are like Vikings.
Yeah.
This is like an ancient thing.
This is a ritual.
This is what men are supposed to do.
It's like at the end of it where they lock tongues.
We're definitely not reaching the weirdest level of gay there is.
yeah.
Oh, my dad would probably be better at it than me too.
Yeah,
Like my dad's doing all types
what
of
if
cool
he
stuff.
for real like blew your mind by proxy? He just beat it up. And
I've
you're
never
like,
been in the room with
"Whoa."
someone, you know, when I've never seen another dude fuck. It
Me
must,
either.
must be crazy.
I know.
It is. Yeah.
Every once in a while, I'll be watching porn. I'm like, dude, that's definitely dudes fuck like this now.
Oh,
Like I was watching pornography, and a guy was, you know, he was doggy style on chick, and he was like fish hooking her mouth.
yeah,
He was
yeah.
like
That's
going as hard as he
Oh my
could, and I was
God.
like, I'd feel terrible. I
Yeah.
didn't know.
yeah. That's bad.
I miss the days of like you know, like real slow, like watching like BET After Dark, and it's like the real slow
Yeah,
ones.
That's,
you know?
that's a little more my speed.
Yeah.
Someone getting their groove back.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like genuine style.
Yeah.
You know what's
Yeah.
nice? I'm bad enough at sex that I got to pretend I'm making love every time.
Oh,
you
You
just-
gotta go
yeah.
slow. You gotta go.
Yeah, no flash.
No, but this is just so nice. That's why I'm going this slow, not because I have no other options.
Not because my back hurts and I'm dizzy.
Yeah, because the blood's flying out of my dick, going straight to like the cramp in my left hamstring.
Oh,
not
you're just
'cause I had
gripping onto
Hardee's
something
for
because you feel like you're about
breakfast.
to pass out. Oh,
I can't think. I might old Dave T in a fucking 3-way with me. Yeah.
That's nice.
Oh, dude.
it's a fun thing to think
My
about.
dad's all like, he's half Mexican, so like he looks very, very mahogany. So I bet he looks better in the lighting of that strange
True.
situation. Ugh.
I can't even imagine seeing my dad's face receiving sexual pleasure. That would be so fucking weird, dude.
Oh man. You think it's your dad, so he definitely he
What are you doing down there? Oh. What the hell are you doing?
Hey, no horseplay.
Yeah.
My boy's over there.
God damn it, I'm about to come.
He's pissed. Yeah.
How much of them coming do you think is
damn
like
it.
them getting up? It's like,
Definitely.
that's like miniature O-face.
Oh,
He'd
Christ.
wink at you too because it's your dad.
He would, yeah. He'd have some zinger.
Not bad.
Shane, let me tell you, not bad.
It runs in the family.
Shane, I want to go.
Shane, come here. Come here. I'm about to come. Shane, get over here. God damn it. God damn it.
What if your dad came in like 2 minutes and then you went for like a half an hour? Oh, you just sat there. And you were
Jesus
looking-
Christ, Shane, you're going to hurt her. Slow down. Jeez.
Hey, Shane, save some for the rest of us.
Imagine watching your dad's erection fail in front of a hooker.
And like an expensive one, too.
Oh, that's so sad, dude. Seeing your dad shamefully try to work it up.
I can't use these condoms.
He couldn't.
Oh,
If my dad takes a Viagra, he's done for. He's going to have a
how
heart
do
attack.
you know? Oh,
You can't do that.
Yeah, I don't know anything
Dude
about
geezed
this.
up. That's what happened to fucking Keith. He took a fucking Robinson. He took a Viagra on a plane. He had a stroke.
on a
Oh,
plane?
for real?
Yeah.
What was the plan?
The plan was to land and fuck this chick immediately.
Whoa, in the parking lot. Oh,
Took one on a plane.
have you ever had one of those?
Viagra?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, brother.
dude. we found a bunch of boner pills once, and like I hosted an open mic in Denver at Lion's Lair, and me and my co-host Roger went around and we were like buy people beers and put a boner pill in there. And we were just we were dosing people with boner pills allegedly, and and then we just gotta watch people like. And then slowly, one by one, they all like left.
Dude, you get so
I
hard.
know.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'd be
Yeah,
like,
when-
haha, you're hard.
Yeah,
we know
when I
you're
first
hard.
got here, Gas Digital they were blue chewed out.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got
yeah.
in on that. And it's a nice treat, but
Dude.
you get so hard it hurts.
Really?
It hurts like your
Dude,
whole groin
your dick-
area.
It is the biggest your dick's ever been in your life.
Really?
It's so hard and it hurts. It's about to.
Why can't they
you're
make
about to
those
pop.
things safe for your heart so we can just stay on them at all times?
So they
don't
were
know.
a blood pressure medicine, and women take them for cardiac ailments. They take Viagra.
They get boners to help their.
No, because it's
I
like
know, they don't
that.
have the blood doesn't have a dick to go to, so it just kind of probably goes like.
Yeah, their clits are just.
What happens to their blood because they don't have a dick?
Their blood? Yeah.
It's worse. It's worse than ours.
Gets converted into negative thoughts.
Yeah. It all goes to the accusation part of their brain.
It's your fault.
Yeah. That's why they're so good at that mental
true.
jujitsu.
They're really not. We just have to go along with it.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know when they say they're like, actually, it's your fault. You're like, well, I don't know.
I think that's why the court of law was invented.
yeah.
Lawyers,
To
jury.
corral women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp won, right?
yeah,
He won.
big time.
And when he won, we won.
Dude, huge. That must have been so nice. It's a whole room full of people like, nah, lady, no, you lose.
Even then, though, obviously, it's never gonna work. She's gonna be like, you gaslit the whole jury into thinking I was wrong.
Yeah, she'll be okay. She'll land on her tits.
Yeah, she will.
Who's scooping that up? Someone's going to scoup that up.
Someone's
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
give it a
probably
shot.
fucking Sean.
True.
Big dick superstar, dude.
Yeah. Thick meat Sean.
God,
Gardweenie.
Hard
hard weenie. See that penis,
One day.
please.
Did you fap on the tour bus at all?
You didn't?
No, I never. I just hit the sound effect by accident. So,
I do.
no, I didn't. No,
You didn't masturbate on the tour bus?
no, I was like, we had hotels for the beginning, and we were here, so I purged everything I could while I had the chance.
How nice was it? Did you get to sleep on the tour bus?
Yeah, it was
So nice,
the best
right?
ever.
I
heard
love
you
it.
talk about it, and at first I was scared by the rocking. I thought
Yeah.
it was gonna like make me sick, but then I just
It's like a
slept
mobile
like
casket.
rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It
like
rules.
a tomb.
Were you pulling pud on the Kreischer mobile?
I did masturbate on that.
Yeah. I jerked on Tim's bus.
Oh, yeah.
A lot.
I didn't know Tim had a bus. That's sick.
Yeah, Tim did a bus. He did not like it, of course.
I was gonna say that doesn't sound like him.
No. Yeah. You can't park the bus at like the Four Seasons, you know?
Yeah,
So we had to stay like at airport hotels. And he was like, well, this was a waste of money. I
Yeah.
thought it'd be good, but it was bad. It's bad. Maybe it's good, though.
bad.
If it is bad, it's good.
it's real bad. It's bad. I'm firing these people.
Being close to Tim rules. 'Cause
Tim's
it's like,
fucking bad shit.
It's
Dude.
awesome.
He's wild.
he's the best, dude.
Yeah, he really is.
But yeah, I was really cranking it off hard in that bus because I was like, this
I
is
cranked
cool.
it off once. Everybody was out. Everybody was out doing something. I was like, I'm sleeping in.
Yeah.
Got one off
Oh, yeah.
into a sock. Had to keep the sock in the bed.
Yeah.
what do you
Had to
tuck
hide it.
underneath
Then
the
I tucked
mattress?
it into my shamefully threw it in my luggage and
Yeah.
threw it
That
out.
sucks, dude. When
Yeah.
you put that
I'm gonna
sock in
keep
the
that
luggage.
sock, dude. I'm not going to lose a sock on this.
True.
Yeah, then you go to your laundry and it's like stuck to your sweatshirt
Yeah.
and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
Indianapolis.
Yes.
Hello.
That was when I masturbated shamefully on a bus.
I was whacking
You
once
have
on
to.
that bus and I heard Tim answer a phone call and I was like, do I finish? Is
You
he
finish.
yelling at something?
You
Of course
finish.
I did.
Yes.
Yeah. But it was not easy. That was like alpha level training.
It is. Hear Tim scream on the phone with somebody.
Yeah.
You got to
I'm like-
not laugh and whack off through it.
It sounds fun, though. Just jerking off in just like a cube.
Jerking off at
It was
70 miles
really
per hour.
nice. It was really
Yeah.
nice.
Land speed
Catching, I'm
record.
telling you, I'm good for catching them on the flight. In the bathroom. Something happens.
That is truly insane.
Dude, it's like, it's 2 seconds.
There's some dude. I've been on planes,
And
up-
you're right near the stewardess.
dude. They have lotion. They have lotion on some planes.
Do they really?
Yes. It's
You scope it.
they have hand lotion in the bathroom on first class on Delta.
Well, really?
Yes.
They're asking for it. It's a,
I was in there. I was like, this is for real. This is for guys to
you have to sometimes.
jizz on the plane.
Something happens. You hit high altitude. If you have too many of them saved up, when you go up in the sky like that, you go like, God damn.
I do wake up incredibly hard on airplanes.
Yeah, I'll have boners. I'll have boners for entire flights.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude,
it's a
flight to
pressurization
Australia,
thing.
Just hard for 15 hours.
Yeah. When I flew to Tokyo, I'd masturbated on a plane
Crying
for the first
to-
time.
It's great.
Crying
I
to
don't know
a
if it was
fucking
great.
Marvel movie.
It was necessary. It was a must.
Wait, you masturbated on the way to China?
to Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Yeah. I had to get it out because I was hard for like 7 hours.
Yeah,
My
you
wife's asleep. It's
Yeah.
like, I don't know why that mattered. If she was gonna like
Blanket action.
blow me, she's lucky she wasn't awake, or she would have caught that
In
bullet.
an airport,
Yeah.
or in an airplane seat. I don't think anybody could reach my penis.
Well, we went Polaris
If I'm
over there.
sitting- yeah, my knees are against the seat. There's no way you can get your head in there.
It's like a gated community.
Yeah, it really is.
This is the worst angle for dick.
Yeah.
That would be
here.
funny though to be like, because that if you were like spooned up with your wife and you would just put it on the fucking stewardess, be like, sir, you'd be like, I'm not inside my wife right now. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
How dare you?
How dare you insinuate that I'm inside my
You
wife?
just call my wife a slut?
We're spooning.
Wait, did you call her a slut? Did you? Say it again.
Are you a slut, babe?
You're right though. That leaning forward is a terrible.
I don't
position.
have a penis when that happens.
You ever have sex with a girl that wants to do that position where you're
the
sitting up
sit-up?
and she's
Yeah.
and she like you pull up, you're like,
Yeah.
this isn't working. This isn't gonna
bad.
work. It's not gonna work.
One time, my wife wanted me to do it on like sitting in a chair, like a stool, and I was like, "Why?"
On a stool?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a setup.
I can't even sit on a stool.
No,
I hate stools.
I'm not built for any high top chairs.
Dude,
stools.
High top chairs are
They're
disastrous.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
High top tables.
Why'd
and
they
chairs.
do that?
Girls like it, dude. Why do you
Girls
think?
like lording
Girls
over.
love high top shit. It
Yeah.
makes they walk
Getting a
on
mimosa.
fucking sticks and then they sit in. They're ridiculous. They're like, let's sit in chairs where our feet can't touch the ground at all.
Right. Yeah.
I'm gonna step off of those and balance myself on a popsicle
Yeah.
stick. On my tippy
I'm gonna
toes.
fall. I'm gonna drink and fall.
How much is it to get in this place? $100. That sounds reasonable.
Yeah.
Can I have $200
Well.
to get into this place?
Doesn't matter.
It's not. It's, the
It's not my
circus.
money. I don't understand money.
It's the circus, dude. 24/7. Already planning an expensive brunch for
Yeah.
the next morning. It's just.
That was one
nonstop.
thing. That was one thing Biden and Trudeau were bragging about. They're like, both of us for the first time ever have half of our cabinets with women. I was watching it like,
Yeah.
that's why the Chinese everybody's switching to that currency. Like America's gonna have no idea what money is in about fucking 5 years.
America blew $3 trillion
Just buy it.
on Edison light bulbs.
Yeah.
When asked when the secretary was asked, said, I don't know. I don't remember.
Stuffed at the airline by a fucking fat black lady.
Oh yeah, with your bag.
I got met at the
no,
line
no.
of scrimmage. Dude. I got leveled.
You got Gilbert Green.
I got fucking. It was Clowney versus Michigan. I got fucking. As soon as I tried to ask a question, it's fucking, dude. So they lost my luggage in Wisconsin, and well, it was the easy. I saw it coming a mile away. I
Yeah.
flew from Harrisburg to Milwaukee. When the Harrisburg flight got delayed, landed in Chicago. I flew from Chicago to Milwaukee, which is a 1 hour drive.
Yeah.
Kind of annoyed me.
8-minute flight.
It's kind of a chill drive. That'd be nice.
But the flight was delayed. Yeah, it would have been very nice.
Mars
The
Cheese
flight was
Castle.
delayed. I had to fucking switch airlines in Chicago. American switched me to United or whatever.
yeah.
As soon as they did that, I was like, "There's no way you guys are getting my luggage." I was like, "Are you?" I told the lady when she did it, I was like, "Are you sure you're gonna get my luggage onto the other plane?" She was like, "Yes." Of course, land in Milwaukee. The bag's not there. I go to the United desk. It was the black lady. She was like, "Your problem's with American." So I went over to American. It was an Asian man who worked his hardest, worked his fucking hardest to help. And then he was like, "But you can check with that lady now that you have the bag number. You can go ask her again." And I walked over and I was like, "Excuse me," and she was like, "I told you your problem was with American."
Oh.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
dude! Just
4th and
stuck
1.
me.
Just left it at that?
Stuck me. What?
You just left it at that?
Yeah, I was like, "Well, you guys lost my luggage. Could you?" I didn't even say it. I was like, "Oh, okay, yes." Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was no line. She was literally just sitting there.
Oh my god.
There was no one around. I
Just
wasn't
crush
like,
you.
yeah.
I had the opposite
So
situation when
unnecessary.
I came back from Paris. They lost my luggage and it was gone for 3 days. And then I was in Detroit and I was flying out. And I went up to the lady on my flight out of Detroit and I said, "I know you're buried in here, but is there any chance you got this?" And she was like, "Ooh, honey, follow me." And she
Yeah.
ran me down to some like terminal and my bag was coming down. And she was like, "Is that you?" And I was like, "Yes, it is." And then we did the hand hug. And then she did a little like worm thing on the way out.
Oh.
It was a big deal for me.
Yeah, there is that
she was like,
version
"It feels
also.
good to help."
You can get that version.
Yeah. Because she's like, "I haven't been able to help anyone for a long time, but I helped you."
There is certainly that version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been
That
met
felt
with that
good.
version as well. But man, when they hit, when they
He's
decide to hit
locked horns.
stick, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. When they dig in.
You're getting just fucking crushed.
Yeah.
They actually brought the luggage to my hotel room that day.
They did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's
Pretty nice.
It is nice.
I didn't know they did that.
I was
Although I
saying, I
wouldn't-
was like, there's a good chance we'll get it.
I had to go buy outfits.
Yeah, that's
Dude.
fun, though.
The outfit was sick.
It's not fun.
It is, because I got to go to the DXL and just be like, "Here's my card. Treat me." It's my glow up.
I can't buy anything.
What? Why?
I don't know. We've talked about it last week. I got a fucked up thing, and then of course this happened.
Yeah.
My exact nightmare. I had to buy a full outfit.
That's how things work, dude.
Dude, I bought Vans.
The outfit was sick.
The outfit was insane.
The outfit was sick, dude.
The outfit was, I just grabbed whatever I could.
You went to Zoomies.
I went to 5 different stores.
Zoomies?
I
Something
essentially
like
went to a
Zoomies.
Zoomies.
BC Surf
I
and
went to
Sport.
it was either that in walking distance was like an Untuck It, which I went into and tried. 2 women were there helping as hard as they could, and they
That's
kept
the
bringing
worst.
me like beige sweaters. I was trying them on for them. I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work.
Look like Big Body Bess.
Oh, it was tough. And then I finally
Untuck It
I went to
is so
Zoomies. I bought pants, Vans, and a Vans t-shirt.
Jesus.
nasty.
The Vans shirt
ruled.
was
The shirt
a
ruled.
skeleton, like a Grim Reaper in front of a clock, and it was like, it's revenge time.
Oh,
Yeah.
you wear that on stage?
No, I thank God the fucking luggage got there.
I thought it said it's strange times.
No, it said revenge time across the top.
And what a
At
time
the bottom
to be
it said
alive.
what a time to be alive.
That's what it was. Damn,
Which I actually
dude.
didn't mind, because what a time to be alive. Not only Drake, but I was watching best sports calls of all time on the airplane. Got me emotional.
Yeah, I bet.
It was very fun. And one of them was a home run. And the guy goes, "What a time to be alive!"
I bet the band was on the field. The
band
was
is out on the field.
Yeah. That was
Tiger
on there.
Woods, Chip. Yeah. A lot
way-
of horse racing calls, which are great.
Oh.
That's weird.
He runs for history. Yeah, it's great.
When you were in
that's
Toronto,
awesome.
did you link up with a certain person?
Jersey Drake?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
I
Because
was so close.
Yeah, I know. And I was so close to maybe getting an invite from someone. That didn't happen.
You think I would invite you to hang out with Drake?
No,
if
I
I
think
was hanging
Chris
out with Drake?
O'Connor would, though. Because I was talking to Chris.
You are scum, dude.
Just saying.
Go through me. Don't go.
Dude, I tried.
You
and
scum.
then I get no response.
I was doing a show.
I made time. I was also doing a show. Doesn't feel good, does it?
I didn't bother you while you were doing a show. I'm not
I
a
didn't
girl.
bother you either.
That's
I said, all
girl
my
stuff.
friends in town.
Can we hang out? Can I come to the Drake party?
I didn't ask that.
That's girl stuff.
I said, hey, Shane, what are you doing, buddy? Maybe we could chillax. We're up in the same city. Oh, you're going to go to the records?
Yeah. 'cause
Wow.
I think I'm
Can
definitely
you believe this?
this? I think it's gonna be like 6 unanswered.
Yeah, it probably will from you. Go to the tape.
When was it?
Oh, wow. So how many other people
You didn't even
are there?
ask me.
I didn't ask to go to Drake. I would never.
Go to Drake.
O'Connor was like, hey, we might be meeting up with Drake. And I was like, that would be cool to be invited.
Dude,
And he
let me
said,
know.
Don't
You
worry.
didn't ask me anything about hanging out.
I did too.
No, you didn't.
What's going on?
Are you staying in Toronto tonight? I said tomorrow. Okay, excellent. I'm at the Royal Comedy Theater. It's bleak. Then the next day you texted.
Easy. we don't editorialize things.
The owner here is a fucking. The owner here is a retard. Hey, you got enough openers on the first show? I said too many. I got 3. I wish you would have asked yesterday.
Oh, and then what I say
And
there?
then you said I felt bad about asking. Then I was like, if I don't ask, maybe you'll think I'm a dick and don't like him. I've been fighting a private war in my mind about it.
Yes.
You understand. I do like you, and I hope you have very good shows. I said I totally understand.
What a nice text to receive.
I
from
totally
someone.
understand. I like you too. I think you're very funny. You said, I knew you would. You're the man. I have to do this fucking midnight show now. So not sure I'll see you at all.
And then you said, hey, I'll make time.
No, that was
Oh,
it.
you didn't say that?
The next text was a picture of you and Adam Egget when you were in Austin.
Oh, yeah.
You did not ask. Otherwise, I would have said, yes, definitely come hang. We were
don't
just at
think
a
so.
bar.
I don't think so.
Absolutely. I would have said, come hang out. We're at a bar.
Real loggerheads here.
No, we're not. That was it.
We have no proof.
Anyway.
Easy.
He said, I'm at this comedy club. It sucks. Everyone here
didn't say
sucks. My
that.
openers suck.
I didn't say that. The openers were quite nice.
But no, we were close because Drewski was in town.
Who's Drewski?
He's a comedian
Yeah.
Ooh,
that
the
is
Drewski?
friends with Drake.
Whoa.
He was in town, and I knew I could finagle my way into there. I said, what if I can get to Drewski's show?
Yeah,
I
if you would've
know
got
Jersey
in.
Drake's going to be there.
Yeah.
Sure enough, Drake, they were like, yeah, you can come over. And then Drake showed up, and they were like, we're pretty busy. I was like, fuck.
It's the orgy.
It was the orgy.
It was the
I
orgy.
sat there in days end, just like, we're not going to hang out with Drake again.
O'Connor posted a photo of like a cool upstairs ballroom area, and it looked like it might be Drake in the photo. And then he took it down pretty quick, and I was like, if they're hanging out with Drake right now, and I didn't get the invite, I'm going to be really wounded.
Let me tell you,
Okay.
when it happens,
Yeah.
I'm not inviting anyone.
Okay. Well,
I'm going.
that
to.
makes me feel better.
No one's invited.
Yeah, it's just you and him one-on-one.
It's just gonna be me and him laughing and having fun. I'm gonna go, dude, I listen to you every day. He's gonna be like, that's so sick. You listen to me all the time.
You guys on go-karts.
It's gonna be so
just a
fun.
montage of best friend in the batting
Dude,
cages.
it's gonna be unbelievable how much Drake definitely likes me.
He's tying a tie from behind for you.
No, I'm gonna go up and try to shake his hand and get pushed by like 5 security guards.
I don't know. What if he's a fan of
Absolute-
yours?
He's not.
You don't
could
know that.
be.
He could be a
Yeah,
Shaniac.
true.
Guys, Drake's not a Shaniac.
He might be a Shaniac,
He's
dude.
not a Shaniac.
Yeah, could be.
He's a Drewski head, dude.
Wow. If you're a Drewski head, you're also a Shaniac by
True.
default. Yeah.
Who's gonna step up and take his place? He was like King Alpha.
Drake?
Yeah, Drake was like the king of the culture. He was king of like modern pop culture for a while.
Yeah.
It's
Forever.
It's for sure for a while.
For longer than anybody.
Tunchi was ahead of him, dude.
Yes.
Tunchi was him and like Nicki Minaj. Tunchi brought a lady with a humongous ass,
Yeah.
Yes.
and then Lazarus.
Tunchi brought Nicki Minaj and
Lazarus Drake from the wheelchair.
Drake. Yes.
Rise, dude. He came, and they were at the top of everything, and then Drake became the top of everything. And now, who's going to hit the top?
Rise.
Someone's going to hit the top. Who's going to be?
There's young dudes doing it now, but I'm too old for them.
Yeah,
I hate them all.
true.
You know? Lemaire, who's number 1 right now?
Rapper?
Yeah. Or who's like a young, cool guy that's going to take Drake's?
Oh, I don't know.
There's no one.
I think it's Playboy Cardi, actually.
It can't be.
I think that's the guy.
So you guys are going to start dressing like vampires? Isn't he a
Lemaire's
vampire
been ready.
guy? No, I'm thinking, is he a vampire guy, Playboy Cardi?
Kinda is the red hair. Like, he's kind of white. Right? Yeah.
I'd like Michael
Sounds like the
Strahan.
culture's slowly shifting.
Yeah. It's an Ouroboros. And we're the mouth this time. No.
He's so scary.
That's the guy?
It can't be him.
I think,
Why is he so
Mephistopheles?
scary?
Lemaire, I think your vote may be a little bit skewed.
That's a guy, huh?
Lemaire, you're just predicting anime black guys are taking over.
That's the guy that all the
Anime
kids...
black guys are kind of taking over.
That's so
His
sick.
head is triangular.
Lil Uzi Vert's got to be a... Yeah. He's a...
Well, it
he's
has
an
to be
anime
someone
black
that
guy.
girls like too, because girls love Drake.
True, they do love Drake.
That's to unite the.
Especially you talking
Two
about like, when he got all
genders.
jacked and grew a beard too. That was so fucking.
Oh,
sick.
I loved when he did that. I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. Drake's so fucking cool.
I'm gonna do that too.
I'd think about doing it all the time.
Yeah, you could grow
Get
my
jacked,
shitty
go,
goatee.
just look Arab. Just become a jacked Arab man.
I want to wear those flowing white gowns that Arab
you
guys
can do
wear.
it. You can go to Dubai. You can wear it.
I know. I want to wear it here.
You could do that too.
I don't think so.
No,
man.
it looks ridiculous on ample men.
I know. People
I've
would be
tried
mad
it.
at me.
I've seen white dudes do it in West Philly. There's this white guy who went full Muslim.
Was he big? Was he
He's pretty
ample?
big, bro. Yeah.
If you're fat, it looks insane.
It's
Nah,
so
it looks
silly.
sick. You look fucking nice.
No, you look Stay
no, it
Puft.
looks gigantic.
Yeah, like billows
Even
out.
better.
Yeah.
Your stature, dude.
You look like a lighthouse. It sucks.
Your stature increases.
Yes. We should
Go to
switch to the
Paytch.
Patreon.
Where we at now? We're 34.
Ooh, I like it. Sam, you're so good.
My man.
You're so funny.
I love you guys.
You're the
I'm
best.
Looking forward to this. Sorry I bothered you guys so much. I just have to schedule
Please,
stuff.
dude.
No.
Hey, can
You
I
bother
say
us at all.
something?
Yes.
I have a podcast called Chubby Behemoth, which I've
Oh, yeah.
never plugged anywhere because I'm the worst at it. But listen to that if you enjoy this kind of humor. And
Yep.
also, Philadelphia. I will be at the Helium Comedy Club on April 19th. And
That'll sell out.
I
You
hope
better
so.
Hurry up.
Yeah. Get on that, guys.
Yeah.
All my dates are at samtalent.com.
Hell yeah.
Oh, Stress Factory, please. New Brunswick this weekend. Please come, man. Just fucking get out
Yes.
there. New Brunswick, New Jersey. Get the fuck out there.
I added a bunch of shows yesterday.
oh, you
Dude, when you post that and then the next one is they're all sold out, I get fired up on your behalf.
It makes me very happy.
Dude, I love to see someone funny win.
It makes me very happy. Thank
Yeah.
you, Sam.
Oh, dude. Because you see all these people post dates, and then the next thing they post, it's like it's sold out, and it's like, I would bury your ass.
Yeah.
You don't want to follow me. But
Yeah.
it's nice when someone good gets in. Uh-oh.
True.
Update from
Oh,
the man.
yeah. If you're in Boston, April 7th and 8th, I'm gonna be at Hideout Comedy. Please come
Nice.
check me out, dude.
Yep.
Denver Comedy Works, April 13th. Houston, Lafayette.
And you got to check out Guard Dog's new pod.
Yeah, dude.
It's all the rage.
The super ultimate audiovisual experience.
Suave.
I like that name a lot, dude.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It's very postmodern.
Yeah, I like to.
It sounds like a translation of like a Japanese game show into English.
All right. That's
Goodbye.
it. We'll see you on the Patreon.
The Wild Wild West.
We're live. Sagar, thank you, dude. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. I like your
Obviously.
setup.
Thank you,
It's
man.
fun, yeah.
Thank you. It's
Since I'm in politics, I kind of think
That's what I'm saying.
I vibe with the set more. I think.
I think it's a good look for you too, dude. I think you look good on it.
Really?
There's something
See,
about
now I feel really self-conscious. I should have worn my suit. The only reason I didn't is because I'm going out after this. I'm like going to be out of the
For
town.
sure, yeah.
You don't want to be walking around Austin, Texas. In a
just
suit.
sweating. in
I
a
did
suit.
it yesterday after Lex Friedman's podcast, and I was getting a lot of looks.
Did you guys both wear suits?
Yes, we both wore suits. That's right.
That's kind of
Yeah,
nice.
but his is the black suit. His is different. He has
Yeah.
like a uniform.
He does.
And I like to change it up.
He's like an alien fighter.
Yeah.
He dresses like Will Smith from Men in Black.
Yes, exactly.
It's kind of, there's something nice about that. I've always wanted to do the Steve Jobs thing where I wear the same thing every day.
You could do it. I think you could do it.
I feel like I could. I know one guy who's been wearing all white for 7 years, and I might jack his swag.
In comedy, do you think it is useful to have a uniform or no? Because I noticed that comedians have been getting very like fashion forward.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll go to a set and I'm like, honestly, what he's wearing is kind of distracting me right now.
Yeah, I don't understand why. I mean, I have like a loose uniform. It's just jeans, usually these sneakers, and I
Yeah.
just switch a plain colored T-shirt.
That's fine. See, that's not
Yeah.
just, that's like, that's comfortable. I could see that working. But sometimes I'll see these guys in like crazy ass Gucci stuff. I'm
Yeah,
like, dude, I'm blinded by you right now. I can't even hear what you're saying.
I never understood that too, because it's like, dude, you're supposed to be making people laugh.
You tell me. I don't know. It's your profession.
I don't know what it is. I see people go way fashion forward on the stage, and I'm kind
Yes.
of like, dude, you're kind of. It's just like a distraction.
Totally.
And nobody
Okay, good.
cares.
I'm
Nobody
glad you
cares.
agree.
I totally agree. It's like nobody cares. Your job here is to play the fool. Like you're trying to dress like a cool guy. It's like I think it detracts.
I'm with you, man.
I think it detracts. If I ever wear anything that is remotely eye catching, I'll think about it on stage the entire time.
Really?
I can't. Yeah, it took me forever to. This is my Aura ring. It's just for tracking my biometrics.
Uh-huh.
Took me forever. I would meet every person I met. I'd be like, I'm usually not a 2-ring guy.
You're the only Aura Ring person I know who's a guy.
I know. It's all
Yeah.
well, they track their periods.
I know. That's why
And-
every woman I know is like they're obsessed with period tracking. So how,
Well,
does, it,
dude-
how does it feel to be a guy wearing an Aura ring?
Well, me and
what do you
Nick-
even get out of the
Me
Aura?
and Nick Sachs from 311. I'm not the only
Okay,
guy.
oh,
The guy
really?
from 311 wears Aura ring too. But
real men wear whoop straps.
whoop
okay?
straps
Yeah,
are cool. But
yeah.
here's the thing: sleeping with something on my wrist, I get it to track my sleep.
Yeah,
my
but
sleep
where do you
is
sleep
way
with
up.
This? You can sleep with
I
this?
just too clunky
What
on
do
my
you mean
hand.
It's too clunky on your hand.
It's too clunky. I tried doing the Apple Watch sleep, and it just I can't get with it.
I'll tell
And-
you, when I got my wedding ring, it took me months to get used to this shit.
Yeah.
It was just, even now, I'm always like this. Like,
Yep.
I noticed
felt
subconsciously, I'm always twisting
I
it
bang it
around.
on shit. I
Yeah.
felt weird for the longest time, and then now if I don't have it on, I feel like a
Right.
like a naked boy.
Do you ever get terrifying that you're going to rip your finger off? I think about that all the time. Like,
How are you gonna rip your finger off?
I don't know, like the trunk or something, like something will catch just exactly the right way. And
Oh,
that's it,
you're
it's
gonna
gone.
come into it like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, and your entire finger is going to be completely ripped off.
Then it's well. Look, if you rip your ring finger off, then it's on. You can do whatever you want. Just be like, bro, my bad.
Hey, what do you even tell your wife? Put the ring on the nub.
Yeah, it's like I lost my ring. You just cheat on her all the time because you don't have a ring finger.
Like,
I'm not
babe,
married.
I don't have a ring finger. It's gone.
Our vows are over. Yeah, if you lose that finger, you're a batch. You're
That's
a
good.
bachelor.
I like that. Wait, you remember those rules in the 2000s? I love watching, 2000s movies or even actually 1990s, like American Pie, when they're like, it's not cheating if you're not in the same zip code.
Hey, oh yeah.
And rewatching it 25 years later, you're like, that makes no fucking sense. You're like, what are you talking? Like, how was this conventional wisdom in 2001?
That the hall pass was another big one. Like
Yes,
hall pass. Who the
there was a whole Friends episode. I'd be like, what's your hall pass? And I was like, but that's not real. It's
Yeah.
just totally fake.
Yeah, you're butt
you're just
fucking a lady in a
cheating.
hotel
Yeah.
room. Like, stop acting
What
like it's a
are you-
cute thing to do. Yeah, I was literally just thinking about hall passes yesterday. I was like,
Yeah.
they try to push that for a little bit. They're like,
it was a huge
hall pass.
2000s trope, as if all relationships functioned on if you're not in separate area codes, you're not married or you're engaged. Hall passes were apparently and allegedly a thing. What else was there? There was
Work wife, work
was
husband.
a
Bro,
huge thing.
That
That's
shit
right.
pisses me off.
Yeah,
I don't like that stuff
The
at
entire
all.
work wife concept is fucking weird.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's-
I understand how it arises, but it's like it's not your work wife. You're cheating on your wife.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're having an emotional relationship
You are having an emotional affair.
that's going to bleed over.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Things were weird in the 90s. Things
They
were
were.
weird.
And there was also in the 90s, it was like very in vogue. We talked about this before, but it was like very in vogue to like jailbait. The concept of like having sex with
You're
underage
absolutely right.
women
Yeah.
was just like, yo, bro, jailbait.
That's another big American Pie thing too.
Yeah.
I mean, man, they don't age well, but they are still hilarious.
Dude, they're
And
so funny.
They should remake it. They should do it again. We need. What was the last one? American Wedding. Is that what it?
I lost track. American Pie,
Yeah.
I saw that. That was like a huge thing to see when I was younger. I kind of jumped off that and Hangover. I didn't really follow The Hangover as well.
So good.
Comedies, they stopped making comedy movies. For
Yeah,
the
but
most
the
part.
whole reason I'm here is because Shane is filming Titus.
I know.
So
And now it's the emergence. It's re-emerging.
Yeah.
And that technically is a show. The comedy, the great American comedy. There was like the Farrelly brothers, all
Yes.
these people. You don't have like a comedy in the theaters.
And the weirdest thing too is that the director Todd Phillips. I mean, he made so many of those movies that I love. Old School. He made what else did he make? He made Road Trip, I think, which is an incredible film.
Road
People
Trip's
know
nice.
that. Road Trip is so good. But now and then he did The Hangover. He became filthy rich. But then he made the Joker movie, and then he made Joker 2, which is adorable. It's like a total disaster.
why did they do that?
I don't know. I mean, the Galaxy Brain case, Tarantino had a really good quote. He's like, Joker is Todd Phillips saying, the way he talks, he's like, Joker is the Todd Phillips way of saying, fuck you to the audience. And that's why it's brilliant. And I was like, I don't know, Tarantino. I think you're galaxy braining yourself into how that this shitty movie is actually really
Yeah, it
good.
sucks. Like,
It's just bad. It's just empirically bad.
I know. Even though to be like, yeah, because for me, I always think of like the movie, I guess if you have that track record, it's like people will still invest in you.
Well, that's the thing. He has fuck you money. And also, he's a super weird dude. One of my favorite books I read about Hollywood was Molly's Game. Actually, it also became a movie, which is a good movie. I think it's on Netflix. And it's about that girl who ran the high stakes poker game in Hollywood. But I ended up reading the book, and I found out Tobey Maguire is a complete and total psycho. So Toby, I had no idea. So Toby was part of the quote unquote pussy posse with Leo DiCaprio. So I knew that. But then I'm reading about these weird psychological mind games that he would play in the book. And he would, at one point, he had a quote where he's like, poker is not about winning. Poker is about destroying people's souls. And he would string people along and bring them and get them into debt. And he was constantly charging this girl, the girl who ran the games, and he was fucking with her and her livelihood. And he would take the game. He's a multi-hundred millionaire or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And he's he's charging her for using his automatic shuffling. Just weird power game shit. Like true Hollywood.
He's like an evil nerd.
Yeah,
he's like an evil nerd.
Psycho.
What the
Reading
fuck?
that book, I was like, dude, you are an actual psychopath. Like, this Seabiscuit, he's the jockey. That's it's Spider-Man. That's all I know about this guy. I was like, oh man, this is.
Well, he's probably
so
upset his
weird.
parents died when he was younger, and he had to become a superhero. Got bit by a spider.
He's got that, and then the more I learned, and then Todd Phillips is in the book too. That's what made me think
He's
of it.
nuts.
Because, he's
So this is all like
weirdo.
a biographer, basically, like digging into these
No,
people.
she wrote the book. She was like my journey running
this
the
is what he
high
was
stakes
doing.
poker
Got
game.
you.
And she was like the assistant to some rich Hollywood fuck, and he brought her to run the games. And then she got in with like Tobey Maguire. Apparently Leo came, and Toby got Leo to come. And
Pussy Posse, yeah.
Yeah, but Leo is also apparently like didn't talk to anybody and just put his headphones on the entire time while he was playing poker.
Dude, I've heard a headphone story about Leo.
I was gonna say that's that's what reminded me of the other.
Do you know the
Leo
song?
Story.
Do you know the song he listens to?
No, what is it?
Oh, dude, it's fuck. It's Time to Pretend. He listens to Time to Pretend while like
Well,
like
having
someone
sex
who's
with
wearing like basically
extremely
this.
young women. I mean, I don't get it. I mean,
Time
the
to
whole
Pretend,
thing-
dude.
What
She's 27. It's time to pretend she's 27,
Yeah,
but
right.
she's.
no younger. What's the?
I'm saying
cutoff
she's
for
18.
Leo?
He's
25.
pretending.
Oh, that's right. He's trying to pretend that she's 18.
They're trying to pretend she's 27, but she is
The
18.
whole thing is very strange. The Leo thing, I don't get it. I love Leo. He's such an incredible actor. He's got
fantastic.
great instincts. He's actually a very, very smart guy. But yeah, his personal life, it's weird. I think we
Dude,
need to call a spade a spade.
It is, and it's also one of those things where I think Bill Maher is like another avowed kind of like, yeah, I fucked 19-year-olds and I'm 65, and he's like,
No, he's
it's-
older than that. I think he's like 67, bro. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
He might be pushing 70 actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's another one where it's like, yeah, it is weird. It is definitely weird, dude, because the mental difference is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking like statistical, like think about how many standard deviations away
It's like a vampire. It's like you're an immortal vampire at that point. You're 70 talking to an 18-year-old.
18-year-old girl. Yeah.
You're kind of babysitting her.
Absolutely, you are. There's no question. I don't know, man.
And if it's like, dude, like you could be like, oh, I can make a geometric case for their breasts. It's like, all right, dude, well. Like, dude, just stop being such a pervert. Go jack off, dude. You don't have to date an 18-year-old. Just go jerk off. You don't have to like try to make it a lifestyle.
See, I love
movement.
this because this is a very just natural way of us, like, you know, bringing ourselves to being like, yeah, you know, there's actually really something about you should just get married, bro. Like, just get married. Be normal. Being normal is good. It's actually a good thing. People who aren't normal are fucking weirdos. And I mean, you know, you and I are in a unique position where you actually probably eventually get to meet some of these famous people that you see, or you just hear little things that are not coming out in the public, and you're like, oh yeah, there's a real cost to this, isn't there? You're like, and I'm like, I'm not really sure. I'm like, I don't want to fuck with this. This is not the way that I choose to live my life, and I don't really want to be associated with that.
Dude, there comes a point where you're either involved in this, like, you know, because you're absolutely right, because you get to, like, you know, they're like the rarefied air of like Hollywood and all this stuff, and it does turn into like a diabolical power game. And it's like we all have those instincts to participate in some level, but there are people who give their entire lives to, like, you know, like looking at another guy's car or being like, he got what project? Fucking motherfucker. Yeah, where's my 19-year-old girlfriend? I need to fucking eat her pussy right now to calm down. It's a real, like, weird consumerist, like, idolatry of the self. Yes. And it's like everything that I've learned, you know, in life is just like all of that is horrible and it's bad. Yeah. There's a good political, you know, thing to this too. If you stay in Washington, the thing is, lots of people who are young come to Washington, 22, 23 years old, wide-eyed, bushy-tailed, all of that. Most people burn out by 27. So I'm like in my mid-30s now, and so I'm in the cohort, like, we made it. Like, the people who actually got the job, stayed in the lifestyle and all of that. But this is also, you know, there's this cringe show, but How I Met Your Mother, and there's a very important concept that Barney lays out in that show where he's like, relationships, and I think life is like this, have off ramps like an exit, where it's like relationships is like 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 year, 25, something like that. And if you look statistically, he's not wrong. Yeah. In terms of like when divorces and breakups and all that stuff happen. But for like professional DC, or honestly any career where it requires you to give fucking everything to it, but then you start to see, one of the most important pieces of advice I got was like, look at where you are and then look at the guy who's 10 years in that same path. And I was in the White House briefing room, for example, and I was looking around. I'm like, wait a second. I'm like, I don't want to be any of you people. I'm like, I need to get the fuck out of here. I'm like, I'm like, if we're on this track, I'm like, this is a bad track. We got to get out. What was the White House briefing? Was that like when you sit and ask questions at like
that's thing? Where, well, I didn't even get to sit. I had to stand like a bitch in the corner.
Excuse me. So you're like just yelling questions.
It's horrible, man. Yeah. So actually, I'm hopeful with the new administration that we can change some of this up. So the way it works is that the White House Correspondents Association is like a cartel. And even though it's unofficial, they run everything. So all the briefing room seats are assigned by the White House Correspondents Association. I was working for the Daily Caller at the time, which is like a conservative media outlet. And if you want a seat, you have to apply. And applying takes years to get a new seat. And so if you don't have a seat, then obviously you have to get there early. So I would get there hours early ahead of time just to be able to stand in the hallway, like on the side, and you're literally crammed in up against like all these different people. There's all this jockeying, and there's like foreigners.
It's like the stock market kind of, in a way.
Literally, it's like a movie, right? And then you just sit there and you kind of like poke your hand. I was lucky because I'm tall, so I actually get my hand above. There was a short girl behind me, and she was like, "Can I get in front of you?" I'm like, "Sorry, bitch."
Yeah,
like, I got here. Yeah,
I was here at 5 a.m.
Look, it's a dog-eat-dog world. Like, get here earlier. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. That's what I'm talking about, though. I don't want to be that person. That actually sucks. Yeah. Or there was this girl who's like, "Hi, I'm shooting a documentary. I'm from England and all this, and I was just wondering if I get my shot." I'm like, "Yeah, but if you get your shot, I'm gonna get my question." So it's like, and then my boss is gonna chew my ass out, so it's just not gonna happen. It's like, and you don't want to be in that mind space, is more what I'm saying. So that's probably...
It takes a toll. It does take a toll.
Hollywood, finance, politics, all these other things all function the same way, in that if you want to be in the top 0.1% of your field, you have to give everything to it. And that's it. There's no other choice. Yeah. And, you know, people should be real with that. So if you're listening and you're like thinking, you're like, oh, I really want to do something like that, just understand what it takes. Understand what it actually takes to get there.
Oh, dude. Yeah. For sure. And dude, it's funny because I'm viewing schools now and it's like kind of related. So I'm looking at schools for my daughter. She's going into kindergarten next year. So we're like looking at, and it's like, dude, schools now are, and I think it's good, but from what I've been seeing, it's like they're educating people to like do something for everybody, to like bring something to the world, rather than like, you know, when we were in school, it was more like build yourself up so that you're a high value individual that you can just take resources for yourself and just, you know, like fuck off. And it's like, yeah, but the problem is like they sold everyone that dream, but the reality is like most people aren't going to get those.
Well, and it's not
Most people
about
aren't gonna become doctors and
Most
shit.
people don't want to do that.
True.
You don't want I'm Indian, so I know a lot of doctors. It's like, do you want to know how hellish medical school is?
Dude.
Be real. Whenever you for real. Do you want to spend 8 years in school, 4 years making shit money with $300,000 in debt, working 80, 90 hours a week, getting shit on by the attending physicians, then hoping and praying that you get, your placement or whatever for the next job. So by the time you're my age, you can finally get your first paycheck. Oh, but fuck you. Even though you get your first nice paycheck, 90% of that is going to be going to clearing off of your medical debt. And you've lived 10 years. You're probably now addicted to smoking, food, like some vice of some. There's no
for
way.
sure.
Again, you know this too. When you work really hard, it takes it all from you. You're going to be addicted to energy drinks, nicotine, whatever.
Yeah.
You need something.
Yeah.
It's not possible to do it natural.
It's
So-
true. I've gone back and
Yeah.
forth, and it's like I'm like, no, I don't need anything, and I had like a pretty harsh caffeine phase for myself. I'm
Yes.
like sensitive to it.
Yeah.
I had to stop that because I wasn't sleeping, but
How do you? Because you travel a lot, right?
Yeah.
That's brutal.
I've
The travel is
recently
brutal.
it sucks. I've
Yeah.
recently introduced melatonin. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm a very natural type. I don't want to take anything, but
Yeah.
I've succumbed to just
Interesting.
just
Can I give you a
crushing-
warning about melatonin though?
Yeah.
So Andrew Huberman says not to take melatonin.
I know, man. I know it's not good.
Because he's
I know
saying,
it's not right.
It was something about he said the label on the bottle can be anywhere between 2% and 1,000% of what's actually in there.
What?
Yeah, and he said something. Don't take my word for it, but it was something along the lines of, "I've seen them give melatonin to rats and it shrivels their balls." So
What?
he's like, "I think that it messes with
All right,
testosterone."
enough said, dude.
So
I'm done.
My opinion,
Enough said, I'm
you should
done.
stay off.
I'm off it. I'm
stay
off
off the melatonin.
I'm
That's
off
my-
it. It is I as soon as I started taking it, I was like, I get why Michael Jackson had a guy with an IV in his arm. I'm like, dude,
No, that was a whole other level, man. That's like what was it? Propofol?
Propofol. It was Propofol. But you start to dude, it's like you're just sitting there reading a book, and all of a sudden the melatonin just starts to weigh you. You're like a stone statue, and then you're just like,
Did you read about this Matthew Perry thing? Oh, it was so fucked up.
So what
I love
actually happened
Matthew
to him?
Perry. So I mean, it's really sad. I read his book actually after he died, and Perry was obviously everybody knows he was a drug addict.
Yeah.
But it's his parents. It turns out his mom was the press secretary for Justin Trudeau's dad.
What?
When he was the prime minister. Yeah, he was actually, and apparently he beat the shit out of Justin Trudeau when they were kids, which is wild.
Matthew Perry beat up Justin Trudeau.
Matthew Perry beat up Justin Trudeau.
That's kind of boss.
Yeah, it is cool. But so Perry, it turns out when he was a really little baby and he was crying, his parents would give him benzos, benzodiazepine.
What?
Really fuck. And he was like, yeah, when some of my parents' funniest stories is about me as a baby just sitting there drooling out of my mouth when they were plugging me full of benzos because I was crying. He was colicky. And so his theory of why he's so fucked up and addicted to drugs was because at a very early age that he had benzos. And he's talked about how the very first time he ever felt like anything was good in this world was when he was drunk at 14 years old. And that was the rat race. And then he becomes a fucking centimillionaire, whatever, from Friends. And that's why you can see his weight wildly fluctuate on the show because he was either drunk or he was on pills or he was on Oxy. But dude, the thing is with Perry is he died of a ketamine overdose, I believe. And they Los Angeles District Attorney filed this case against a so-called ketamine queen, and they have text messages in there of the doctor and the girl who was selling him all this illegal ketamine being like, how much can we take this rich asshole for? Charging him thousands of dollars per hit of ketamine, of which they're buying. It's
not very chill,
dude,
ketamine community.
Deeply exploitative shit, really
Dude,
bad.
I
It
have
was horrible.
I have a lot of people are really into ketamine. I have a very kind of weird thing because I knew a
Yeah,
lot
you
of
should be skeptical of that.
evil hippies who were
on ketamine.
they got addicted to that shit. They used to call it. They used to call it hippie heroin.
What's it called? K-hole, right? That's
K-hole,
what they
yeah.
say,
Well, dude, before it became mainstream, it was known people were like, oh, it's hippie heroin because they would nod out.
What does it do? Because I thought that it helps.
Dissociative.
But there's the depression aspect. There's the therapeutic aspect. And apparently he'd been having ketamine in a therapeutic setting, but then I guess he got addicted to that. And that's why he died in that hot tub, man, because, dude, and it was his assistant, his little drug assistant. They were working to procure him drugs and charge him thousands of dollars because they were ripping this guy off.
That's not right. It's called
terrible
custying
for
someone out. They're custying him. You treat them custy prices. Yeah. It's not a good thing to do. But yeah, I've heard people who swear by it. They're like, if you do because you can do they make little lozenges and stuff. So you could lay there. My brother's all about it. He's like, you lay there.
He's a big K guy.
Big
special
K guy. Big special K guy. He was really selling me on it. And it was I'm like, and I get if you're laying there, it's a 30-minute ordeal. You come out of it. He's like, it's good. It's blah, blah, blah. But then there's doctors who will prescribe you a little bit. You can just kind of have it to kind of because you can either get into a K-hole or just kind of take the edge off. And I knew like these dudes that would just snort K constantly.
Interesting.
But if you snort too much, then you'll just be sitting there like
The other K that I see signs for everywhere, and I actually don't know what it is is it kratom?
Kratom, yeah.
What is kratom? It's like
Kratom
you
is-
see signs for this everywhere. CBD,
Yeah.
we sell kratom. I don't know a single person who's ever used kratom. I don't know what kratom is.
I know it, dude.
I just know it exists, but it's everywhere. It's
Yes.
literally everywhere. It's every gas station in America.
gas stations sell like full
No,
on.
yeah.
They sell drugs, or you can sell weed legally at gas stations now. It's they did it. It's the hemp farm bill allowed THCA, which is weed. The active ingredients THC.
Is that the same as was it spice or whatever? Those
No,
can-
it's
okay.
dude. So
Well, what's
spice,
that then?
spice
Yeah.
is a synthetic. So it's like if you take Delta 9 tetrahydride, whatever it's called.
Sure.
There's the exact molecule that's illegal. Spice is like let's remove a couple carbon molecules and like a hydrogen, and now it's like very similar, but it's legal because it's not technically the same stuff. It's like an analog or whatever you want to call it.
Sure.
So what kratom is, well, with the THCA stuff, it's like like weed picked off the plant is THCA because there's a carbon molecule. That's why if you have to make brownies, you have to heat the weed up to decarboxylate it, and that's what like THC is illegal, but THC is legal. So now you can grow hemp, which is just weed,
Yeah.
with THCA, which is just THC, and it's legal, and you can sell it at a gas station. It's completely
that's not
schizophrenic.
right.
It makes no
Sorry.
sense.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. But I mean, I think it's sick. You can mail it right to your house. But
Really?
oh yeah, you can just get it mailed right
Are
to
you
you.
a big weed guy?
I was for the longest
I
time.
can smell weed in here, you know.
It wasn't
No.
me.
Okay.
It wasn't me. I know you hate it. It wasn't me.
Yeah.
That was
Like, I
you,
can
bro. You were
smell it.
blazing. Me and Saga
Yeah,
ripped
yeah.
the blunt, dude. I like that.
Don't put misinformation out there, all right? We're like, the moment I came down here, my nostrils flared. I didn't want to say anything, but I did suspect you. I'm not going to lie. I immediately suspected you.
I was a
Yeah.
big weed guy since I was like in high school through
Okay.
college.
But you quit, right? So it's a success story.
I cut it out, but here's the thing. It becomes too much, like especially when you have kids. It's like
Yeah.
I just can't. I can't be high.
Good.
Like,
Can you tell that to more people? Yeah. Huh?
Some people claim, but like for me personally, it's like having like a weird panic attack at a playground.
Yeah.
Not serving your family.
That sounds
being like,
horrible.
oh fuck, dude, that's got to be brave for my daughter.
But
right
everybody
now."
says it's chill. No, it's chill, dude. It's totally chill.
Dude,
Yeah.
the thing is, the weed's different. The weed is so
Yes,
strong
I know.
now.
Thank you. Please
It's a
continue.
different stuff, dude.
Yeah.
I've literally, I was selling weed from 2008 up until whatever, embarrassingly recently, but the whatever. I don't even
I'm
remember.
gonna call 911. I'm
Maybe
gonna call Philly
2009.
PD.
Maybe 2009.
Is weed legal in Philly?
I knew
now?
a guy who got
Yeah.
it's medical.
Okay.
I knew a guy who got caught with coke in outside of the Delaware County. And apparently the Delaware County, or like whatever township police called the Philadelphia PD and they're like, we caught this guy with cocaine. We also think he's been buying weed from Philadelphia. And dude, the Philly PD just went hung up on it. He was in the room. He was like in trouble for it.
I mean, to be fair, they have like actual problems.
Yes.
like murders. And
yeah.
shit.
And they were just like, he's like, dude, the Philly PD hung up on the township police.
They're like, dude, we don't care about that.
But it is, dude, with the dabs, it has
Yeah.
become drugified. So
Yes.
I like watched weed develop for years, like very close to it. And it was like, it became a thing that was like, dude, this is like, dude, like, it used, it was like, everyone talks about this. Like in the 70s, it was like 7% THC. Then you get like 14, 15 was
Yeah.
like, wow, dude, it's like 30. Some of them are like 28 to 30%. And it's
Right.
too much.
And they also, the percentage was that are sold to you. It's kind of like what I just said about melatonin. You have no idea
Yeah.
whether that's correctly in there or not. So yeah, let's
Well,
stay
also-
off the weed. Let me that. If
also-
you'll allow me a weed diatribe.
That's fine. I'll give
Yeah,
you one.
yeah.
What my thing is now, it's like, so now they're starting to regrow it and introduce like the, grow it so it's like only 7% with CBD.
Okay.
And that's very relaxing and it's not as psychoactive. It really can like make you, it's like the founding father weed. That's like the hemp
Right.
George Washington smoked.
Oh, is it? Okay.
It's very chill. You're not like, you might get like,
Well, he was doing opium too. Do you think other people?
Was he
should be
doing opium?
Of course, they all were doing opium back then. That's
didn't
how
know
the
that.
painkillers happen. Yeah.
True, I guess, yeah,
That's
milk
the
or poppy.
forbidden part of the 1900s, and nobody ever talks about the shocking number of opium and cocaine addicts that
Yeah.
were up until like the 1920s. Incredible amount of society was addicted to morphine, opium,
Yeah.
cocaine. You could get it readily across the counter. A lot of the doctors were going to prison because they were coke addicts and they were prescribing cocaine to different people. It's actually pretty wild.
Yeah, I think you can get it in prison. You can get like opium in prison in like the 20s. I think you could order it on commissary.
Wow.
I think so. I read a book about like an old like a burglar from like
It's really
1890s
not a bad
on.
way to spend the time. You're
Yeah.
already locked up.
Yeah, you can just gobble it up. You could just take
You just
exactly.
eat opium.
You could just gobble it up. I think it was like either the guards were selling it, but I remember the guy was saying in the book he just ordered some opium from the truck.
Well, it wasn't illegal for a long time. Yeah. I mean, it took a long time because there was a lot of, it's the same problems we have now. Like opium addicts at the time, it's like for a while they're on opium, they can't afford opium, you start robbing people to pay for your opium, and it's like, they're like, okay, we got to get rid of this.
Yeah, this is a problem.
Yeah,
dude, the kratom now is, kratom is a, it's not.
So what is it? Is
so
it
it's
a
technically
plant?
an opiate. It's a plant. It's a natural plant, but it has.
No, this is what they say about it's natural.
It is natural.
Yeah.
Weed
Yeah,
is
it's
natural.
natural. What did you just talk about? Oh, they're cross plays with this.
Yes,
40% now. It's like, that's not fucking natural.
Exactly.
Okay?
That- you're- I
that's as
think you're
natural as the red tomato in a grocery store.
I totally agree.
All right.
I think they've ruined weed. Now it's called type 2 cannabis. They're walking it back, and I think that because dude, I would just like freak out. I'm like, this sucks. This isn't fun at all. Or I do think though, and this is like a. I do like saying this to people because people get very like bullyish with weed. They'll be like, dude, fucking 5 milligram. I could take a 50 mil. It's like this because you're a dumbass. You don't have anything going on in your brain. So
it's like you've actually cooked so much of your IQ off that you no longer have the IQ to understand.
No, I'm saying
what's
naturally
happening.
they're a dumbass.
Already
They've always
naturally.
been people who
That's
can do
fair.
like 200 milligram edibles. It's like, yeah, because you're a fucking dumbass. You don't have anything going on in your mind. You're just sitting there like, you're like when like a dog gets a brownie. You're just kind of like, or you metabolize it differently. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
But dude,
definitely
the
possible.
kratom, they do snag people with the natural stuff, but it's like it mimics opiates. So people will use it to get off of like, you could be sick
It's
from
like methadone?
heroin if it was a plant. But it also is different. Like if you take a little bit, it's energizing. But if you take a lot, it's like you ate like 4 Percocets.
Get it, man.
Dude, and people get addicted to it, man. And it's
No, I do know that. That's why I brought it up, because there is a lot of this weird stuff that, like kratom, obviously weed now with the mass legalization, and nobody ever talks about it. You know, if you look at the weed graph, like over 20% of weed users are using it on a multi-daily basis.
Yeah.
So that is like, imagine if 20% of people who drank alcohol drank like straight liquor all day, every day. That's not even close.
What is the percentage of people who drink alcohol daily?
Who are daily drinkers? I think it's like 7 to 8%. Actually, by the way, I'm not putting alcohol off the.
For sure.
Yeah, it's really bad. People who are alcoholics, it ruins your life. It will kill you early. There's all this stuff. And actually, weed and alcohol, almost all vices actually have the same effect, where between like it's like the Pareto principle, where 20% can be responsible for 80%. And so 20% of weed users consume almost all of the weed. And because they're using it every single day, and it's extremely high THC and it's psychoactive. Anybody who knows anybody who's ever owned a liquor store, it's like the vast majority of your sales are going to the same like alcoholics. Honestly, it's really sad.
Yeah.
And then gambling is the same way. Like a huge percentage of casino returnees, like, people go to Vegas and they have fun, but like if you have ever spent time in a casino, like the people that come every single day are just like pissing their life.
It makes you really sad.
That's the saddest part. Like
It's so
that is
sad.
really sad.
It's so when you see, especially the old people there, and you're like, damn, your kids stopped talking to you. You've worked your whole life.
Do you have sports gambling advertisers? Do you?
Oh, big time, yeah.
Oh, do you? Okay.
You
I'll
can
say
talk
it.
whatever you want.
Okay, all right. Well, then I'll say it.
It's unfettered free speech.
Well,
You think I'm going to restrict speech at the podium?
Sorry, DraftKings and FanDuel and all these other people.
It's not those two, but
okay, good. All right. Well,
we've definitely had that before.
Oh, have you?
Say whatever you want.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm
good.
not worried about
Well,
that.
I don't want to get you in trouble, but
Can you get me in trouble?
I have become totally convinced. I don't put cards on the table. I actually like to go to the casino. I think casino gambling is really fun, but I think it's very important that I have to go to the casino to a physical location. The stats right now on sports gambling, it's just like weed, all vices, disaster. If you look at the amount of money that is being sucked out of people's pockets, it's horrible. So in September in New Jersey alone, New Jersey bettors lost $200 million gambling online, in full online gambling. They lost $400 million. They were gambling on sports, and a total of $900 million in a single month of September, just if you include also the casinos. So you can see that almost half of the money that New Jersey bettors lost. By the way, Jersey's not that fucking big. So we just talked about $1 billion that got sucked out of the market.
Crazy.
People are addicted to sports gambling, man. It's terrible. And the other thing is, if I studied, I went and I read a little bit about how casinos operate, and casino profits, like the amount that they take, is called the hold, like on a game. And the hold for DraftKings, FanDuel, and all these others is way higher, because traditional gamblers in casinos, they'll bet the money line or they'll bet the spread. But these retards on sports gambling are buying and doing all these parlays that get algorithmically pushed. You have no fucking chance of winning your parlay. Okay? Sorry, you're not going to win your parlay. Don't Don't ask me. Check the stats and look at the profits for where all these people are coming from. So, dude, mass sports gambling has been a fucking disaster. Like, you've seen domestic violence has gone up in the places where it is. Bankruptcies are up. You're seeing a huge amount of credit card debt, 25% increase amongst the people where it is legal. And actually, I just read an article about Brazil yesterday where basically it's a social transfer program where the government is cutting checks to working class people. Those people are gambling almost 40% of their paychecks away on a consistent basis. So it's like a mass wealth transfer that's happening right now. And I mean, sadly, because you can do it online, just imagine if you could take your phone out and there was an app on your phone where you could drink alcohol. Do you know how popular that app would be?
Yeah.
Imagine,
or see naked girls.
Well, that's a big one. We'll get to that next. We're going to come next. This is going to be the Killjoy podcast.
No.
But imagine if you could like suck marijuana from an app that was out of your phone. People would be addicted to that. That gambling is honestly worse.
Well, it's
than
a
both of
double
those.
addiction because the phone's addictive.
Yes,
and then
exactly.
you put addiction on
So
top
you
of
have
an addictive
algorithm, you have
device.
phones, and you have money that is now at stake. Every single state where this has happened has been an absolute nightmare. And if all you have to do, the thing is that the gambling companies legally they have to disclose all of this. So all you have to do is go and read their profit and loss statements and look how much of this is coming from the parlay bets. It's the vast majority of their profits, and yet you idiots keep signing up for it. And I get that it's fun, but it's not funny whenever your wife is like, "Hey, baby, can we buy these berries for our child?" And you're like, "Oh, I actually pissed it all away on a parlay last night." And now you have guys who are, you've seen this explosion, and people are like, "I'm gambling on women's softball or in Korea," and I'm like, "Bro, you have a problem."
Yeah.
You have a problem.
That's always been people like that's degenerate behavior. Like the Little League World Series, like you're degenerate. You're degenerate. Yeah.
You are a degen, bro. And this is my case. I think gambling should be legal. But it should only be in casinos because one of my favorite parts about going to the casino is you meet the characters. Right? You go to the craps table and you see a guy who hasn't showered in 3 days and has got his colostomy bag on. And by the way, he will teach you how to roll the dice. And so shout out to that man for showing me how to do it. But seeing him, I'm like, I don't ever want to be even in the same like universe of like whatever this dude is. But you can't see that when you're on the couch. You don't understand. You're the sucker. Last thing on this that I found out from Nate Silver's book is that if you are any good at sports gambling, you're banned. And so
that's kind of fucked up.
So if you win consistently on DraftKings or on FanDuel, they will cap your bet size to like $2. They're like, "Oh, you're allowed to bet $2.14."
That's bullshit.
Yes, but you know why? And then people are like, "I'm actually really good at sports gambling." I'm like, "Oh, how you been on the app?" They're like, 3 years. I'm like, "You're not any good at sports gambling." I'm like, "It would have banned your ass."
Yeah, that's everyone. No, I'm like breaking even basically. And it's like, they ain't fucking that.
It's like, well, first of all, you need to win 52% of your bets just to beat the house because 2% is the VIG that goes to the house.
Yeah.
But then over that, it's like look, you're not winning. If you're still gambling consistently on the apps, you have not won, and you're the sucker. That's just
what they should do. An easy amendment to this that wouldn't be such a money suck is that when you lose your gambling money, it's held from you for 6 months. They get to make money on the interest, and then they send it back to you. So you're
that
like,
would be nice, but
you're momentarily penalized.
I just read in New York.
I mean, why would they do that? They would be like, "Fuck you, we're keeping all. How about we keep all of it and make interest?"
These
off
guys are making the biggest killing in the planet, and like the best part is all the states are doing it too because they want the money. But the thing is, look, they're going to pay for it because it's one of those where you're getting this fake tax revenue. But when you have to come and send cops to Johnny's house because he went fucking broke and he beat up his wife or his girlfriend or whatever, you're paying for that. In
he's
the
blowing
community.
he's blowing off some steam.
Right. Parlay goes down. He's going to house one of those plastic bottles of whiskey from Costco.
Yeah.
And we all know what happens next.
It is weird that when jobs are scarce, like it just people just end up beating up girls. Like if there's not good stuff going on, people are like, well, I guess I have to beat up a girl now. It happens across like every culture.
It's every culture. Actually, a lot of people got mad at me on the show because I was talking about it was during one of our immigration debates. I think you talked about it a little bit actually on your show, and I was just like, look. And by the way, just full disclosure, I married into an Irish family from Philadelphia.
Oh, there you go.
All right, so I have no discrimination against the Irish, but what I'm saying is, back in the day, I think it was reasonable to be like, well, all these people are coming over here and they drank a lot of whiskey, and So here's nobody knows this. The very first thing that women did whenever they voted was ban alcohol. That's why the temperance movement was entirely driven by women.
Whoa.
And the reason why is because they were getting the absolute shit kicked out of them by their drunk ass husbands who were drinking a liter of whiskey per day on average to deal with the industrial revolution
For
and
sure, yeah.
all this. But it was also let's be honest, it was part of their culture, right?
Yeah,
and
for
so
sure.
that's what people don't forget is like that for some reason it's intrinsic. Like alcohol, gambling, and beating the shit out of your wife. It's just a package deal.
It's one big
You
thing.
are signing up for that.
Yep.
You are 100%.
It's
So
just
don't incentivize
impulses.
it.
Yeah, it's just impulses ruling the roost, and then
Yes,
eventually the
bingo.
curtain closes, and you're like,
Right. Yeah, well, really what I think it is just somebody for the first time is showing the reality of what you've done, where you can rationalize your parlays away, you can rationalize all this, but the very first time, like I just said, we're like, hey, can we pay to go see, I don't know, like I want to go see my mom next week or whatever. Can I get a flight? And they're like, no, we literally don't have any money.
yeah, or the ultimate being like, I told you the Chiefs weren't going to kick a field goal, and you're like,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up, you didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, it is funny. There is a huge because I'm all like Irish Catholic out, and it's like.
Yeah.
Like seeing someone fall at a wedding, I'm like, meh. It's like it's so normal, and like my wife would like cry. She's like, "That's not
Really?
right." And I'm like, "That's so sad." I'm like, "Dude,
My
people
in-laws
fall
and their
at wed-
family are not like
people
that.
fall
least.
at weddings. It is what it is.
I
Like,
did
stop being
see
a baby.
a really
about
funny
it.
tweet and be like, I left Dublin and I moved. I forget where they moved, like somewhere in South America or something. And they're like, and what I thought was we were all having a good time. It turns out we're just crippling alcoholics.
Yeah, like family beach trips were just like adults hammered for 7 days, and I'd just be like, all right. And then the kids would get hammered. They would
East
pass
Coast
out.
beach culture is weird.
Oh, it's
I'll
crazy,
tell you
dude.
this.
It's crazy.
I had no exposure to it because I grew up here. But yeah, I went to went to Rehoboth, which is like the nice beach, right?
Mm-hmm.
But even then, I'm like, man, these ladies are hammering Tito's at like 9 a.m. in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, there's some crazy shit going down. on
East
the
Coast
right
beach
now.
culture is like it's like quiet. It's not like as like cool like Margaritaville. It's just people just quietly
DJing.
My
Just
uncles,
sitting there,
my uncles would be like, they would all joke. They'd be like, ah, man, who's gonna crack the first one? They'd be like, I don't give a shit, I'll do it. And you just crack a Coors Light. Now they don't let you drink on the beaches like that.
Really?
Yeah, they're
I
ticketing
saw a lot of people doing it.
Well, in the
Well, they're
Jersey
doing it in the
Shore.
solo cups.
That's what I'm
so-
saying.
Okay.
They used to, and they'll still come around and police you. I grew up going to Sea Isle, and dude, it was just beers, whatever.
Really?
Now it's like you have to have a cup, and they'll come around if you have alcohol in your cup. They'll write because they can just write you a fine because everyone's going to drink on the beach.
Of course they are. Yeah. Well, and this is where my like nanny state instincts kind of. I'm like, all right, well, fuck off. All right, people are also on the beach, and that's just a money grab for what we need rules. But really, what it is like, we just need a better culture around this stuff because we just got to acknowledge the downsides, right? That's all I'm asking. Everybody's asking like, sports gambling is the greatest thing ever. It's about freedom. You're gonna get, and look at their ads, right? They're like, you're gonna get rich. You'll join free $15.
No, we'll give you $500 for $5.
$5, a $500 deposit. I'm like, once again, bro. Like, have you ever been to a casino? That shit doesn't get built based on winners. Like 99% of the people who walk out of there are fucking losers. The odds that it are you is almost 99%. So,
Well, I think the gambling companies would be happier doing this because they do that little disclaimer, like, by the way, guys, if in case you have
but
a
that's
problem.
mostly bullshit, and a lot of it is because they're required by the state to put it in there, and then what the states do is they take part of these losses and they fund these gambling. But it's like you are the receipt. The rise in sports gambling addiction has created the need for these gambling addiction centers. So it's like just don't have it in the first place.
Well, the weirdest part about gambling
Yeah.
addiction is that it's not even about winning or losing. Like I forget, I read
they
some
like
book-
when they lose. That's
That's
the
the
craziest
fucked up
part.
part.
They love it when they lose.
or it's more
Yeah.
like the flow state of
Yes.
just being like it's not the winning or losing.
Absolutely.
It's just going from thing to thing, and your brain's totally
Dude,
focused on something.
again, I get it. I like it. I love to play baccarat.
See, I don't like to gamble.
Yeah.
I've
Oh,
never.
man.
I'm just filled with anxiety the whole time when I
love
win.
games of chance. Poker is more actually. I think I could justify poker because I wouldn't even really call it gambling, although it is technically like kind of a game of chance. But there's a lot of strategy and math. Obviously, like the famous Rounders quote, it's like the same 10 people may end up at the finals for a reason. It's not a game of fucking chance. Whereas if you go to blackjack competitions or baccarat competitions, it's fucking you get lucky. All right,
Yeah.
Like, that's how it works. I see the appeal of both, but. There is something. This is where I'll flip the script, man. The magic of the cards, like when the baccarat thing.
That's
and
exactly
you're
what
just
it
like,
is.
You're like 9, 9, 9, 9. You're just sitting there. That moment, the
Yeah.
anticipation.
And it's fun.
And when you hit it, oh my God.
it's so
Oh my
fun.
God,
Yeah, it's
so
unbelievable. Well, it's also
But I play like $15 tables in Charlestown, West Virginia, next to toothless Chinese women who are getting their Chinese ash on my. I prefer, honestly, I'd rather be around them. I love them. Shout out to the.
Yeah.
You always want to gamble with Chinese, if you're playing Baccarat, Chinese and Vietnamese. They know what's up.
That's a good
Yeah,
idea. That's a
yeah.
good call.
And the less teeth they have, the more good at the game they are. They've
I
got
could see that.
patience. They have all these superstitions about dragons and colors and
That's the thing
Yeah.
though, man. Because I was like sitting there one time backstage at a comedy show, and they were like playing dice like in the green
Yeah.
room as like they had this little box, and I was like, it is just people interacting with magic. People
No,
are
it is
attracted to
magic,
gambling.
yeah.
It's just
It's magic.
It's like a divine thing. You're like,
Yes,
oh,
and everybody. Craps is also definitely the most fun in the game in the casino. Although it is minus EV every single bet on the craps table. So, but when you play, the magic of it is it's a crowd's game because, and I love craps gurus, right? Like I was talking about the diabetic guy, and he's like, yeah, he threw it over here, threw it over here. It's like the first time he throws to the right, he's gonna roll 7, which means we all get fucked. So he's like, he about to roll that, take your bet off, and I was like, all right, got it. And he was right. And I was like,
dude,
shit.
my only time
They know
playing
something.
craps.
They know something.
My only time
Yeah.
playing craps, a guy was like, just do what I do, and I
Yeah.
was up $1,300 very quickly.
Holy shit!
Very quickly.
1,300.
Very quickly.
Whoa!
And I was
You're
just
playing
like,
higher stakes than I am, man.
I think
Yeah.
I was just drunk too. And just like, ugh, it's fine. And then I got cocky. I was like, I know what's going on. As soon as
Right,
I
yeah.
started doing my
Boom,
own
gone.
bets,
Yeah.
I was back down to 600. I just picked it up and I was like, thank you, sir, and just walked. I was like, I'm fucking
I mean,
out.
you left up. That's that's. A
I will
victory.
do that.
Yeah.
I'm ruthless at a casino. If I win $100, I'm
Yeah,
out.
good.
I'm like, get me the fuck out of here. I just won $100.
But it could be 200.
That's to
And
me.
then
I'm
5.
like,
yeah,
I get so disgusted when I lose.
yeah.
The
I'm the
feeling
same
I
way.
get, I'm like, I think about just them just like taking like the time I spent into like work and life, especially when I was like just working a job
Yes.
where I was like, I could be like, oh, that was a day of my life.
Yes.
And I would just think of that just getting like sucked into a vault with just a huge
To
chamber
pay
of money.
for free drinks for these fat alcoholics who are like
It would kill me.
just sitting in the slot machine like.
No, it would fucking kill me. The worst part is I don't really gamble much anymore. But it was like when I first did it, I was in Vegas for my cousin's bachelor party, and he was like, do this, do that. And I won the first 4 times I gambled. I won every
What
time.
game was it?
Blackjack. And I would just win. I'd win
Very
like,
high variance game though. That's the problem.
I'd
You
win,
get
like-
fucked so easily.
dude,
Yeah.
I'd win like $200, and I'd win 200. I'd just get
Yeah,
right the
you
fuck
should get
out.
it.
And I would
Yeah,
spend all my code was every dollar I won gambling, I'd spend it on everyone around me immediately.
Ah,
And
I
it
like that.
worked.
Yeah, you got to spread the love. You got to get the
You have
juju.
to.
You need the luck.
Just exactly. And then like I tipped the dealers heavily, and then like I like was like, I think I'm good at blackjack, and I instantly lost like $700 so fast, dude.
Oh yeah, the fat
Like 15 minutes, I was just
Oh yeah,
out.
because that's what they do. Because it's a high variance game, and they know they can wipe you out way before you're going to wipe them out.
Oh,
so
yeah.
what they want to do is just deal all those hands per hour. And already blackjack, I think blackjack is a 51-49 game. I'm pretty sure, even with perfect base. Were you playing basic strategy like perfect?
No idea
All right,
what the
so
fuck
there
I
you
was
go.
doing.
There you
There was a
go.
guy,
Yeah,
no idea.
yeah.
And there'd be guys like, dude, you got to hit. And I'm like, no.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they get mad at you.
get
Actually, yeah,
furious.
if you don't play basic strategy correctly, because if you fuck it up, you're gonna fuck the whole shoe up for the entire table, and so
Yeah.
they get very upset.
They were very displeased with me, but I was like, bro, this is not my problem. We're not on
Yeah.
a team.
This
You're not
is
sharing your money
Gamblers
with me.
know this. This is Gen Pop shit. You're like, like, you got this Gen Pop shit.
I'd be like, dude, we're not on a fucking team. We're not splitting this money. This is my call. And I would,
No, but it is a team because if you fuck the math up, then he's gonna hit it. He's gonna get the wrong card because he's playing math and you're not, and so that's
Exactly.
what screws. But Dana White
That's
has
his
a
problem,
theory.
man.
Yeah, Dana White is like sometimes you got to go to war with the shoe, and you got to. He's like you got to turn basic strategy on the shoe. I was like, I don't really think that's how math works, but I mean, he's super rich, so he doesn't care.
yeah. I heard he likes to gamble
Oh, he's
heavily.
me and my friends who like to go to the casino, we will hype ourselves up with Dana White clips. Yeah. It's just like because he has like a love of the game. Like he's like I'm rich as hell. I can get on the jet and I can go anywhere else. If my kids are gone, I'm going to the casino.
Yeah.
He's just like that's what I do. It's what I do.
It's just
for
scary.
fun.
Once you're that rich, you have to play with big sums to excite
Oh, yeah,
yourself.
he plays for millions. Like
I
I think
know.
he said his dream is to play $1 million per hand on baccarat. $1 million a hand. He said I think the highest he's gotten is like 300,000. To be fair, one of the reasons they probably won't let him, and that's one of the reasons I like baccarat, is baccarat is an actual 50-50 game.
That's what I thought. I thought
so
it
the
was like
house
the-
edge is like 0.05%. So you actually have pretty. I mean, you have like good odds, but like you did better than fucking blackjack
For
or
sure, yeah.
Any of these, especially crap. Craps is a shit show. It's the most fun game in the casino, but every single one of the games, like I said, is minus EV. You're almost certainly going to lose money, like whenever you play,
Damn.
especially in the long enough timeline. So if you do win, like you just get out of there.
Get
like,
out,
Just be
yeah.
like, if you're up, like if you have 100 and you won 200, get the fuck out.
Balls
like
out, yeah, yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
Same with roulette. Do not play 000 roulette. That is the biggest scam in the entire casino.
What's 000?
So on roulette, if you could just bet black or red, the way that the house has its edge is in the old days, they had a green 0. So after a while, the casino execs were like, what if we had 2 zeros? We're like, maybe these idiots in Vegas and people are drunk and they're like, oh, there's only 2 zeros.
I don't even think about the zeros.
Like, bro, the math goes from like 49% or whatever to like the house edge goes from like 1 or 2% to like 7%. And then after a while, they couldn't add 3 zeros. So they added like whatever the casino. No, they added a third one. So they go 0, then 00, and then they have like the MGM logo on the wheel. So now the edge is like 11%.
I thought you were saying they added 1010 and then a third, but it was a 00.
No. So there's a 0, then there's a 00, and then there'll be like MGM or Caesars or
just
whatever.
A blank space.
You're just pissing your money away. Like people, there's the meme. It's like if you win, you're like put it all in black or whatever. Like, well, check the zeros because if there's 000, you're fucked. All right, like you have not good odds,
dude. That's the. You know what I've done though with poker or not poker. The last couple times I've been in a casino environment for like stand up or something. A lot of times they give you chips.
Really?
So something I've had fun. They'll be like they'll give you like a couple. Like
just let me know the dates. I'll come with you. Yeah.
They'll give you like $100. They'll give you like $100.
Oh man, yeah.
You could break that down.
We could turn that. Yeah, we could turn it into 150. Yeah. We'll turn it into 150.
Dude, what I started doing is when they give me chips, I put it on. I go to roulette or blackjack. I put it all on one hand, and if it wins, I give it to the dealer. So here you go.
I love that.
It's kind of a fun thing.
Nice.
And if I lose, I go, hey man, whatever.
Yeah.
Feels good.
That does, yeah. I mean, they make, dude, the people they have to deal with. Like, what a shitty job. Like, I'm sure they make a lot of money, at least some of them, but probably the good ones. But oh god, I can't imagine. You're dealing with the absolute like dregs of humanity.
Especially like at their worst, like fucking up and like being like,
I hate that too when people get mad at the dealers and they're like, it's your fault. Like, you're not.
I know that guy sucks.
I'm just like, dude, fuck you. But then you also don't really want to do anything because you're like, this guy's kind of crazy. So I'm not gonna be a whole white knight. Like, you put your hands on maybe, but like up until that, you're like, I'm just like, can we get security over here?
Yeah, dude, it's I've never got bit by the gambling bug, man.
That's good. That's a good
tried to be a bookie for a while.
Whoa.
I tried, and it was just like...
Yeah, but where were you getting your lines from?
It was like my friend knew another book. It was like a sub bookie thing where I was like sending them kind of just bets, basically. But it was my job to like collect them all.
Really?
It was just my friends. It was just my friends. And then
but what about when they don't pay?
So here's what happened. They were like, I don't watch sports like that, so I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So they would just, if they lost, they would call they would just leave me voicemails all weekend, being like, put another one, and they just kept doubling down. And then eventually, like, some of my friends owed me money, and I just got to the point where I was like, I'm not taking your money for this. And I just like told the guy, I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I just felt bad. Like, if you like sell something to somebody, that's like, yes, you gave me that, but to be like, yo, the Bears lost, you owe me $250. I was like,
and you actually have to collect it too.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't want to do. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's the big thing, man.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, East Coast sports gambling culture has always been there. I don't know. I mean, I grew up here. I don't remember thinking or hearing like other parents. I guess I grew up in a Bible Belt area, so they wouldn't be doing it. But I don't remember a lot of money changing hands on college football. But now these days, college football is actually even more where the action is.
I could see
because
that,
it's like there's the mismatches or whatever. There's like underdogs, and for somebody who hates gambling, I know way too much about gambling.
It's a love-hate relationship. Yeah. It's that and weed too. You don't know a lot about weed. You don't know a lot about weed though.
I don't know a lot about the experience of weed, but
have you ever smoked weed?
I think I smoked weed when I was very drunk when I was in college once. Okay, and that's pretty much it.
That makes sense. That's fair.
Yeah.
What'd you blaze?
I don't know. I mean, dude, you're at a party.
Blue Dream.
Somebody passes you, whatever. It probably was fake. It was probably like not even marijuana. It was like somebody's grass that he'd bought off of somebody else and got ripped off.
Dude, the K2 is big in prison. That's like the stuff you're talking about, Spice.
I know.
And that fucks people. I have friends that are like...
lose their minds.
Yes, dude.
Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. I think these guys, they'll do anything. Like speedballs and shit. And I have friends that are like... Bro, the K2 is fucked up.
Really?
You're in jail. You're in like the county jail, and you just blaze K2 and have like an absolutely satanic experience. He's like, dude, it's for real. Like terrifying.
I think I saw some videos about that. For some reason, my YouTube feed has been pushing me a lot of prison content. You can go down a serious rabbit hole of prison tube. Shout out to Johnny Mitchell, by the way, the Connect. You should have him on your show. Actually.
What do you do?
He's a comedian. He's like 6'7", but he does this show called The Connect, where he interviews when he went to jail as a weed dealer, and he interviews like other people who were drug dealers, and then also talks about their prison experience. So I actually did a show. He actually likes politics. That's why we talked a little bit. But some of his content is really good,
Dude, it's the best.
he interviews like high level drug kingpins.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, tell me about the story, but then also like, what was it like to be in federal prison or whatever?
Yeah.
What a nightmare.
That's,
Like,
dude,
yeah.
I just finished a book about an LSD dealer who got caught in the early 90s. So he got sentenced for like 20 years.
Whoa.
He never even got caught with acid. It was just all, he was doing Western
was
Union
conspiracy.
transfer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right,
exactly. Got a conspiracy charge, 20 years. And it was he was in jail during the race riot, like the crack laws.
Sure.
And he had a altercation with a lieutenant, like one of the guards, and he was a white guy. And when the crack riots happened, it was just black inmates having riots or doing riots, and the lieutenant was like, he incited the riot, sent him to fucking Marion, which is like a super max, and he had to do like, I think like 3 years in Marion. Before he ended up only doing 5 years out of the 20 years.
Right.
But
Well, I think everyone likes prison content because it's like, what would I do?
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
I thought about that too. I'm like, well, I'm not white, not black, not Hispanic, and everything's
you're
racial
another.
in
You'd be
prison.
another. You're
An
another.
other?
Another. That's what it's called.
But how many others are there?
Not a lot,
The other
bro.
Indians in prison are going to be like doctors for Medicare fraud. You know, they're like, hello, doc. You know, like,
I think it's called others. I think you're it's just like Inuit,
yeah,
Indian,
Inuit.
Yeah, it's like
Actually, they're probably pretty good, right? They can
yeah,
fight.
exactly.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
jacked.
They're
but
good. They're good
your
with
numbers.
blades.
Your numbers are not great.
No, it's not good.
So yeah, I think it's like I got so deep into prison shit,
Right.
but it's like
So then what would your strategy be? My strategy would be getting my parents to put money on my books,
Yes.
right? And then we pay the others for protection.
that's the big thing
Or-
you can do.
okay.
My plan was always to pay the Muslim Brotherhood.
Oh,
So it's like
I
you can
it.
pay the
All
Muslim
right.
Brotherhood to
Okay.
protect. But then it's like, yeah, it is like racial. In
But I
prison.
could fake it and I could just grow my beard and say that I was Muslim, right?
Yeah, and you can get
I
a
could go with
good.
that.
You can get the Muslim diet too.
Oh,
You'd have to
is
answer
the
a few
halal
questions.
food. The halal food is better.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
do the kosher diet. That's a big thing.
Really?
If you can prove like you're Jewish, and you're allowed to switch your religion every like 6 months or so to get a different diet. I swear to God.
I read that Ramzi Youssef, who was the World Trade Center bomber, the '93 bomber. He apparently stayed in his cell for like 10 years straight. Whenever, because he refused to do a strip search because he said it violated his religion. But then apparently he was like, okay, I'm now converted to Christianity.
What?
But apparently the warden and all of them don't believe him. So it's set up for, I don't really know what's going on, but I think he has started to he's finally left his cell after 13 years to
He's
go.
a Christian now.
Well, he claims he's Christian.
Are
Who
they
knows? Yeah.
gonna scope out his butthole, or like he's like, all right, I'm ready.
Well, I think you have to do that thing where you, with the squat and cough or whatever.
Yeah.
He refused to do it. He's like, I won't do it. So he literally, and man, he did not leave his cell in Supermax in ADX Florence or whatever
What?
for like 13 years. Like it was totally crazy.
And
Yeah.
after 13 years, he's like,
I think, bro.
Kind of
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable. It's like you spent 13 years. You literally you have never left. And you're like, okay, I'm
that's
done
so
with this.
impressive.
Yeah.
I would make 13 minutes, and I'd be like, you know what? I'm just gonna show this guy my asshole and get it over with.
You know, they say they sleep a lot. That was the interesting thing.
Yep, that's a big
But you
one.
can train yourself to sleep 12 hours a day. But it's
Yeah.
like, what do you do all day? You know, even when you're awake, like that just sounds
You work
terrible.
out, sleep a
Yeah.
lot, and
In your
try to-
cell?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
right. Yeah, and it's the guy in the book I read about the LSD dealer, Joel Blazer. He was saying like he got schooled on like masturbation techniques.
Whoa.
Yeah, like just nothing
Yeah.
hands on. He said he never
Right.
was a punk. That was his term.
A punk.
But he was like going into it, how like you like use a sock and you flip it inside out, so you're hitting like more of the soft area. And then at the very end, he said you'd apply force to the under part of your head. And he's like, and it's so funny him writing. It's like my orgasms were intense and powerful, and it's like, damn.
Yes. Yeah.
But-
I mean, that's all he's got. Did you watch the show Escape at Dannemora? It's on Netflix. It's really good. It was created by Ben Stiller, and it's Benicio. It's Benicio, and then the guy from There Will Be Blood, the guy who's the twins. Anyway,
Yeah.
Paul Dano. That's his name. Paul Dano.
Okay.
And so those two are inmates who like basically sweet talk this woman, this like obese prison worker, and then they both start a relationship with her, and they get her to smuggle in tools, and then they literally tunnel out of the prison. It's a real life story. It happened in 2015. So I watched the show. It was a fantastic, really good acting. And then I went and read the real story. Dude, it was wild. Like it's a high. They're both in there for murder. Like one guy literally murdered a police officer. The other guy like butchered and kidnapped an old man for money. These are like no shit killers.
Yeah,
locked up in this high security prison in I think it was in North New York, like upstate
like
New York.
The Adirondack, up there.
Yeah, it was in the Adirondacks.
Yeah,
and so they were up there, and they were able to get her to smuggle in like hacksaw blades. They cut their way out of their cells, were able to make their way like through the pipes and everything, use a sledgehammer, hammer through multiple walls, and then cut a hole in a drain pipe or whatever, crawl through the pipe, come up out on the other side, crawl through a manhole, and they were on the run for like 23 days. One guy almost made it to Canada. They shot him like 10 miles from the Canadian border. Yeah, one guy was killed. The other guy, sorry, spoiler alert.
What year was this?
2015. It wasn't that long. Yeah, dude, it was like
they shot him at the. Well, I guess if he's that high profile.
Well, they were. A trooper was like, "Hey, who are you?" And he just like took off running. And the other guy apparently was like a drunk. And they would find like hunting cabins, and he would just be like, "All right," and just grabbing whiskey. He was just
like a bear. He was like a bear.
He literally was like a bear. That's a good way of putting it.
He's like Winnie the Pooh. He was just walking around.
Yeah. So that the other guy left him. He was like, "Fuck this dude." He's like turned into a drunk. He's just never gonna make it. And then
he's not gonna make anything of himself.
And so then he got killed, and then the other guy actually almost made it to Canada.
Damn.
And, I know. He almost. The weird part of the show is it's structured really well. The first like 6 episodes, you're really rooting for the prisoners, and then before you get to the last episode, they do a flashback that shows what they did, and you're like, wait, fuck these guys. Like, this is terrible. Because you don't know what they're in there for. You know they're in prison, but then they're like, oh, he literally murdered a cop. And then the other guy, like, kidnapped this man and tried to extort money from him and fucking, like, butchered him and cut him up into little pieces. You're like, dude,
his parlays didn't work.
Yeah, you're right. I'm like, we gotta get this guy out of here. I'm like, this is not good.
Yo, guys, welcome to the advertisement portion of the podcast. I'm on my motherfucking Assassin's Creed shit right now. You guys can't even see me. I was doing this earlier to ensure audio quality because I'd fucked up the audio of the ads because I was recording through my laptop like a dumbass. Now I kind of like the look now that I got my phone out. All right, guys, here, big thing, and I try to add some tranquil music to the ads because it's kind of jarring. You're just listening to a podcast. You give your brain over to the podcast, and out of nowhere, it's like, hey, listen up, we got enough. And it's like, fuck, man. Fuck, how about a heads up? So what we're doing, we're going to add a little gentle music. You can kind of get in the zone. You can chill. You can kind of use this time to kind of drift off, whatever you want to do. But we are going to do the advertisements. And I got to say, here's my number one advertisement right now. I fucked up and I'm doing shows. Well, hear me out here. I failed to promote my shows in the Irvine Improv, SoCal. I'm so fucking SoCal. I forgot to do the ads or make a flyer for the Irvine show. Oops, my bad. It's next weekend. Thanksgiving weekend, Friday, November 29th, Saturday, November 30th. 2 days, faux shows. Come out to motherfucking Irvine Improv. And I'll be honest, I'm not just saying this because I'm doing a show. I love Irvine. Irvine was the first place I went to in California. And I was telling someone recently, I'm like, I fucking love Irvine. And they lived in LA and like, are you kidding? Are you trying to be funny? I'm like, no, why? And apparently everyone from LA just snubs Irvine. Like, I would never. Fuck you guys, dude. Irvine rules. LA's fucking bullshit. Irvine, we're talking Laguna Beach, we're talking motherfucking Newport Beach, conservative ass stronghold down there in SoCal, dude. Shit. Come out. I love Irvine. It's literally the first place I went to in California. I'm very excited to go there. I'm gonna bring my whole motherfucking family. We're all gonna do Thanksgiving out there. It's gonna be sick. So Irvine Improv, Friday, November 29th, Saturday, November 30th. Let's go. Let's show these LA fucking pussies, dude, who's really fucking SoCal. They're not fucking SoCal. They're north of Irvine, bruh. This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. Take a moment to say thank you to someone in your life, including your therapist if that's someone you'd like to shout out. If you have multiple reads this month, perhaps highlight someone different each time. Well, let's see. Last week, I highlighted my mommy. I'm thankful for my mommy. I was going to do my daddy this week. I'm very thankful for my daddy, but you know what? Know who I'm going to thank this week? Our almighty creator, guys. How awesome is God? Come on now. How awesome is the fact that you can call it the Big Bang, whatever you want to call it. The universe was created out of an infinitesimal, however you say that, a teeny tiny, incomprehensibly small void, nothingness. And the universe has exploded out of nothingness, and that nothingness is the substratum of all that exists today, and it still exists in the universe. And that's basically God. How awesome is that? Thank you so much for that. I'm so grateful. Guys, this month is all about gratitude, and along with the the cosmic deity I just shouted out, there's another person we don't get to thank enough, ourselves. It's sometimes hard to remind ourselves that we are trying our best to make sense of everything, and in this crazy world, that isn't easy. Here's a reminder to send some thanks to the people in your life, including yourself. And that this is the time for a personal endorsement. That's what they're asking for. Yeah, I think, therapy is good. You gotta do something, man. You gotta get outside of your ego. That's the thing that's keeping you in, your egoic struggles of just, I want more, I'm not enough. Blah, blah, fucking blah. And therapy is one conduit to escape yourself and to try to forge a better life. Or you can just become one with your creator. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapist at any time for no additional charge. Let the gratitude flow with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/MSSP today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/MSSP. PrizePicks is the best place to get real money sports action. That's right. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, PrizePicks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 or more players for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. Run your game all season long on PrizePicks. Guys, PrizePicks is the only real money daily fantasy platform with an injury insurance policy, so your lineup stays in play even if one of your players gets injured. If your player leaves in the first half for whatever reason and doesn't return, PrizePicks keeps your lineup live. Sign up today to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. What? It's guaranteed. Think Justin Jefferson will get more than 83.5 yards next week? It's a pretty good guess. Lamar Jackson will pass more than 1.5 TDs? Oh man, cook up hot takes with your friends and win real money this football season when you and your crew run your game on PrizePicks. What's better than you and your crew, dude, just cooking up hot takes and running your game on PrizePicks? Download the PrizePicks app today and use code DRENCHED to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code DRENCHED on the PrizePicks app to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, run your game. Lucy is made for your nicotine routine and delivered straight to your door. They don't deliver it to your window or just kick it onto your lawn. Guess where they bring it? To your door. It's amazing. Guys, it's 100% pure nicotine and always tobacco free. Lucy isn't like every other nicotine pouch company that's owned by Big Tobacco. They're like the mom and pop shop of pouches. Have you ever heard about breakers? They are the nicotine pouches with an extra surprise. Each pouch holds a capsule that can be broken open to release extra flavor and hydration in case you're thirsty. Break a pouch. If you know your pouches, you know that the nicotine doesn't hit in immediately, and neither does the flavor. The geniuses at Lucy came up with a brilliant way to fix both those problems. They put a mini liquid capsule inside each breaker's pouch. And I haven't tried the breaker's pouch, but I'll be honest, Josh Cabazzo, one of our producers, Josh is one of my favorite people. He is the absolute fucking man, by the way. He tried a breaker pouch on this very episode, while he was recording it. And Sagar gave him one. He had one as well. And Josh was raving about it. I forgot all about it. He's like, dude, that shit was fucking awesome, by the way. He liked it. So I can't give you a personal endorsement. I haven't tried it, but Josh has tried it and I trust his word. And he loved the liquid surprise. Let me tell you guys, he said it perked him right up. Guys, let's level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/drenched and use promo code DRENCHED to get 20% off your first order. Lucy has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. Again, that's lucy.co and use code DRENCHED to get 20% off. And here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age. And every order is age verified. Warning. This product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. Yes. You know what we all need to get more of? Off our ass. With bold flavors and a refreshing citrus kick, Mountain Dew will get you off your ass and have you feeling like you're on an actual mountain. A mountain where the weather is always perfect, your friends are ready to hang, and a day of epic proportion awaits. They gotta fire the guy who wrote that fucking piece of shit paragraph. Guys, but guess what doesn't suck? Look how fucking blue that is. What is this? Voltage? Look at this. Look at that shit, dude. You can put this in a Windex bottle and go, it's like, no, I'm just drinking Voltage, everybody. Don't you squirt it right in your mouth. People go, this motherfucker's crazy. And you go, maybe I fucking am. Let's get off our ass together, brother, and hang on the perfect mountain. A day where epic proportion awaits. That's what I like. That's the kind of fun times I like to have with my friends, guys. When we all drink our Voltage and our Baja Blast, you know what game we play? You know what fun and competitive social activity we engage in that I'd like to talk to you guys about? Let me tell you guys, man. Look, when we drink regular Mountain Dew, I told you already, we wrestle. When we drink the fucking blue ass, look how fucking blue this shit is. When we drink this, oh my God, dude, we play a secret game. Me and my friends, we play a secret game in which, how do I say, we all take our turn doing something fun. And the last person to, dare I say, arrive at the party has to chug the Voltage full of, you know what the fuck I'm saying. You guys don't even know what's going on there. Voltage Mountain Dew. What the hell is I? Sorry guys, I blacked out. I don't even know what the hell I was talking about. Guys, the mountain is calling. You should answer. Grab your friends. Grab an ice cold Mountain Dew wherever refreshing beverages are sold and do the do.
Yeah, the prison culture shit is like fascinating, man.
Absolutely.
I've wanted. I like almost. I'm glad I've
You
never
wanna
went,
go.
but I kind of was like, damn. I kind of wish like
How much weight were you moving then when you were selling marijuana?
decent amount.
Like pounds?
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah.
So you
Like,
could have gone. You actually could have gone.
I could have went to jail. In Philly, it was
Yeah.
like you could have 5 pounds and you wouldn't really. You could like get locked up, but you wouldn't do like a sentence at
Okay.
a certain point. But that's what I've heard. But like before though, like in the like the 2000s, it started getting more lax. By the end of it, nobody was going to jail for weed. Even like the cops would find a half pound of weed on you and
They
just
just
be like,
don't care.
Jesus Christ, and just take it and make the fuck out of here.
How does it all work though? Like in terms, not the cost. So were you selling to other dealers because you had enough?
Yeah, eventually it was like I would
Right.
do both. You would get like the way it would work is you'd have to like. I remember I like saved all my money so hard, and I eventually saved up $1,600, and I bought a half pound, and then I
Okay.
got to like actually make money off of it.
Yeah.
And then eventually I started. You just get it fronted to you. You like find somebody that would front me like 30 pounds of weed.
Yeah, that is the interesting thing I read from Johnny's podcast. Is like there's a lot of consignment,
A lot of
in
consignment.
the drug business,
And then double consignment. I would get something from it and double consign it to other people, and then you have to kind
But
of
what
like,
if he doesn't pay you, and then you got to pay the guy?
you tell them, hey man, if I'm falling on tough times.
Did you,
That's the thing. It's like you're never supposed to meet that person, like the top level person, because they want to keep like an air of like, because they're gonna tell the guy like, yo,
Right.
tell him I'm fucking murderer. But I met the guy.
Really?
It was it wasn't.
Were you ever physically threatened? Did you ever see weapons?
I got robbed at gunpoint. Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
What was that like? What happened?
It was surreal. It was
Yeah.
like I got threatened with a club one time. That was embarrassing. I gave in to the club just outside. This guy was like, I want to fucking hit you with this. And I was like, all
Like
right,
what
dude.
kind of club? Like a handmade
Like a
club? or
wooden, just a fucking like a 1920s police officer baton, dude. He was like, but I was in West Philly, like trying to buy
you did the
Percocets.
right, you did the right thing.
Yeah, and there was like 7 guys around me, and I was like, seriously, guys, where are my Percocets? And they were like, dude, we'll fucking bash your brains in. And I was like, all right, you guys can keep the $200. You win this round. But yeah, it was that. And then I had a guy one time, he got robbed and blamed it on me. I think he just took my money, but he came out, like we were in an apartment. He was like, something's got to, he like cocked a gun and walked towards me. And I was like, oh shit. That time it was just like, everything just goes super slow. I remember just being like very slow, terrified too. People were like, dude, if someone pulled a gun on me, I'd fight. It's like, I was frozen, totally frozen.
Yeah,
Just
it's
like,
fight or
what the fuck?
flight. Yeah, it's
Exactly.
totally crazy.
Second time,
You got robbed twice.
Oh, well, that time I got like, I like paid this guy money to go get something and bring it to me. And he's like, I got robbed after you gave me the money. And I was like, bro, it's fine. I was like, it's all good, man. He's like, nah, man, this is fucked up. And he just fucking like cocked a gun and like walked. He was like, did you do it? And I was like, how the fuck what are you talking about?
Oh, like you
Did I
would
set
have
him up?
set him up. Right,
I was like,
right.
why would I do that?
Oh, man.
Whatever. But that was the whole thing. And then the second time I was in an apartment, and it was like someone had owed me a bunch of money, and I was bringing them more stuff. So I had like the money they owed me and like about 4 pounds of weed, and he was like, going to give it to some other guy. And then this just dude comes up in a ski mask with the kid who was like supposedly his customer, and the kid set it all up. But that one, I was like, I remember everything slowed down again, but I was able to read their faces. And the kid I knew was very much afraid. And the other kid, I was like, he's pretending to be afraid. And then once the guy with the ski mask left with all the money and stuff, I was like, you did that.
Did you beat him up?
I started choking him.
Good.
Pretty badly.
Yeah,
and then the kid I knew was like, stop it. Because I was in like a blind rage. I was, you're almost just, you have like a gun in your face. You're terrified.
That's horrifying.
And I was just fucking just holding this kid's neck. Like, I know you fucking did that. And the kid's like, stop. And like, thank God I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't think I wasn't like violent like that though. I was never. That was the only time. It was like almost all my money.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it was pretty.
How did you
fucked
get
up.
out of this? What got you out of it?
This podcast,
Really?
This
Is that
podcast.
really?
I wasn't on Percocets. I was selling them. I never.
Oh,
I
you were
was
selling Percocets.
I'm not a vice. I was never really like a vice-ridden man.
Got it.
Porn, obviously,
So you
has
were
been
a
my
true
downfall.
you were a true leech on society.
I was absolutely. Yeah, I had no.
You honestly should have gone to prison. I'm not gonna lie. I think you owe 3 years of your life to the state.
I think I should actually.
Yeah.
But now I do service through high-paid
That's true.
podcasts.
No, yeah, that's right. You're doing a service.
But I do. I honestly. It's not like a sexy tale because usually you have the redemptive arc of like, and then I got caught. But
Right.
I was pretty principled. Like I remember like I was like, pills are evil. I didn't know anything about them. I'm like, oh, these are very addictive. Coke, I was like, this stuff's no good either. But weed, there was a thing where it was like, this is good for people. Because I was smoking so much of it. I was like, weed is good for people. I was like, people need weed. It's good for you. I thought it was good for me. You know, I was obviously killing it in life. Just, like,
that's
fighting
right.
people for Percocets. in
People
West
need to be
Philly.
more like you. You know, like if you smoke weed, you can also end up in West Philadelphia with a club in your face. That's
That
what
was for
marijuana
pills.
will
That
get
was
you.
for pills.
Okay,
That was for pills.
But you were
weed
high at the
was
time.
chill.
You were high.
I
at
was
the time.
high forever.
There you go.
I remember I tried to start a policy with every customer. I would smoke a blunt with them, and I ended up smoking like 9 blunts, and it was just.
How do you even
completely-
function?
I didn't. I wasn't functioning.
Oh, so do you still smoke a lot? You said no.
No.
Right? Okay,
now
so-
it's like very. I honestly try to. There was a big impulsive element of it, but now I've been trying to do it where I've tried to do this for years. Where like I almost like incorporate it into a meditation practice. But then you get into it, you're like, well, why do I even need that if I'm meditating? You know. So that was kind of like, well, so now it's like special occasions.
How much better did your sleep get?
So much better. That's the thing with weed.
Yes.
You can even say like, well, I'm sleeping better, but your REM sleep is trashed.
Yes, thank you.
That's
what I was
true.
about to bring up. I was
It's
like,
totally true.
There's a lot of people. There's a big psyop by the weed guys who are like, "Oh, if you smoke a bowl right before bed," and it's like actually you're nuking your REM sleep. It's like people. You know when you get on an airplane and people are like, just gonna have a glass of wine just to go to bed. And I'm like, actually, you're
not
getting
sleeping.
way shittier sleep. Yeah, it's like you're actually not sleeping at all.
Dude,
You're
nobody wants to hear this.
semi-conscious, but it's like-
Nobody wants to hear this. I tell people all the time. It's
absolutely
like, and the weed does fuck up your REM sleep. It's
Yeah,
like,
no,
'cause you
it's
don't
empirical.
dream. You
It's
don't
true.
dream. You
Yeah.
don't dream. And everyone knows when I stop smoking weed, I have crazy dreams. Like that's because your REM rebounding.
Interesting.
Same as alcohol. Oh, dude, it's like I was completely like when I was younger. Also, I was making a living off it. I'm like, weed is awesome. This stuff rules. Everybody needs this stuff. Everyone needs to be selling this stuff under me. That's what happens with heroin, though. Heroin, if you're using heroin, you try to convince people to do heroin because you want to start selling it to them, so then you don't have to pay. Really, it's that's kind of yes, it's very, very evil, and you're like want to inject them too. Yeah, I remember someone explained that to me, and I was like, someone offered for me to sell heroin. I said no. I said no, thank you, sir.
That's evil. I mean,
Heroin's evil. The pills were evil, but no one knew what the fuck they were.
Yeah,
I came out of it. I got a
Is Percocet the same as oxycodone?
oxycodone. Yes, Percocet
okay.
is oxycodone mixed with acetaminophen, Tylenol, basically.
Okay.
So oxycodone and oxycontin and Percocet are the same thing.
Is it the same strength? Is that
No?
what was the whole like pill thing in the 2000s then?
So
that was OxyContin, right? Or OxyContin?
It was all of them.
Okay,
It was
all right.
Percocets. There's a bunch of them. It's Vicodin was
Vicodin,
big.
that's right,
Vicodin
yeah,
was hydro something. Hydrocodone.
Hydrocodone. That's right.
That's
right.
Vicodin.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Vicodins were less desirable. If you had Vicodins, people would be like, oh, fine.
Right.
But Percocets, people wanted them. And then the Oxys came out, which was
Yes.
just like a 5 milligram Percocet, 10 mil, whatever it was. Oxy would have been like 40.
Yeah, it
But
was like 80, right?
it went up to
I read
80.
I read a book about it, and I remember I watched some documentary about the Sackler family. That shit is evil, man.
Dude,
in
it
terms
was.
of the cash programs and those pill mills, and they had total knowledge.
Dude.
That's really what led to the heroin spike, all the black tar heroin
Big time,
and everything.
dude. And
Because
it
these
wasn't-
people had no idea what
Dude,
they were
it wasn't.
taking.
It wasn't just the Sacklers. It was
Yeah.
every doctor in the country.
Absolutely.
Dude, I got
Yeah.
like I would give a sore throat like from my college campus, and they do on Percocets, and I'd be like, no.
Yeah.
But when I was like 19 or 18, and I got my wisdom teeth out, and my friend was like, bro, I will pay you. He's like, you'll get if you get pills, I'll buy them off you. And I'm like, whoa. So I'll give you $200. I'm like, what? I was like, for sure.
Yes.
I hate medicine. You can
Yeah.
have my medicine. And dude, and it was like I remember coming out in like of my wisdom teeth in a haze, but remembering like I asked him, I was like, what? can I, like, what am I going to get? And they were like, oh, we're just going to give you like ibuprofen. I was like, I'm a real baby with pain. Is there anything else I can have? And they're like, yeah, we'll give you like, I think it was like Percocets or
That's
hydrocodone.
insane.
And they just gave me a full vial. And
That's
that was the whole thing that set the whole thing off, because I made $200 off of it. And then once I went to college, I was like, I got to find more of those things. And my friend was like, yo, these things are awesome. So I didn't do them.
Interesting.
And then I watched firsthand there was like this apartment complex. Because at a certain time I ended up finding like, I would get like 2,500 Vicodin at a time.
Whoa.
And I remember my friend would bring them into this like apartment complex, and they all get distributed throughout there. And I watched this whole like little ecosystem of people like degenerate.
Yeah.
That's when I was like, oh, and I'm like 19, 20 at the time. And I was like, this is fucking bad.
No, it's bad.
So,
yeah, the pills, man, that
I
is
should go to
really
jail,
scary.
dude. I'm such a piece of shit.
You just got to give back to society.
I do
man.
though. I do.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that's I'm
Okay,
all
good.
service now. I'm all service.
All right.
I'm wildly overpaid, but I'm a wildly overpaid servant. That's all, dude. For real though, the thing is like, this is why I like I've been researching the world religions a lot. There's a really good book called The World's Religions by Houston Smith, and he goes into like the connective tissue between like Hinduism, Christianity, Judaism, everything else, Islam, and I do like growing up in a Christian like environment. It was they don't sell it very well to young people. It's like, this sucks. It's like it's just a bunch of shit you got to take on face value. I started researching Hinduism when I was like. I mean, it's a classic stoner move. Just be like so high and be like, oh, dude.
There's nothing more annoying than white guys who are into Hinduism.
I know.
Then George Harrison wannabes. Just like, fuck off. Bro. In India, they literally laugh at you. They're like, yeah, we'll take your money, but
I know.
Sure. Yeah.
But it is a beautiful religion.
Yes, it's
a
good
very, and it was like, for me, it gave me a concept of God from researching it from that angle. And I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense.
Good. Yeah, that's great.
But I like their relationship with pleasure, from what I've read, is like, it's not as, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's not as like forbidden. It's like, yeah, if you want pleasure, go get it till you're tired of it. Or is it?
Kind of. Well, it's hard to say, man, because, even calling Hinduism a religion, obviously it is a religion, but it is intrinsic to the land of India. And I'm really convinced of that. As in, like, the practice of Hinduism, like, you don't go on Sunday. You just have temples everywhere. People stop on their way and off from work, like at the end of the day, for special occasions, for little stuff, like you'll go and you'll ask a blessing. It's not in the Abrahamic faiths require like rigid practice, and this is much more like a part of daily life. So the religion itself doesn't like say yes or no or whatever about, I don't know, pleasure, hard work, etc. It doesn't like prescribe rules, but the Indian culture definitely also plays like a huge part of it. So I'm not really convinced. That's why I think Buddhism is a religion. I think that actually is a religion, and that's one that can transpose into Western society or whatever. But Hinduism, like you really got to be in India if you want to be
that makes sense.
A real Hindu, I think,
or
at least practice it in the way that it's meant to be practiced. You can try, obviously, and everybody can do their own thing, but there's a huge amount of people who are Hindus who are atheists. They don't even believe like in God.
It's more, you're saying it's more of a cultural
it's
kind of
part of the Indian culture. Like like when you're there, it just makes sense. Like that's how people practice their lives. Like each village has its own deity. The way that there's a certain type of blessing, or they call it a puja, which is a ceremony, which is the type of puja that you would do for this milestone in your life or whatever. Whereas like Abrahamic faiths is like on Sunday or on Friday we pray. We pray 5 times a day, and we do it at this time. And the the chant of the prayer, and with the meat that we eat is like this. Where even amongst Hindus, like 40% of Hindus are vegetarian, but 60% are not. So there's no yes and no on life or on how to live. Like it's just very much part of the culture over 8,000, 9,000 years.
Yeah, that is it is such a funny stoner move though, to be like, dude, I think I'm used to mushrooms
and
You're
yoga.
Like, dude,
it's like girls who are into yoga. It's like, shut the fuck. They're like, my shavasana. We're like, oh
yeah,
God.
that is tough when they start you start like 4 Sanskrit words, and you're like, sukha.
Yes. Or the Om tattoos. You're just like, spare me, man.
I will say though, if from like just like a
isn't that a Hindu? Isn't that the Hindu deity? It kind of looks like it. What do you got going on over there?
This might be Shiva.
That's Sanskrit. That's Sanskrit down there. I can't read it. Yeah.
Oh, this? No, this is English.
Oh,
dude, this was a shirt I designed and tried to sell as merch, and it's a very low seller.
Shocker.
Yeah, I do think though there's something religiously. Let's just say in the United States, it's like Christianity it's cool. It's getting a resurgence.
No, I don't think so. Statistically, no.
Yeah, I guess maybe that's just the internet memes. I think
you're thinking of trad wife.
I'm thinking of trad wife.
If you take a look at the stats, Christianity is never, I mean, not Christianity, religion. We have never lived in a more secular country.
Yeah.
Honestly, even coming back here is shocking. Like to Texas in the modern, I mean, I literally grew up here. This was a deep Bible Belt state. That's what I remember.
Yeah.
And to watch it become like cosmopolitan is weird, honestly.
Yeah.
Even when I go back to College Station, I mean, I don't know. I guess I just don't feel the same. I don't live there anymore. It's just kind of different, but it doesn't just feel the way that it did back then. And in general, stats wise, the evangelism, Catholicism, all practicing religions, and the rise of people who just call themselves spiritual or whatever,
Right.
has never been higher.
Right.
And that's really, I mean, the right wing trad people are the ones who blame that for where we are. But honestly, kind of to make it political, I think that's why Trump is the first like real secular president. Like everybody knows, like
He
Trump
loves the
is
Bible. What are you
not
talking about, dude? He
religious.
loves the Bible.
But it's like, he loves it so much that he sells a copy. But 30% of the people who voted for Trump are literally pro-choice, like over 30%. That's crazy, right? If you think about it in terms of the abortion election and all of that. So the mass secularization of America has made being conservative, like just the Texas I grew up in, George W. Bush was literally my governor.
Yeah.
That type of conservatism, it's fucking gone. Man.
Oh
It's
yeah,
totally
for sure,
gone.
for sure. I think they're to bring it back to my main point. I think I do think like there's a lot of people who have left organized religion who are going towards kind of spiritualism, but no,
Definitely.
everyone has I think now it's like everyone has a very strained relationship. If people are trying to like practice some form of like God in their life, I do feel like researching other religions helps people kind of like conceptualize it, because you're like,
sure.
I'm not going to do this, but you can read that and like, yeah, that kind of makes sense if you
Of
look
course
at it like a
does.
giant
I mean,
consciousness.
and then
universe.
even then, I mean, I could defend. There's
What
a lot
are
of-
your stances on that?
What, religion?
Yeah, religion, God, like believing in God.
I'm
versus
not religious at all. I mean, I grew up around here, so I still have a very like side eye view of a lot of the Bible Belt stuff.
Yeah.
But I think it's good for people now that I've been removed from it for quite a long time.
Yeah.
There's it's like the South Park episode about Mormonism, where like, look, this is some batshit crazy stuff, but the truth is like they're living a better life than you.
Yeah.
You're like I mean, so it's like maybe we're the crazy ones, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They're the ones who believe in Planet Kolob or whatever, but they have 9 children. They're really happy. They help each other. The Mormon Church has no debt. They make sure that you get very cheap education at BYU's. If you stay in the faith, they take care of you. They take care of each other. I grew up around a lot of Mormons. They're some of the happiest people I know. They have like multiple children. They settled well. They seem like they're doing like really well in life, and they get to they have a big community aspect where you always have just dozens of people who share your values, who are around, who if you're out of town, somebody can come watch your pets, or if you need help with your kids or whatever. So like they're the winners in life, man. Like that's what people need to take away.
That's my question is like
Yeah.
that's what I've been trying to like read about and like think about a lot is like what is the grounding force for like people's lives, and if it if it dissipates into like if there is no, that's like what religion has been
Yes.
forever, and now
Well, it's
people
a
are like
way
people
of-
the antidepressants, like all that, people are just now like you have to like back up the molecules in your brain because you're sad because your worldview is
Absolutely.
inherently kind of bleak.
Very, very well said. And also, I mean, like wokeism, quote unquote, is a religion. Any sort, or being anti-woke is also a religion.
It is, yeah.
Politics is a religion.
For
so
sure.
Religion will find a way in its life, whether you find religion or not. The thing is about it is what I, would advocate for is that I think, especially in big cities and like in elite circles, there's a real sneering at religion, but they don't look at it in the way that I just said, where it's doing quite a lot of good for people who are in the faith and the community. So for me, I'm just like, look, do whatever you want to do. And actually, having lived all my entire adult life in mass secular America, we have a lot of problems, right? Like the gathering place of the secular American is the bar. It shouldn't be. That's weird, actually. Like waiting until you're in your mid 30s to even try to start having children, and then by that time, like I don't know. I just think
they
there's
should
a lot
be turning
of
it into
choices
Christ's
and-
blood. They should be turning it into Christ's blood.
it's just, there's just choices that you make that make it all about you. And one of the things that are really important about religion is like, actually, no, it's not about you. It's about other people. And so by doing that and by choosing the secular elite path, you are literally pursuing something that is just all about you. It's about the pursuit of your own pleasure, about your own money, about all of this. But it will strip away any of the great things in life that will genuinely make you happy. So if you're not religious, then you have to actually consciously seek that out. And I'm telling you about this. You have children now, right? Like it's probably harder to connect and find like groups of other parents. Whereas if you grew up in Texas in the 90s and you went to church, that's dusted, bro.
You're
like
done. Yeah, you're
it's
done.
day one. It's sold.
Yeah.
Like someone will be at your house when your wife gives birth. They will have food waiting in your house.
Yeah.
And all that. But if you don't have that type of community, that's really hard.
You're
And
stuck.
the number of people. Actually, there's a really interesting like American Family Studies study that shows that the number of friends, particularly among men, the number of like male friends that people have has an all-time low. I think the record number is actually in the 0 to 1 category of people who consider themselves like close friends. And so if you think about it, like in that community aspect, people are lonelier than ever. They're having difficulty really finding a mate. They're really having problems in terms of fostering close friendships. So they're doing what? Betting parlays on gambling in order to, they just want to feel something. So
Stimulate the brain.
They're stimulating the brain.
Yeah, that is
Exactly.
sad. That's my problem. Is like there needs to be some sort of cohesive organizing force, and most of them are negative. Where it's like again, it's like fucking Proud Boys, all that. You get like the things are, and it's not even like a lot of it I think does come down to the media because it's like it's like you don't have to take your worldview or your life prescriptive path of the media, but it's like they are experts, they are this, and it is looked upon as like this is an authoritative source of information.
Yeah.
And it's just mean. Like everything you see is just like he's a fucking. This guy is such a loser. Let me tell you about this guy. And it's on both sides.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's bad for people mentally. Like,
well,
a lot.
definitely, but I will give that's a bit cope also because people blame the media. And it's like, look, that's what people want. Like at a certain point, like
Sure.
it's true. I could be so much more successful, wealthy, and famous if I just did that. I actually am actively giving up.
That's
a
what
lot
I'm
of
saying.
that.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. It's
no,
like-
I know, but that's a choice that I'm making. But the truth is that is what most people want. Most people want to fulfill their base instincts. They want to have that, that dopamine rush of saying, yeah. I mean, honestly, Shane's bit about the Fox News dad. I mean, I actually, the first time I met him, I was like, that really is like probably one of the most important bits you've ever done because it's deeply true.
It's in the vernacular now. People will say, "I have a Fox News
I have
dad."
a Fox.
Yeah.
It is a deeply true like. It's a bit, it's a comedy bit, but that is like an archetype and something that really does exist, like in American society.
No, it is. It's
Yeah.
true.
And it's I would flip it and say there are also MSNBC moms out there,
Big
right,
time.
who are just as bad on wine moms and all that. But it is a cancer on American society. But honestly, that's what they want. Like I was talking with Lex yesterday, and I brought up one of my favorite media quotes, and it's from a book called The Loudest Voice in the Room, and it's a biography of Roger Ailes, who was the chairman of Fox News and the creator. And he said, people want to be informed. People don't want to be informed. They want to feel informed. And I think that is like the most deeply true thing about media that I've ever read.
Yeah, no, that's true. I guess what I'm saying is like, it's just bad. It's bad because it's like you were saying. There's a financial incentive to be like a major dickhead.
Yes.
Which when I first saw reality TV, I was like, this is bad.
Yeah.
This is creating a pathway.
Right, but it's
to being
good.
just a absolute. It's so
yeah,
bad.
it's so good
It's
though.
so
yeah,
bad.
no, it's bad for America.
If
but
you were
it's fun to
smoking
watch.
weed back then, you would have been like, "What the fuck, dude? This is so fucked up." I remember I was just high watching reality TV. Like this is modeling a type of behavior that also pays off genuinely,
Narcissism,
which
yeah.
taps into people's own like biological drives. And I was like, "This is not good because that's what's being modeled. That's what's you're pushed unconsciously to do." And like you were saying, like, dude, if you wanted to like really double down, any of us can do it.
Oh, it's
Hang a
so
couple American
simple.
flags back here and be like, "Let me tell you something,
Yes.
motherfucking."
I get so annoyed and be like, "You're a grifter" or whatever. I'm like, "Bitch," I'm like, I could make way more money.
I
if
could
wanted
grift.
to.
Yeah,
it's
if I
like,
wanted to
if I
grift,
wanted to grift, I would grift you bitch. Oh, yeah. Be like, if I just sat there and be like, "Look at these liberal tears that are flowing from their faces."
I'm telling you, all the
And all
channels,
this.
you put an American flag behind
it's
you,
so
you
simple.
sell your merch hat, and it's just
Especially
like,
for me, brown guy, be like, brown guy loves Trump and all this.
I know, dude.
So bored. The problem is that I get bored, man. I find those people so utterly boring that I have no interest in even talking to them.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah,
But
it's humiliating.
But
It's
you could
humiliating.
make a lot of money.
a shit ton of money.
If you're,
Absolutely.
especially if you're a black guy, is the top of the market value.
that's
If you're a
like-
black
that's
guy
number
with a
one.
red hat, being, let me tell you something. It's
Right.
like,
You'll be famous overnight. MAGA memas will be sending you $5 a month and being like, "Have you seen this nice young man?" yeah.
but yeah, I do hope we can like somehow move to something that animates people other than like, do you think people will ever be animated other than their base instincts by the masses, or do you think there will be like an actual like
Gen Pop? No. Gen Pop will always be the same.
always be?
Yeah, look, America, society, these rise of mass media has always looked exactly the same. Like people think it's worse now than it ever was. Total bullshit. If you go back and you look at the yellow journalism era, like it was insane.
That's true.
People were slamming each other, and I mean, imagine this: America's news in the 1800s was literally literally political. Like when you would read the news, you would read the Kentucky Democrat or you would read like the Kansas City Republican. Like your literal newspaper was the party that you supported. And one of the ways that people would get interested and instigate politics is socialists and others would be like, we're starting a socialist newspaper because the news itself was a political vector.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, the news.
Because I was totally bought into like, dude, it's never been this bad.
No, absolutely not. It's bullshit. So like the thing is that in the old days, the rise of yellow journalism, of the penny papers, people like William Randolph Hearst and others, and before him like Joseph Gordon Bennett, it was all sensationalism, tabloid. That's where it all comes from, and that was overwhelmingly popular. What happened is that the old days that we romanticize is actually a very unique time in American history, where the vast majority of Americans were getting their news from the network TV. So in the 60s and the 70s, everybody romanticizes Walter Cronkite, all this stuff. Let me tell you something. The news was just as fake back then as it is today. It's just that, thank God we have the internet to be like, no, it's fake and it's bullshit. Because, it's a slog, but people should read it. It's called Personal History by Katharine Graham. She ran the Washington Post. She was the owner of it. And her father bought the paper, and then her son is the one who sold it to Jeff Bezos. But so she ran the paper for basically her entire life. Her husband ran it, then he committed suicide, and she took over and ran it for decades. And if you read that paper, actually, if you've ever watched the movie The Post, it's directed by Steven Spielberg with Tom Hanks, and it's about the Pentagon Papers. Meryl Streep plays her in the movie. And it's really like, when reading that book, you're like, you know, she's getting politicking with Kennedy is at dinner and he's like giving them advice on how to write in the paper. And her husband, who was owner of the Post, is friends with JFK and he's skewing the coverage in a certain way. So everyone has this romantic nature about the 60s and Cronkite. It's like, no, they were just as partisan as people are as today, as Rachel Maddow and these people. But America didn't know. They had much more higher like institutional trust, and cable news exploded that obviously after the network era, and then the rise of blogs and everything. But people were really romanticized this, the news was fair and balanced. It's like, no, it's not. That the news is what got us into Vietnam. You know, the news,
true.
Like, no, it wasn't fair and balanced. These people were writing columns and justifying all this bullshit. They knew what was happening. They didn't report any of it. It was only in 1968 we finally tell everybody the truth. By that time, 500,000 Americans are sitting in Vietnam. JFK, we used to go and hang out, and all of his secretaries, McNamara and all these guys were hanging out in Georgetown, which is a very rich neighborhood, at their fancy ass mansions, secretly telling them what they should write in their papers. Like, dude, it's always been like as corrupt. People just didn't know it. Yeah,
I feel like Trump did kind of crack the he parted the veil to be like,
absolutely.
Yo, this is actually, a lot of this is bullshit.
The roots of Trump are there's a famous clip, 2012, Newt Gingrich was the Republican debate, South Carolina debate. And the opening question, even I will admit it's a crazy question. They were like, Mr. Gingrich, I don't know the circumstances. He's on his third wife and he divorced his wife. I think she was going through cancer or something like that. Oh, it was terrible. It was bad. It was bad. And it was the second time that he'd done something like that. Anyway, so that was the opening question. And Gingrich is like, let me tell you something. That was one of the most disgusting acts, and the mainstream media is a direct participant, something like that, in the Democratic Party. And the pop, as you would say, from the audience, roars. Like you can hear it on the microphone of like, whoa, and all of that. And I watched that clip because all the ingredients for Trump were there the whole time. It's just like you have to go and look for it. Like Michelle
He was the first
Bachmann.
one that tapped into that.
Well, he was the first one who attacked this media on the stage and flipped the debate and made it about them. And it was a referendum. It was like, no, fuck you, actually.
Whoa.
And you could see John King is kind of taken aback because he's never experienced this before. And now it's the norm in Republican politics. People expect it. At that time, it was crazy. It was shocking. But yeah, I mean, I watched that clip a lot because I'm like, that's it. That's where Donald Trump, 2015, the famous debate, and Megyn Kelly's like, Mr. Trump, you've called women pigs, he's like, only Rosie O'Donnell. And it's just
everyone.
The crowd just roars, man. And it's like, that was it. Like, that's the moment that he won, in my opinion, in the 2015 primary. Broke politics forever. But the ingredients were there. They were all there.
It's funny that he was like that was like one of the first dominoes that toppled the mainstream media, and he was
just trying to get a fourth wife. He was just trying to get some new. He was like, bro, nothing's going to stop me.
Yeah,
Not the entire mainstream media.
No, I think what it is in all of this is that the base has always hated the media. It's just that the politicians, they need the media. I mean, this is another like fakery out of all of this, is that the idea that the Republicans hate the media, like nobody craves media attention more than Republicans.
For sure.
Specifically mainstream media. There are some good ones out there who actually understand that the news is bad and like don't want to give them access. But in reality, like as much as they say they hate it, like they want to be on CNN, bro. They like it. You know, they want to go on Fox. They I don't know.
So speaking of the politician stuff, so Matt Gaetz, that's something I can't like wrap my head around. He got appointed. That's his name.
Attorney General. That's right.
Attorney General.
Yeah, he's nominated to be the Attorney General.
And what the big thing about him is that he might have trafficked kids.
So man,
that's a weird
the
one.
Details are very strange. So and to be fair, the DOJ did drop their case against him. So they investigated it and they leaked a lot of the details. So he was never convicted or even prosecuted. Of any of this. And there genuinely was some weird. I'd have to go back and look at the details, but somebody was trying to blackmail him for like $25 million, and that's how some of this stuff came out. But like empirically, he was definitely like hooking up with like very young girls and like hanging out with sketchy people and getting blackout drunk, like all while he was a congressman. So the detail, as I understand it, 2021 to now, there's been a 3-year investigation in the House Ethics Committee about Gaetz and his behavior that was instigated by an attorney who filed a complaint claiming to represent an underage girl who says that she slept with Matt Gaetz whenever she was underage. Now, obviously, though, she may claim that, but as I understand it, the feds did investigate at least some of these claims, and of course, they haven't brought charges.
Sure.
So the report itself was due to be released, I think tomorrow, actually, from the day that we are taping. And that report now will not be released because what happened is that Gaetz got nominated to be the Attorney General, and he resigned as a House of Representatives. So the House Ethics Committee, 2 days later of his nomination, was supposed to release that, but they will no longer release the report because he's no longer a sitting member of Congress, considering his resignation. So there's some background.
That's kind of sketchy, yeah.
Look, I mean, his behavior has also made it a little weird in terms of, first of all, just what he admitted to is wild.
Also, why would he be appointed, though? It almost seems like he'd have perhaps dirt on DJT.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
No, I don't think it's a dirt thing. Dude, Gaetz is just he's one of his biggest...
He's one of his bros.
Not bros. He's just one of his biggest defenders on television. He's one of those people who, like, anything goes, like, he's all in. I mean, look,
it seems tactical. I'm saying to abandon Congress, have a higher job 2 days before potentially the shoe drops.
You could read that into that if you want.
That's what I'm thinking.
I mean, but at the same time, like, why would Trump go along with that scheme then, right? Like, because for this, Trump would have to be like, okay, Matt, I'll bail you out. But
that's what I'm saying. That's hence the dirt. I don't know. I'm just wildly speculating. I'm trying to figure out why appoint somebody with such a sketchy record.
Oh, I mean, I think that the case is simple. Gaetz is a true believer. That's what it is. He's been all in for Trump for 8 years. He was his biggest defender on television. Mm-hmm. Trump loves him. He always goes on Fox, and Matt Gaetz is always like, I'm all in for Trump. To be fair, Gaetz is an interesting guy. Like, from my perspective, he has generally been anti-war. Like, he's been sponsored a lot of stuff with progressive Democrats about trying to end forever wars. Okay. He's somebody who wanted to pardon Edward Snowden. He opposed the Julian Assange stuff. You'll like this. He's very pro-weed. He's one of the most pro-marijuana members of Congress.
I don't care about weed anymore. I like mushrooms. Right,
okay. But well, we're coming for that next. But he's actually quite libertarian is the way. He's pro-Bitcoin, you know. And he's been a heterodox guy for a while. So I'm not that, worried about. People hate Matt Gaetz because, I mean, look, he's kind of an asshole, like, media-wise.
For sure.
He's got a reputation about town, and he likes to come in and he likes to mouth off. Can we put it that way?
Yeah, for sure.
He's got a bad, like, the Republicans hate him because he's the one who mounted that coup against Kevin McCarthy and got Kevin McCarthy kicked out. So a lot of the establishment types hate him, but Trump loves him because he's loyal, and he wants him to, like, root out a lot of the people who are in the Department of Justice who he would see as, like, deep state or enemies or whatever.
For sure.
And I honestly think Gaetz would do that, but I mean, it is crazy because AG is like a real dude. You're the chief legal officer of the United States. Like, you have to determine the legality of president's actions. You direct the Department of Justice and the FBI, like, what type of cases we're going to prosecute or not. Like, you make the call on some, like, really big decisions. Like, you have to write the legal justification sometimes for what the president is doing, work with the White House counsel's office. I mean, it is a real no shit job. Like, it's a real job. Yeah,
I'm glad you said that because that was my next
I
question.
had to
What
go
the
look
fuck's
it
the
up.
Attorney General.
I had to go look it up because I was like, yo, does he even have a law degree? But he does. Yeah. But I was like, I don't know if he's a lawyer. You know.
That's fucking wild. So it is about. We're about to enter what's the Senate and the House are Republican now.
Yes, the
They'll
Senate
get
and the House are
2
Republican.
Supreme Court picks most
Yes.
likely.
Yeah, Alito and Clarence Thomas. That's
Yeah.
right. They'll probably resign. Although Sonia Sotomayor, one of the Democrats, she's 70, but she does have type 1 diabetes. And Democrats tried to get her to resign because they were like, hey, you need to go so that Biden can
Switch
appoint
you out.
somebody. But she pulled an RBG and she's like, I'm not going anywhere.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Damn, because they
Crazy.
wanted one.
Oh.
Yeah, because we're going to enter into like a. What's up?
Can you believe that she did that? These people are such narcissists. She's
I can totally
so
believe that she did
believes in power and like not even being part. I mean, I don't really care, but it's more from a liberal perspective. It's like if you think this is fascism and the end of democracy, like bitch, then resign. Like
Yeah,
what
exactly.
are you doing?
Yeah, I know.
You're literally type 1 diabetic, 7 years old, and you're obese. Like what do you think's gonna happen? Look at a fucking actuarial table. Like,
Dude, it is sad though if you think about like even like what happened to Biden. It's like.
Yeah.
Being that old and being driven by kind of like the power drive until like your brain just falls apart, it's pretty fucking terrible.
I mean, I say it's sad, but it's also like pathetic and deeply egomaniacal and narcissistic. And that, at the end of the day, that's what it takes to be a politician. Like that's the truth. He, by the way, has been the same his entire life. So I talked about this book yesterday with Friedman called "What It Takes." Is written in 1988. It's about the 1988 presidential campaign. That's where Biden had that plagiarism scandal. He's been an egomaniacal narcissist, chip on his shoulder guy for his entire life. So, what they say about when you get old is it just makes you more of what you already are. Like if you're already an arrogant fuck, like you're just going to be more of an arrogant fuck when you're old. Like that's
so sad, man.
It's true. Yeah.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
That was my overarching point with religion. It's like I feel like as a society, we need a vehicle for self-transcendence so that you don't become a just 80-year-old walking around demented, like trying to lead the country.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's like genuinely like self-idolatry. He's like, I am the one. I will stop Donald Trump. I'm the most important figure. Nothing is bigger than me. It's pure narcissism, and he's chiefly responsible for being a terrible president, but also for the loss of the Democratic Party. It really, it's crazy.
Yeah,
if I were them, I would be freaking out. I would be so furious. I mean, nobody has fucked their party more than Biden since George W. Bush and his handling of the Iraq War.
Yeah, for sure. What do you think the future of the Democratic Party is going to look? Because I thought the same thing. Like, dude, if they don't I think they're going to need an outsider. They're going to need a Democrat.
Yeah,
Trump.
that was my prediction. Not necessarily Democratic Trump, but if we're in an era, so for example, like Obama, like rose from the ashes, right? Because he was a no-name senator. He gave it a great speech in 2004, big fucking deal. Okay.
Yeah.
But then he came out of nowhere. He had anti-war credentials, and Harry Reid is actually the one who was like, "You should run for president." He's like, "You're not a good senator." He's like, "You don't like it here." He's like, "Get out of here. Go run for president." He's the first person who put that in Obama's mind. But with the rest of them, like if we look in the past, Bill Clinton also came out of nowhere in 92.
Right.
We had 12 years of Republican rule,
Yeah.
1980
Was
to
it Reagan,
1992. It was Reagan and it was Bush. And Clinton, he was a no-name governor from Arkansas, but he created this thing, the Democratic Leadership Committee, which like basically moved the Democratic Party much more to the right and made it more of like a neoliberal thing. And that's how he was able to win like a major victory in 92. So somebody will come. I think that person needs to come from the ashes, though. I think anybody tainted by the stain of like wokeism from the 2010s and the Great Awakening onward, on top of like the Biden and all the trans shit and all this, plus this whole last decade has been a nightmare, right?
It collapsed in on itself,
and it collapsed in and of itself. So anybody really tainted by that at the national political level, they're gonna have a tough time, in my opinion. That's why, even though I think Gavin Newsom's very talented, and I think that Josh Shapiro, Gretchen Whitmer, Pete Buttigieg, and all these other people, I think that they like to believe that they could overcome it, and maybe, right? Like Trump could fuck everything up and he could be a nightmare, right? In terms of his popularity, and it'd be easy to beat him. Anybody could. But if he doesn't, and if he governs even reasonably well, 40-50% approval rating, you're going to need somebody with like real political entrepreneurship and skills to be able to rise out of that.
Yeah, and they kind of, the Republican side has a kind of like I feel like a deeper roster. They could tap that are also like RFK. He can like talk. He's not like like a total robot.
Well, he's
of
not a
politician.
Republican, right? So he's whatever he
independent,
is.
yeah.
He's an independent. He's endorsed Trump. Yes, although I don't think RFK will ever run again.
I don't think he
this
will.
is it for
I don't
him.
think he will.
Yeah.
But I'm saying they seem to have like a Tulsi Gabbard. Like they have like a
Right.
deeper roster of people. Maybe that's just me because I'm biased. But it's like
maybe.
I don't know if anyone like like you're saying like these like Newsom, Buttigieg is like. I really think they need a new person.
Absolutely,
entirely.
you need somebody who is totally untainted by the system, and that's real. That's what Obama was. That's what Bill Clinton was.
Yeah.
I mean, the appetite for. Although I will say, the appetite. The thing is about the Democratic base is now it's rich white people, and the thing is about rich white people is they don't really give a shit about a lot of stuff. They just want to win. Like I'm serious. Like they are just like we want to win. They're like, oh, you need to say what? Okay, whatever. You know,
Yeah.
like say it. Just
Yeah.
win. So it is a little different this time because this time around, as whatever narrative they're sold about what will beat Trump, that's who they're going to nominate.
Yeah.
That's why they nominated Biden. They didn't care what he stood for.
I know.
They were like, we need Trump out of here.
Yeah,
It was
like,
that's what it's going to be like.
bring out the dancing black ladies. They're
Yeah,
like, they
they'll
threw
do anything.
They threw
Yeah.
everything. They were like
my God.
Beyonce, Cardi.
So were you as shocked as I was that they get paid? I had no idea that
I
these
knew they got
celebrities
paid.
I had no idea.
I didn't know-
I was so naive. I thought celebrities just did it because they supported them.
if they didn't get paid, it's because they're at the Diddy parties. So like you better show my W2.
Yeah,
it's
man.
just so weird to be like
$1
we're gonna
million
have
to Oprah? $1 million.
$1 million, dude.
She's a billionaire. What the fuck do you need $1 million for? What are we doing?
I mean, it's a nice little
yeah,
treat, though.
yeah, sure, but
We'll give you a
but
mill.
It's like,
She's like,
don't
all right.
you already support Kamala? Like, just do it, you know. And that's the thing is, I don't think they're getting paid to say something that they don't already believe. But if you already believe it, just do it for free. Like, why would you? Like,
I don't
what?
think they believe it. You can't.
Maybe you're right,
You
bro. I
can't
don't
guarantee.
know.
Like, there's no way. There's no like. You know, again, it's like Republicans. I'm not like a big Republican guy, but I really like zoom in on like the liberal Democrat, like the modern liberal Democrat type. It's like I don't really see a coherent vision at all. It's too bought in on the postmodernism, which is in itself is self-contradictory and
Yes.
goes nowhere.
Definitely.
So that's kind of what happened to them. They like it was their like Trump was the right's energizer battery pack. Theirs was like the postmodern racial power versus worldview.
Yeah, it's very odd.
And it just literally collapses in on itself and it contradicts itself. Like, there's no hierarchies. It's like, well, who do you prefer, Trump or Biden? Well, there are hierarchies, all that bullshit. But it's like they're gonna have. If I were a Democrat like leading the campaign, an outsider candidate, and I would come by and be like, if you're a Trump supporter, I still love you, man. That's all they have to. That's all they have to do. That's all they have to do.
they,
Like, bro,
they
I
made
love
the
you.
whole dictator fascist playbook that they ran this time. That was very stupid, that they did. So I don't know how they're going to do it, man. I really don't. I have confidence that they will figure it out just because people are too triumphalist, as in, I know I was talking about the 2008 Obama wins, right? They're like, we will never lose an election again. James Carville literally wrote a book called 40 More Years about how the Democrats will be in power forever. Demographics are destiny. It's over. It's a white party. And now Donald Trump has won 2 out of the last 3 presidential elections. The last one, he won the popular vote and he won Latino men. He basically completed a racial realignment of the U.S. politics.
It's insane.
Imagine going back, to 2008 and telling me that. That was only 16 years ago, man. It wasn't that long ago.
And Obama lost his juice when they trotted him out to be like, go yell at young black guys. And
Right.
dude, it just is like, man.
It's like you sneering. Just like that's the thing. I have Obama derangement syndrome. Like I hate Obama, and like not for the reasons that like white boomers hate him. We're like he's destroying this country.
I was working construction when he got elected, and it was a somber day for like
For the
just
boomers,
white, like boomer age white guys. They'd come into work and be like, they were just mad he was a black guy.
Yeah.
That was it. They came in and they were going. It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do agree. I think there's something very sinister about wrapping yourself in that like cultural identity and
I
like
call him the Instagram president. He's this fucking, he's just this cultural elite. He's everything that he supposedly stood against. And
I know.
the way that he governed, he came and he was supposed to end the Iraq war and the financial crisis he was supposed to solve. He fucked both of those up. We had a horrible economic depression for the the entire period. I mean, look, if you want to look at the wealth inequality, the explosion, the lack of wage growth, that all happened under Obama. He got lucky that Mitt Romney ran against him. All the ingredients to be able to beat him were there. Romney just ran a terrible campaign. And then immigration in 2014, he overinterprets his mandate and he's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to do whatever I want on immigration. And he goes all in and he does DACA. And honestly, that is responsible for Donald Trump because what he did is he both polarized the liberal base on the issue of immigration, which was amnesty first, maybe border security sometime in the future, but he also energized the Republicans who were like, oh my God, when they have power, they're going to mass legalize literally millions of illegal immigrants. And that it leads to the 2014 executive order leads directly 1 year later, Trump comes down the escalator and says, no, we're going to build a wall and Mexico is going to pay for it. So there are direct consequences for these actions. And immigration is the number one reason, in my opinion, why Donald Trump was elected. Like, there's no question. Even in my
what do you
mind.
think about the population collapse that's going to come when all like the boomers go and
I
they
think
have
that's
less kids?
fake.
You
That's
don't think
cope.
you
Yeah, I
don't think
think
we're going to
it's
have to be just importing people?
No. And I think that's a very convenient explanation. I mean, look, at a certain point too,
if the numbers dip, how's it not real?
No, what I'm saying is that the idea that first of all that we're gonna have population collapse and we're like Japan is just like not true. But there's first of all, but the second is there's this presumption that the only way to do it is to import like basically like second class citizens from South America.
Did you ever read The Next 100 Years by George Friedman?
I have not read that book. I think I'm familiar with the thesis.
That's his big thing. Yeah,
right. So I mean, this is a very popular way that people justify like mass migration. First of all, like there's another way, which is you could try both economic and social incentives to change the picture. But the other thing is there's something like really sick about this idea that the only way to like that the birth rate itself is the only thing that matters and not like what the actual makeup of the United States is and all the secondary and the secondary tertiary effects of what mass illegal immigration like does to the U.S. economy, to U.S. society. It makes a mockery of like U.S. law. And like the entire way our immigration system works is just totally fucked up. Like people don't understand. Like our immigration system is totally unique in the Western world. The entire rest of the Western world has basically merit-based immigration. We are the only country still left on family-based chain migration. So what that means is that, so I'm a U.S. citizen, right? And so, because I was born here in Bryan, Texas, but the way it would have worked is my parents who emigrated here, their family members have a preference in the U.S. immigration system if they were able to sponsor someone to come to America. It doesn't matter whether those family members are they college educated? Like, who are these people, right? Like, do you have a degree? Like, what's your job? Like, are you able to support yourself? That makes sense. If you migrate to Australia, they're like, they have a points-based immigration system. So they're like, a college degree, cool. Oh, you speak English? Much higher up at the list. For sure. Right? That's how it should work. It should be merit-based. It should be based upon, are you going to benefit the America? Now, people get very squirrely about this because it is contrary to the way that what I talked about earlier, the 1800s mass immigration.
Yeah, that was my mom's dad. Came over.
But here,
no, it was the 1900s. Sorry.
Right, but here's a good quote that I heard: "We don't make immigration policy for our grandparents; we do it for our grandchildren." Just because in the 1800s, we had what? Industrial Revolution. We needed a shit ton of basically just like bodies to sit there. And, you shovel. Oh, you can swing a shovel? Cool. You're fucking Slovenian? Who cares? Whatever. But that's not how the U.S. economy works.
Yeah.
Like, the U.S. economy is a service-based economy. Our manufacturing jobs are high-tech manufacturing. Like, you need to be able to speak English to function in America. 12 million people illegally entered this country in the last 4 years. The 27% of them don't have a high school diploma in Spanish, by the way, so they're barely literate in Spanish. 20-something% of them have barely completed a high school education by Latin American standards or wherever they came from, and then only a small portion are actually college educated. So look, be real. Look at the stats. What is that going to cost the United States? Are they bad people? Absolutely not. For sure. But it makes a mockery of this idea of, first of all, of just order, like in terms of being able to just come here, no matter who you are, you just raise your hand, fake say, I fear for my life. Yeah. You're an economic migrant. Let's all be honest. And if you interview these people, they'll tell you the same. They're like, I came here for a job. I don't begrudge you. That's fine. But the point is that you can't allow that system to be in place where basically the cost of the bill of all of this is going to come down to us. So we need to dramatically shift to an actual merit-based immigration system. That's number one. But two, what we really need to do is also consider, after that period of massive immigration, of European migration, we had social chaos in this country. We actually were becoming like ethnic. There was a whole war over this. Teddy Roosevelt gave a famous speech. There is no we're done with hyphenated America. And hyphenated me like I'm a Slovenian American. He was like, no, we're all Americans. We need to be done with hyphenation. And that led to a complete shutdown, basically, of U.S. immigration from the 1920s up until the Immigration Naturalization Act of 1965. That immigration moratorium actually allowed for assimilation, where the term white became popular because it's like, as you know, if you read a book, Ask white Protestants. Were Irish people white in 1920? Absolutely not. Okay,
Yeah.
like they're like Lithuanian. They're like, you're Lithuanian. You're not white. Okay, that was bad. Just so we're all aware, that was bad.
Yeah.
And so the change in that, we need to go through that again. Like we need to completely change the way that our foreign-born population has never been as high than previous from the late 1900s, right around when we had the same immigration moratorium. We're signing up for the same levels of problems where our heterogeneous population is just way too removed from each other. We don't have a common civic understanding or any of this. And the truth is that if you just keep importing 1 million people per year, and then the vast majority of them are illegal, no disorderly process, like, dude, this just breaks the civic foundation of the country. Like, it's just not going to work. And I say this as somebody whose parents came from India. Like, but that's my point is I'm here now. I'm a citizen. Like, I have to care about my children, my grandchildren. What country are they going to grow up in?
Yeah, and it's also it's like so it is kind of a bullshit thing to be like, well, since your parents came, you have to decide. It's like,
so
I can change my fucking mind.
Well, exactly. By the way, they left the third world so I could live in the first world and I can make up my own mind. It's
amazing.
The best part of coming to America and to the West, anybody who is from like a Western or a non-Western country will know this. In non-Western countries, you're kind of like told what to do. There's a path, and there's a rigid class system, and there's like, this is how we live our life. And like that's the best part about coming here, man. You can do whatever you want. You can say whatever you want. The social mobility here is better than anywhere else in the entire world,
dude. And that was the problem. I went to school for social work. Like when I got my graduate degree in social work, and you were like, if you brought up social mobility, the teachers would be like, that's a myth.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. I was literally like, no, it's not. They're like, that's a myth.
Does wealth give you privilege? Absolutely. But actually, I think I read that people who are born in the upper quintile, if you look at the across generations, after like 3 generations, their kids are usually back down.
Shirt sleeves to shirt sleeves.
Yeah, shirt sleeves to shirt
3
sleeves.
generations.
Yeah, exactly.
It does have extreme money has a degenerative effect.
Oh, absolutely.
It's incredible, bounty to be born with a ton of money. But dude, it like kind of warps people big time.
One of my favorite books is The Fall of the House of Vanderbilt, and it's exactly about this. And it's basically, I think 100 years after Cornelius Vanderbilt died, his generations, not a single one of them was a millionaire, not one. And the first Vanderbilt after Cornelius Vanderbilt to make anything of himself was one of the only Vanderbilts not to be born with money. His name is Anderson Cooper.
What?
He is the first Vanderbilt, member of the Vanderbilt family, to not be born with money. The first one who was broke, who made anything out of himself.
What the fuck?
Yes. Yeah, that's it. Anderson Cooper is the first successful Vanderbilt in like 200 years.
Since Cornelius,
the Commodore. Commodore.
I've heard he's a Vanderbilt, but it's always like he's a CIA.
Yeah, his mother was Gloria Vanderbilt. Yeah. And I mean, and you read their stories, the money just destroyed them. It destroyed their family.
Yeah.
All of them just became like degenerate dilettantes who became, they were addicted to alcohol and drugs, and they would blow it on these gigantic houses. And, they got caught up in the British rat race, and they all became dollar princess. I love the term dollar princess.
What's a dollar princess?
A dollar princess is, in the 1800s, American industrialists were filthy rich. And the way to have social mobility is they were like, we need to get our daughters married to English lords. But the English lords were broke. And so they were like, oh, we'll marry your kids. So Winston Churchill's mother, she was a dollar princess, Jenny Churchill. They hit the Duke of Marlborough. I forget exactly what his name. It was another Churchill. I think it was Randolph Churchill. He married one of Cornelius Vanderbilt's, I think either granddaughter or great-granddaughter. Same thing. He bailed him out. So he literally he could rebuild his house. And after they got married, he was like, by the way, I don't give a shit about you at all. He's like, I literally don't care.
Yeah, do whatever
He's
you
like,
want.
I married you for your money. He's like, I'm just going to go do whatever I want to do. Like, I'm just going to go live my life. Yeah.
That's crazy.
No, it's horrible. It's horrible. Her life ended up, it was a nightmare, unfortunately, for her.
Yeah. Well, it's also very rigid. I know if you have generational wealth, it's like you can get cut out of the will, then you're fucked.
Yes, there's stuff like that. There's all of that. And then, you have that house, the Biltmore down in North Carolina, the largest house literally ever built in the United States. It was built by a Vanderbilt. It's just, you read about them, like this guy would have like 7 marriages in the course of his life.
Dude, I did work in Arlen Specter's estate. He was dead, and it was, I think, one of the
senator from Pennsylvania.
Yes.
Yeah.
I painted his house.
Really?
Me and my friend helped paint his house.
Did you ever ask him about JFK?
Huh?
About JFK?
They were dead. He was dead. I should have asked him, but that's why I think he got a nice little estate.
Yeah.
But dude, it was just like his surviving family members, and it was for real, like, sad, man. Like we were in there. like using oil primer, and the lady came in and was just like, "This smells." We're like, "Yeah, we had a it's fucking
Right.
oil paint." And she's like, "Well, I have a party coming in." We're like,
You should have told us.
"Okay."
Yeah.
And dude, she started spraying, just walking around as if you were like an inanimate. She would just spray perfume in the room, and if you were standing there, she would just go like right in your face.
Jeez.
My mom was a maid for the DuPonts, and she said it was the same thing. She was a maid at the house of the guy who was like it became like a psycho killer wrestler guy.
Wow.
She was down there, and she said it was like, she was like, I remember it being like, it was a very sad, it was just like a sad vibe in the house.
I mean, after 100 years, basically destroy them all.
Yeah.
And it is very sad because most of them, the burden of, and it's not just them. I read another book about the Astor family. I mean, John Jacob Astor was like one of the first like real millionaires in the United States. He was a slumlord in Manhattan. He was like this Dutch slumlord. He was like, hey, he's like, how many of you immigrants can I charge $20 today? And his family, like they become these titans of society and all of that. And one of his great grandson, I think, died on Titanic. He was the richest man on the Titanic, and he died on Titanic. His 19-year-old wife, who had just impregnated, she got off. She had a baby. He became the Titanic baby. Because he was literally in his mother's womb whenever she was saved off of the Titanic. But basically after him, and he was, by the way, ended up being like some degenerate playboy. You know, so it's like it didn't really live up to it. So.
That is the funny thing. You can achieve. It is very funny though to be like, you can achieve at the highest level. Just so your grandson can just like crash a boat while he's like coked up.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
one day
it happens
just
all
blow
of them.
up on a river.
The Rockefellers, John D. Rock. He was kind of a psycho, actually.
Yeah,
but his son actually was relatively successful. He seemed like a good guy. His son's Nelson Rockefeller. He was the vice presidential nominee for the Republicans, governor of New York. But after that, things start to drift off, and now we're in the fifth and the sixth generation. You're like, who? It happened to the Kennedy family, dude.
Yeah.
It's like the longer you go down the Kennedy family, you're like, is there anybody impressive in the? I saw JFK's grandson going around the DNC when I was there, like filming TikToks and stuff, and I was like, bro.
That's the
Like
kiss of
fucking
death.
John F. Kennedy's grandson.
I know.
I want to shake him. I'm like, live up to your goddamn father, your grandfather.
That's got to be a crazy family to be a part of.
Oh yeah, I just want to be like, if your great grandfather, the patriarch, could see you, he'd be sick. If he's like looking around,
just fucking
dancing. Yeah, he's like taking selfies and be like, hey guys, it's like you suck, dude.
Just
Yeah,
Lady Gaga, like.
Yeah, I was like, dude, this guy blows. He's a dandy.
It is absolute dandy behavior.
Yeah.
It just does suck because it's like you want to do well, but it's like if you kind of like, if you just try to go for the absolute top,
Yeah.
it does like if without a vision of some sort, you just end up just kind of like.
I think that anybody who comes into even like a modest amount of money, like you probably need to do some serious thinking.
You
and
do.
You really need to be like, okay, like what is my life going to look like?
Look,
children. Like
this is why
how does
people
this
need to
work?
sell a lot of weed when they're 20.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I did this. I had the hero's journey. I came
Yeah.
into like I would make like $4,000 a week and just be like,
Holy shit.
dude, I was killing it. Well,
4,000 times.
I lost all of it. I lost all of it.
4,000 times 52 is how much? That's 200 something thousand dollars.
As like a
That's lot of money.
25-year-old dude, and I got to like
And
to
that's
like
all
the,
cat. You're not even paying taxes. Yeah.
I
It's
pay
like-
taxes. No,
Oh, yeah.
you get the ego inflation, and then like I got the rug swept out from under me. So that was one of the best experiences of my life to lose all to get like the ego pump, and then to have it just ripped away from you. Because otherwise, yeah, dude, if you catch that like it gives you the thing like when things are going well, I have an understanding like
Yeah, you think you're a boss.
they can definitely not go well very quickly.
Oh, absolutely.
So-
Also, I would just say I've met a lot of people who are like super wealthy, and all of them are pretty weird. Like
Yes.
every person I know, every person I've ever met with 100 million more net worth, I'm like, dude, you're a weirdo.
Well, you
Like,
can't
yeah, it's
connect
like
with
every
anybody.
time-
You can't talk about like if you even broach certain subjects.
Right.
80% of people are going to be like,
You want to know funny? I was
Must be
talking to a
fucking
guy,
nice.
and I was like, yeah, you know when you're in an airport, and he's like, oh, I haven't been in an airport in 20 years. And I was like, whoa. I was
man.
like, oh, because you fly private. I was like, I've never even been on a private plane. I was like, that's a crazy. It was just so casual. He's like, I
Yes.
haven't been in an airport in 20 years.
I know.
I was like, whoa. Yeah,
Like,
it's just like,
okay.
what a life. Yeah. Like, what does that even look like?
Yeah, dude. I was talking to somebody one time excited about like flying first class, and he was like,
Yeah.
dude, my kids have never not flown private. And I was
Okay,
like,
well,
oh, I didn't
that's-
even think about that. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, but that probably really fucks them up. I mean, what are they going to do then whenever they have to fly economy?
Either they'll be stoked. Oh, here's the thing. I remember
Yeah.
I grew up in like a upper middle class suburb. So
Mm.
like I moved to West Philly and I was in the hood and I was like, this is so cool. And then so maybe they'll just be on an airplane and be like, wow.
Maybe. Yeah, but I mean, sometimes you're, what is it, like C on Southwest, and you're like trying to go for the middle seat or whatever, and you're like, my life sucks.
Yeah, true. That's
and
that
I'm
would
talking
be-
about plane. And now I'm talking about, this, you're Northeast guy. Megabus, like when you're taking like a midnight megabus to New York City, the cheapest one, and you're like, well, I'll take a bag, and when I get there, like change in a bathroom and put a
Megabus
new
was
shirt
nice.
on.
Megabus.
Yeah.
We did there was a Chinatown.
Oh, the
bus.
Chinatown. I know the Chinatown
Chinatown
bus. Yeah, I know what
Just
that
a
one.
pregnant lady driving it. You're like, what the fuck? But dude, yeah, it's
Stomachs up against the steering wheel.
yeah, for real, dude. There was for real a pregnant lady driving it before.
People,
But
drug addicts are like freaking out in the back, and someone's like, "Hey, can y'all keep it down back there?" I'd be like, "Shut your goddamn mouth!" Yeah.
that is true. It is. It does kind of set the bar too high, and then it's like all you can ever do is be disappointed in life, or like again, I did eventually become very disillusioned with life in the hood. I was like, this is sad. I was like, this is so
sad, bro.
It's so, dude. It's for real, so sad.
Yeah, because the systems are like designed to just keep everybody down. And
Dude.
I mean, look, they have individual responsibility for sure, but like also the way the entire thing is designed,
sure.
it's like they keep it contained. Nobody cares. Everyone just wants to pretend like it's over there. And
It's for real. Like it's like I remember I bought a house in West Philly with my brother when I was like 21. It was like the house was $27,000. I lived in there. Yeah, it was pretty fucking awesome. But
Did you hang on to it? Did you sell it?
we sold it and then it got knocked down to me. It was structurally, it had a tree growing through the basement. It was bad. But but I remember like going into like my neighbor's house and they were like, it's funny because when you live there, like there are a lot of like when you grow up, like I grew up, my parents watching Fox News. It's just the news being like, black guys are up to no good again. And it's like, so you get this like skewed picture. And then you meet the individuals and you're like, damn, these are like some of the nicest people. Then there's people like just doing monstrous behavior.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember like the first time I walked into somebody's like my neighbor's house, it's like visually jarring because it's like everything's just fucked up. Like there's no symmetry. Everything's built fucked up, and it's like I remember like being there's just like bugs, and just being like, fuck, dude, that's like it was like just crazy.
I know.
But then it's like that's why you have to do good. It's like the brutal reality behind all of like the let's save everyone political messaging. It's like, dude, you have to bail yourself out at the end of the day. You just have to. It's sad. It's not fair.
I look at it.
You have to do
two ways. As in, we have to, of course, like design and move systems to create like a quality of opportunity. But you also have to have a responsibility given the circumstances. For example, like I don't know, any money, anything that you're working with. I'll often be like, what a bullshit. For example, and you guys probably have this too. Crystal and I co-own our shows. We're small business owners too. And we have to deal with all the small bit and all of the paperwork and all the fucking accounting and all the shit behind it is mind-numbing. It's stupid. It makes no sense. Yeah. It's genuinely not fair because these major corporations and all these other people get all of these crazy tax breaks and we're sitting here trying to figure this stuff out and it sucks all of our time and it's super stressful. Yeah. And I could just be like, oh, it's not fair. And it's actually not fair. The people who are small business owners, you get fucked. Like that's the reality.
Yeah.
But you just have to do it, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to spend 10 hours of my goddamn time learning the ins and outs of all of this to make sure I'm not getting ripped off when my accountant
Why don't you
says
just pay an
this.
Oh, you double check the account.
Dude, you got to double check,
You
man.
do,
I mean,
that's
look,
true.
I'm like you, Patreon and all this. I want to be a good steward of other people's money. Like, I don't mean pissing people's money away.
That makes
it's
sense.
not nice. You can't do that to people.
That makes sense, yeah.
I mean, it's a serious responsibility when you're like, hey, pay me $10 a month. Like, it's not a fucking joke, dude.
Yeah.
You're like, actually, you have to become a steward of that money for real.
Well, hold on,
like,
man. If you want to give their money, man, that's But no, I agree. You got to give them something. You got to do something.
Yes,
you can't just piss it away.
You're working for them, and you can't just And it's also money. It's like, look, I grew up Indian, so we're fun. Money, it means something. You're taught from a very young age,
dude.
Like, and I don't care how much money you have. Like $100 will always be $100 to me. I know exactly what that buys, and I know what it means and what it does, and like
it's funny because it's in where I'm from in Garden Valley, Pennsylvania. There's been like a massive influx of the Indian population. Everyone I know, like people have like landscaping companies. They're like, bro, they're like just haggling on the fucking lawn. He's like, their lawns are this fucking high.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, I'm not paying it. It's like my cousin's like, bro, they haggle me to fucking death. It's really funny.
Yeah, fuck him.
But
yeah.
That's what he gets.
Yeah.
But dude, it is Yeah, it is like it's one of those things. I feel like Indian. It's like they were out of the race conversation for a long time.
Of course we are. Yeah, we're the inconvenient minority. Because
Yeah.
Asians in general are completely invisibilized by U.S. racial discourse.
Big time.
I mean, look,
But you guys are killing it, dude.
yeah, we're the
Just
richest
sick.
people in America.
It's
but,
awesome.
Yeah, I think it's cool. I mean, I'll say this: it's not really fair because Indians in America are like so-called like the twice selected elite, and so
Why do they say that?
because India's 1 billion people, okay? But the caste system where Brahmins, which is the top caste,
Oh, I know.
those people, oh yeah, so you do know. Brahmins, 40%, I think it's only like 1 or 2% of India. My math could be wrong, so
Yeah.
Indians. But 40%, so 1 or 2% of India, but 40% of Indian Americans are Brahmin. So that means 40% of the people here are part of the top 1 to 2% already of the Indian caste system.
Really?
Yeah, because they're doctors, engineers, lawyers, people who are highly educated. So part of Brahmin culture, that's where I come from too, by the way.
Okay,
cards on
come
the
from
table.
Brahmin.
But I'm saying our family has generations.
That makes sense. You wouldn't be able to get the
of revering like education, family. We don't drink alcohol. We're like, this is how we live our life. Like our life is about family. It's about furthering the next generation. Individualism really as a concept is like not part of that. And that's actually why I think it meshes really well with America is America will drag you to individualism. America will drag you to a little bit of consumerism, a little bit of like, you can be whoever you want to be. But the backstop that you have is like, no, this is not what we do. Like money, we don't spend it on stupid shit. When we have money, we spend it on books, on education. So my upbringing was like, the budget is limitless for anything educational. The budget is like zero for anything stupid.
For fucking around, yeah.
And no offense, white people, but I have noticed you have proclivities for new cars and for nice sneakers.
Check my ride, bro.
And nice kitchens, and so I'll be like, so your kid's
My
got
kitchen's pretty nice.
$25,000 in debt, and you've got a new fucking kitchen. Interesting. In our culture, that shit does not fly.
Yeah.
But that's what I would say. Indians are very successful in America because it's like we're both obviously highly educated. That's number one. But two, I really think the culture is a huge aspect of it. The way that you revere money, you think about family. There are no Indian parents out there who have the money who are not paying for their child's college education. It's just it would never happen. And in white families, there's this weird hyper into like they got this like boomer mentality of like they've got to figure it out. Because back in my day, I'm like, well, have you looked at inflation? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I know.
And they're like, well, they'll get it when I die. And I'm like, yeah, but it's actually way more useful to help your child out when you're 18, 19 to 25. Those are the foundational years of your life. So it's a mindset difference. That's
that was the
another
one.
thing.
No, dude, I appreciate you saying that. That was the one thing my parents were actually really good about is like, don't go into debt if you ever avoid it at all costs, and also keep a low profile. Like don't try to. My dad does spaz. He has like phases where he has like 57 bicycles in his basement. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. But they were and now my parents weren't like educated really. They they went to high school and they got out and that was it. But they were very like that was the one thing I think that's the thing I'm going to copy off of them. They like sent us to like an all boys Catholic high school, paid for our college, and it's like. That's the one thing with my kids. It's like I'm looking for schools for my daughter right now, and it's like I was telling my wife, I'm like, because her mom's big on. A lot of people I know are like the public school is just as good, and it's like, I don't think so. I genuinely don't think so. It's like
I'm assuming you live in a nice area. It probably is.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, well, then
a lot of Indians.
I think you're probably fine then, man.
But that
you
no,
should.
but
I went to public school. Yeah.
No, the public schools around me it's like it's newly nice. So the public schools are, but it's like you compare it to a private school. And it's like, I mean, you've done well for public
I'll give
school.
you two cases. I'll give you the case for
it's
and
just
against.
not, my point is, sorry, before I cut you off, my point is if you can't afford it, you should spend money on your kids' education.
Oh, definitely.
That's all I was trying to say.
Yeah, absolutely. And so in that case, it's interesting, but more what I meant in terms of that is sometimes people will be like, I don't know, like I knew a girl who wanted to take a graduate test, like study for the GRE. And she was like, oh, my parents won't pay for my GRE test, thing, but they have the money to pay for it.
That's
but they're
crazy,
like, you have to work to go for your GRE test prep. I'm like, what? Like, I was like, who are your parents? Like, what?
That's so ruthless.
Yeah. In my head, I'm like, that doesn't even fly. Like, it's just, but if I was like, hey, Dad, so if I was like, Dad, I need $5,000 for a GRE prep course, and I was like 23 or whatever, he'd be like, absolutely. But if I was like, I need $5,000 to go hang out in Saint-Tropez, or it's like, he's like, what?
Get
like,
the fuck out of here.
No way.
Yeah.
Like,
no, that does make sense.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, and a lot of the suburb like that I'm from, I've learned that many of the families are just debt. It's just like the whole
Yes,
thing
that's
runs on
true.
a
I'm glad you
giant
brought that
balloon
up.
of debt, and it's like kind of
Americans
terrifying.
are obsessed with debt. Americans are obsessed with consumerism, and I can't. My dad, when he was making good money, was rolling around in a 1988 Mazda with no air conditioning in 150 degrees.
It's such a beast
Texas,
move, though, dude.
with his windows rolled down, and he refused to get it. He eventually sold it for $1,000 after he put 200,000 miles on it. So it's like that's where I come from. It's like, do you need a new Raptor truck, Texas? Probably not. It's like these guys, no offense, but if you look at the average car payment, Texas is the highest average car payment in the nation because all of these idiots are rolling around in trucks. You don't need a brand new truck.
Trucks
you
are like
don't need
$80,000.
$80,000 Raptor. It's ridiculous. Like, sorry, you need a Toyota Camry, or a Hyundai, or like any of these other cars. They're great cars. They'll get you. So I am actually a big proponent of Dave Ramsey for the vast majority of people. I think Ramsey, what you were just saying, I think his like common sense approach, if 95% of people followed their life that way, they would be better off. He preaches like avoid debt, don't use credit cards and all of this. I personally am a big credit card point fiend, but I pay it by balance and all this stuff. But here's the thing. I think what he gets at is what we were talking about with impulse control and all that. It's look at the stats. People can't control themselves. They're only paying the minimums. They're taking out 35, 40, 50% debt or whatever on their APR, HELOC loans and all this. He's taught me about financial products I didn't even know existed. I'm like, wait, so people out there are taking 2 mortgages and then another mortgage on top of that one? How do you sleep at night, bro?
Dude, it's insane.
Oh my God. I actually cannot imagine. So if for anybody out there who's listening, if you listen to Dave and you actually take, at the very least, like take some of that advice to heart. The number one thing is budget too. No matter how much money you make, you still need a budget. And the reason why is you just need to know where your money is going. And you need to be conscientious about every dollar that you spend. So like you were just saying, like you and your wife need to sit down and make a choice and be like, we're sending our kid to private school. That means this is our nut. We need X, Y, and Z amount per month. This is how it looks like. And we're saving, and this is what it looks like.
I have an open mind right now. I'm like, I've looked at like 4 schools and it's like I've noticed a huge difference between public, but it's like if I see a public school that works, I would go. I'm not like one or the other, but
so I went to both, so I can make the case.
Yeah.
So I was very lucky. So I grew up in College Station. I went to public school for the first 16 years of my life. My last years of high school, my parents, we moved to Qatar, and I got to go to a very fancy private school. It was part of the deal.
Like an international
the American
school.
School of Doha, right?
Okay.
So I went from a school where probably the median income of the parent was like, let's say like $40,000 to a school where the median income of the parent was probably like $300,000.
Like an elite school.
It was an outrageously nice school, and we were flying for school trips. Like everybody there, their parents work for Exxon, and
dude, that was one of the schools we looked at. Like we're gonna send your 4th grader to France for a week. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, no.
That's what my last years of high school were like.
That's crazy,
and I will tell you,
dude.
I definitely loved it. I loved it, but I would worry that if I had grown up in that environment, and anybody out there, if you've ever interacted with people who are in that bubble, there's a lot of downside to that, man. Like that's when you were talking about the first class thing. We went on a school trip once, and one of the kids had never flown economy before, and we were all flying economy together. He was like 17 years old.
Like, what the fuck
He
is
had
this?
never been in economy class. He'd only ever flown first, and frankly, he was a pampered little bitch. It's like, and the people like that, like there is something important, and I think about it too, where about the people that I grew up with. I didn't even love them that much, I'll be honest with you, but it was important. I got to interact with people from all across different walks of life. I think public education is very important, and I actually think at a young age too. I think in high school, I could make a really good case if you have the money to go to private school. If you look at the stats, private schools send the vast majority of their kids to Ivy League and to other schools, especially if that's what you want for your child. But K through middle school, it's not really about education.
Really
it's about socialization.
Yeah.
And so for socialization purposes, I don't really want my children, just me personally, like to be growing up in a bubble. And in that bubble, like I've spent enough time now in elite circles that I can see how dangerous that it really can be to the mind, and to how that person can eventually use that privilege in others. And first of all, they're over-interpreting their own success. Like this idea of like, they'll be like, oh, we're doing pretty good. I'm like, you are not doing shit. Yeah, I'd be like, I'm doing good. You're not doing good. Like, you have not done anything. And
yeah, dude, it is
like-
it is weird, man. That's the kind of the thing I've been struggling with. It's like, because I don't want to be like get them older and be like, what the fuck? You could have sent me to a nicer school. And I'm like,
Right.
I didn't want you to be a dickhead.
Yeah, but you can also just track each of your children and like, what if one of them is real? Like, there are different types of schools. There's magnet schools, there's math schools, there's sports, there's drama, there's like all these other ones. Like, you gotta. What I would do is I would be like, okay, well, first of all, again, K through 8 is about.
Whatever.
It's not about education. Actually, a lot of that education, my man, is on you. All right.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
if anything, you're trying to pay somebody else
Yeah.
to teach your kids how to read better. That's about you.
You gotta do
You
it.
need to step up in the house.
I'm fucking. What are you
All
talking
right.
about, dude? We
All right.
spelled her name the other
But
day.
that's what I'm saying. You got to be keeping that shit up every day.
Tutors and shit,
after
yeah.
school. Not even tutors. You need to be engaged. You need to be making sure that you're sitting there and making this stuff done, because that's where the parent really is the most important.
Sure.
Of course, middle school, high school, when we start talking about SATs, and that's when I think education and the quality of teacher can really make an impact on them. But that's by the time they're starting to become like formed as a human being and may have an idea of what they want to do. But those initial years, I think it's really just about learning how to like be a person in the world, about how to interact with others, following rule, like what does it mean to like live in a society and be in like this ordered weird thing that we call. So that's the purpose of school, man. Like at
For
the end
sure.
of the day. That's why homeschool people are fucking weirdos. Can we all be honest? Have you ever met a normal one? They're freaks. All right, it's true, man. Like, it's true.
I know. I know people who are homeschooling right now. They're gonna be pissed at you, dude.
I don't care. I mean,
We met one homeschooled kid.
Sometimes they do it in pods and they're okay.
We
but
met
the
a
rest of them are
homeschool
weird.
kid in my baseball team,
Yeah.
and like we drove him to tears.
Yeah, you should.
It was,
and he deserved it. Yeah, I mean,
it was
like,
so
to be
mean.
honest, he deserved it, dude.
Well, there is a huge
Yeah.
aspect of the socialization for sure.
Yeah, it's important
for
It's
sure. But
very
then it's like with the public schools, like, well, what are they getting socialized into? Then you look at all the other shit they had going on with like, like when like don't tell your parents if you want to trans, come to us and we'll send you to
That's
a doctor.
fair.
That was the shit that was free.
You're living here in Texas, dude. What are you worried about? You're actually
Dude,
worried?
these schools, dude, now all the schools, I'm in Austin.
Yeah.
So the
Yeah,
schools
sure.
are like, dude, they're pretty fucking, they go pretty hard with that shit. And
Interesting.
that's the stuff that I'm like, but I don't know.
What about the rest of the burbs around it? Round Rock, Fredericksburg, all those other places. They can't be there. I mean, I grew up around here, man. Like that's
Yeah.
those people. Those are some Bible belters.
You've been
last
going for a
time I
long
checked.
time, dude.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. You're
This
that's
place
not
changed.
wrong.
You left, bro.
Yeah, that's true. I guess you're true.
But that's kind of, I don't know. I went to a wall. We can get out of here soon. How long are we doing, Josh? 2 hours. Damn, dude, we almost did a Rogan. I'll let you out of here in a second. But
Sweet.
I was laughing. Today we toured because again, it's like I'm going to public schools.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find that's the one thing I will try to give my kids the best in education.
Well, you should. I mean, look, there's nothing wrong with doing private school.
but
or any
I
of
will
that.
say today.
Yeah.
So I was thinking that I went to a Waldorf school today. I don't know if you're ever familiar.
I know.
with Waldorf.
I'm familiar with what it is.
Dude, I've never seen anything like that in my life. And it was like almost theoretically, I'm like, it's all the stuff I like, and I saw the reality of it, and I was like, no, it was just like almost creepy.
I agree.
There at one point, there's one dude in the tour, no matter what the person said, he would go, oh, that's so important. And like dude, at one point, they were like, we have climbing trees, and we have trees we don't climb. Those are the climbing trees. And he goes, oh, so yes. And then they were in another room, and they were like, for math, we have a tactile sensory aspect where we have these marbles, and they're actually counting the and the guy literally over marbles goes, oh yes. I was like, dude, would you shut the fuck up?
That's so weird.
There becomes a point of it where it is like
There are some millennial.
it's like
trends.
a fake savior. Like we did the entire Odyssey school
Right.
play in 4th grade. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, dude. Like
There's
who's
some
this
millennial
for?
trends, like the Waldorf. I need to look more into. I'm not 100%.
I think they do well. I think it
Yeah.
has like. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I was gonna say gentle parenting is the one that I've become familiar with. For
Yes.
this millennial trend of being like they don't say the word no, right?
Yes.
Everything is about redirection. And the Indian in me is like, how can you possibly turn out like a well-formed adult? Like actually a huge. Well, I would say a majority of adulthood is learning how to deal with the consequences of the word no.
That's
It's
what
like, oh, you
adulthood
want
is.
a job? Fuck you. No.
There's a
Oh,
giant
you want more
no.
money?
Yeah.
Fuck you. No.
There's a giant no hovering
Yeah.
over your entire life.
Yeah, it's literally like you're like, or you want to go on a date. It's like, what are 99% of these women going to tell you? No, absolutely.
I know.
You're a loser.
I know.
Actually, yes.
Yeah, I go back. So it's like I grew up in like the rigorous old school. Like if you get in trouble, you get hit, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I do think that's not a good idea to do.
Probably.
I think
that's
it's genuinely. It's like I don't think it's the end of the world, especially if you're not like getting drunk and like coming in for no reason. If there's like a rhyme and reason to it, it's not the worst thing. But I do think the punishing physically makes you as a kid like I'm not going to tell my parents anything.
That's
'cause
right.
I don't want to
yeah.
get smacked.
No,
in the
but they
head.
need consequences.
They do need
of a
consequence.
kind, right? Like you need
Yes.
to take away the things that they like,
Yes.
or be like you're in the silent treatment, or stuff like I think consequences are really important because man, when you get shielded from it, and honestly,
Yeah.
you know, even I remember like that first time when you're 22 years old and you graduate from college and you're actually out on your own and you really are, you're like, oh my God, like this sucks. Like, so now you make a bad decision and you're sitting there, you know, and you're like, holy,
Dude, and
this is on me. And I'm by myself right now. Nobody's gonna bail you out right now.
And I'm
man.
telling you, the worst possible is when you're making bad decisions and it's paying off
Yes.
because eventually it all hits you and you go, oh, and it comes for everybody, dude. And
Absolutely.
you go, oh man. And the older you get, you go, there's no way I got to live my way through this now.
Yeah,
and it's
you're
like,
right, bro. Yeah,
I
it's
agree.
very
Well,
important.
dude, thank you so much for coming. I can talk to
thank
you
for
forever.
having
I
me.
can talk to you
Yeah,
forever, dude.
I really enjoyed it. This is actually pretty fun.
Dude, thank
Yeah,
you, man. Appreciate
yeah.
you.
Thank you.